can't believe I ate that whole thing.
You ate it, Ralph.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
No, Ralph. Oh, you ate it.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
Now you're local on the 8s.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Bad, baby. Bad.
Channel 8 at 5:30.
Check it out, man. The question you gotta ask yourself is how badly do you want to see the greatest fucking rock and roll show on the fucking earth, right? You're talking about passing around joints in the audience. You're talking about up in Detroit, Rock City, brother.
Oh, what I'm gonna do to you. I'm so angry.
We apologize for the profanity, which he also said on our air.
Bunch of guys who make bad music, dress like freaks, and wear more makeup than all my sisters combined? No. These assholes gotta be stopped.
Now starts the IA Music Podcast.
Are we back on? Let's go.
Testing, 1, 2.
Yeah, you're the second, you're the third. No, you're the second, his is the third.
You want to hold the mic or you want to be?
No, watch. So this is you.
This is
This.
and that's him.
Yeah.
So I'm the second.
Hey guys, this is Jay Science, and I make beats. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be over here running the board.
All right,
I'm running the board and just hosting this.
Sounds gravy.
Yeah. How you sounding? I sounding good over there?
I'm sounding good. Sonically,
how do
clean.
I sound?
Clean.
Yeah, I don't sound too good. I'm not overpowering you.
No.
Yeah, perfect.
Actually, I sound a little strong. Maybe I should turn myself down.
No, it's me over here. That's your headphones. So if you want to lower, I can turn
Right
you
there.
down.
All right, I'm good.
You good right there?
Yeah.
Sound perfect.
Warm.
All
We're not getting too much bleed either.
There you go. I don't want to be there. All right, cool. Jared. That was Jared, right?
JR.
JR.
Yeah,
Jared, I'm
JR.
sorry about that.
JR.
Jared.
My real name is Eugene, though.
Eugene?
Eugenio.
The stage name would be J Science.
J Science.
J
J
Science.
Sci for short.
Nice. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. I haven't said that in a long time, dude. I try to avoid that. I try to avoid saying welcome. I was like, I hate saying that word.
Hey, welcome's good, man. Welcome makes you feel comfortable, you know?
It does.
It's a good word.
I used to have this routine where I would just say this thing like, welcome, whatever, to the podcast. But
Yeah.
now I'm just like, all right, I have to fucking get over that and just keep going.
I kind of like it because it's like, here we go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here we go. One,
Here
two,
we
three.
go.
You listen to any podcasts? Any shows like that?
I was real big on Coast to Coast. I don't know if that's considered a podcast, but radio show. Radio.
Right. Like nightlife shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like supernatural shit.
Yeah. Conspiracies?
Conspiracies. I mean, everything starts there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
What's the latest conspiracy you heard of recently?
Fuck. The shit going on with X right now. XX Tentacion.
Yeah.
Supposedly Drake's connected
Yeah, I heard about
to his
that.
death via baby mama drama. Pillow talk.
Some shit about the verse, him dropping on the second verse.
Yeah, talking
that.
about, because Pusha T basically fucking destroyed Drake in that battle.
Yeah.
And basically they're saying like X was the one who gave Homeboy the scoop on the baby mama drama with the kid and all that shit. I mean, I don't know if it's true.
Am I controlling his volume with this, or is that the volume in my headphones?
That's your headphone. That's your mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're second.
No, that's me.
That's you?
Yeah, that's
I'm
me.
trying to turn you down.
You're the next one. Huh?
I'm trying to turn you down to my headphones.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I got
but
him
that's
over.
your
I got him
mix.
over.
You
here.
don't. You don't know. You don't.
Okay.
So it's just mixing me down real quick.
Loud in here, doing like shit.
Yeah. Yo.
Yo.
You coming in? You coming in? You trying the mic? See if it's on. Is the microphone on the side?
Yo.
There you go. How are you doing?
Technical
Yeah.
difficulties.
Yeah. Okay.
How you doing right there?
All right. That's good.
How you sounding?
That's pretty good right there.
You looking? Sounding good?
El Guaps.
Good. You still over here?
I'm good.
I can hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
I can hear
okay.
you
My
now.
bad.
That's all right. That's all right. What's up, Transformer? Welcome back.
What up?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Round 2 for Transformer.
Yeah. We're talking about, right now we're talking about the conspiracy with the Extension, right? That's how you say it?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I ever got
crazy.
it right.
That is crazy. I was listening to that earlier too. I mean, wow.
Good
That's
kid
hip-hop.
too, man.
Yeah.
Maybe not perfect, but I mean, for that age, I mean, you can't expect too much, bro.
Yeah.
I would hate to be judged off my 19, 18-year-old self. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, give me time to grow. Give me time
That shit is
to prove something different. Heavy as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, heavy.
Because I remember being a fan of his music and being like, nah, I don't really like the kid per se. You know what I mean? Like, homeboy's kind of wilding and shit. But
Well, 'cause he came in hard. He came in.
Yeah.
He came in saying a lot of things.
yeah, he's a deep soul, though. Old
Yeah.
and I don't know, he trips me out, man.
Right.
If I would have had that head at that age, fuck.
Right.
I can imagine where he'd be now if he was old. I mean, where he would be when he got older. He's probably be prophet and shit. The kid was smart, man.
Yeah. Good music.
Good
Rest
music.
in peace.
Yeah, for real, RP.
You been rocking with Transformer for a while?
Oh, fuck, man, we're cousins.
Yeah.
I knew him before music.
Yeah.
When he was just my little cousin, some little chubby kid with the shaved head and bangs and shit, rocking a 49ers jersey all day. And then years pass, and I do my music shit. I move out. I come back to the valley. He's doing his music shit. All of a sudden now he's Transformer. All of a sudden now I'm J Science, and it's like, well, fuck, let's collab then. You know what I mean? So it kind of formulated a new relationship.
Nice.
From older cousin to little cousin to now beat maker partners. You know what I'm saying? Producer team extraordinaire and shit. You know,
Right.
killing shit.
Killing shit, making music together. So you're older than Transformer?
Yeah.
A little older? Nice.
I think it's like a 5-year gap or something like that.
Something like that.
It's not too
Shit.
bad.
I'm
Like
32 and
Well, we don't have to say it.
keep that on the low, guys. I mean, I'm 23, guys.
I'm beep beep and
Nice. Fuck yeah. What's up, guys? So, yeah, welcome, man. For real. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, man.
It sounds
Thanks for
fucking...
having us again, man.
Yeah. Well, we had to. I had to bring you up. I mean, you're always working, Transformer.
Hey, man. It's the only way to be, man. It's the only way I live, man.
Dropping
Shit.
song after song, beat after beat.
Ain't nothing else to do, man. Shit.
verse after verse.
Verse after verse.
Beat after beat.
On the real, though, you guys stay hungry. You guys, SoundCloud, everything since back in the day, you guys be working, right?
Just always trying to come up with something new, some kind of major plan or some kind of diabolical way we're gonna rule the music industry. But I mean, it's one beat at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the plan? What do you think? What's your plan to follow the movement?
I mean, right now it's just basically as simple as like just make good music, man. Make good music. Like sometimes, we get in the mindset of like business and try to look forward a little bit, but then sometimes it kind of creates like this tension because it becomes kind of like too business atmosphere, So we do best when it's just on art mode, like straight up. Like we're just enjoying it for the music, and kind of it takes away the stress of like, whoa, fuck, who's gonna sign this and who's gonna be that, or who's getting released under. Just all this shit that does need to be discussed, but it doesn't need to be the main focus.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Get back to what you started this for.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep it simple, man. Make fucking bangers. That's
What don't you
it.
want to worry about all that though? Don't you think that shit's important though?
I mean, we do got a plan. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I mean, we do got some things in motion, and we got a lot of big homies doing big things that we know it's just a matter of time.
Right. There's no one, teaching you guys the way to do it, right?
I mean,
or is it?
It's. I mean, for me, it's the social media.
That's
It's internet. It's artists I watch all day. I study, bro. I study, bro. I'm those guys that like. I'm just watching my favorite artists and like trying to see what I can learn and shit. Being like Bruce Lee, like take what's useful. Be like water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I am, man. Just study the greats, and hopefully one day I can even just have a song in the mix. I don't care if I'm the great, but I just want a song that's great. You know what I mean? Plus I have kids, and if they can hear my shit later and I keep that legacy going just through the music, that's just cool.
Right. But you rap about the kids, rapping about the kids, family?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of blossoming into that kind of artist, like making music for younger people, or for my kids, I guess you could say, shit they could listen to. Because before it was more like about me. you know, just getting some shit off my chest. But I mean, when you see how shit's been going down lately and how like the message behind the music is a big deal, you can, I mean, it's kind of obvious, you know what I mean? You see how it shapes society and shit. So it's like I want to be responsible. I don't want to just make music and be like, fuck this and I don't give a fuck and just putting all this negativity out, not respecting that, hey, somebody might listen to this shit and then it might push them to do something maybe they don't want to do, or they do but not really, you know what I mean? Just because I know how music influenced me. I used to listen to Brother Lynch Hunk, X-Rated, like Black Market, like this is all gangster shit. And then funny part is this guy right here, Tranzformer, is kind of the dude who's kind of like hip-hop, bro. You know what I mean? Because I was kind of on some gangster shit. Like the shit I listened to was underground gangster rap. He was really into like Dilla and what was it, like
Madlib
and just Madlib. Yeah, and like I don't know, this a lot of that shit was like, damn, yeah, okay. And it's not that I wasn't into hip hop before, but kind of forgot, bro. Kind of got lost in the drama.
Right, it's different. It's different. Different. The gangster hip hop to.
Well, for me, like gangster rap is like a soap opera, but the shit's real. So you're like, dude, this guy's really killing guys. This guy's really doing this. This guy's really doing that. And then you go and you look at the stories on the news, or like, or these guys die, and then it's so intriguing. But then the reality of it is like, dude, this shit ain't cool. You know, like when Mac Dre died, that's when I was like, all right, like this shit ain't cool because that's the coolest dude I ever seen in my life, and now he got killed in Kansas. So, like, who's next? And then here we are years later, decades later, and now we're talking about X. You know what I mean? It's like now this group of kids, or what do you call it? This generation, right? Now has to experience what we went through with Tupac.
Back again.
Yeah, with Tupac. With Mac Dre, or just depending, you know, there's so many. You know what I mean?
When there's like, Dilla, Little Brother.
Yeah, and
Ninth Wonder.
Yeah.
Shit that Tranzformer likes, we all like, you know what I mean?
Dilla all day.
Yeah. That could bring a different character to the hip hop game. Definitely. Still keeping it different messages, giving it a message out there.
Yep.
Yeah. Smash Bros, right? Smash Bros.
Smash Bros.
Welcome again. What the fuck? Keep saying that word again. See, I told you, man. I didn't want to bring that back, dude.
It's cool, man. it's that warmness.
Yeah. So how does Smash Bros come about? Even though you're our family, but the origin of it.
How did this shit come about? I really don't know how it came about, man. My fucking memory's pretty shot out, but I don't really remember how it all really started out. I just remember being at his house one day and just working. I don't really know. Honestly, it's crazy to think that I don't know how the fuck. I don't even remember how the fuck we even met, bro, or like even decided talking at first. Like it just, I don't know.
Well, we're cousins, so
like I just don't know. Like the first time we actually linked up on the music, it's so long, like so much shit.
I kind of remember a little bit. I was living in Reno. I had already like done my whole mission, did full circle, decided to move back to the valley, and it was just like a pissed off for me before I came back to SD. But while I was there, I was kind of like, you know what, I want to rekindle some relationships with family members I ain't seen for like God knows how long. And he was like a little cousin, so like he was barely even on the radar. But then I was there like, oh, Eric. I was like, you know what? Fuck, what happened to that dude? Like, no shit. Let me check in on him. You know what I mean? Like, he's grown now. Like, we could kick it. We could smoke. And it's funny too, man, because honestly, I think maybe we kicked it because we smoked.
Probably how it started off.
That's what I think. To be honest, I think it was just like, damn, you smoke, I smoke, cool, let's smoke. And then it was like, oh shit, music? Oh, you got equipment? Oh shit. And then just kind of went from there. Yeah, but it was kind of weird for me though, because. Like,
what is that? Rapping?
Like going to hang out with my little cousin, and then having like his mom or his sister see me hang out, and they're like, why is this fool here? Like, why is this fool hanging out?
Yeah, our family's crazy, man. It's like, wait, why? It's like we're at a family function. It's like, wait, why are you guys walking out together right now?
Like, what do you guys got in common and shit? Oh, they must be doing drugs, but it's
nice. You guys come from the background then, Mexican family.
For real, dude. Old school as fuck.
Yeah, nice.
So we just, I mean, is that how it all happened?
I mean, that's how I remember it. I mean, unless you want to make it more magical and shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's how we linked up, bro. And then, we started going over there. I started going over there to his house and just chopping it up. And like he said, he was really into some like gangster, hip hop and shit. Like the, just the gangster shit and
kind of the shit that's in now in a weird way.
It's kind of coming back and shit like everything else does. History repeats itself.
Nah, because I remember on my 404, I had like this beat. And it was real like down southy style, like boom with the hi hat, and he was like, he wasn't even feeling that shit. He was like, nah, bro, like you need to fuck with this shit, And then like he kind of like just reminded me of how dope hip hop is, and like just kind of got me back to the roots again. Cause I remember the roots as a kid, but like I wasn't spoiled like some of these kids nowadays with YouTube and all this shit. Like
yeah, we'd have that back in the day.
Yeah, I didn't have that shit, bro. So. For me, it was like whatever CD I could get my hands on, and then us being from a little shitty ass valley.
Going to Mexicali. Going to Mexicali.
Like you can only get CDs at what, like 2 stores, 3 stores. Like at that time, it was bad. Those is like Clark Baker. We had a, I don't know if it was a real Fat Beats or a bootleg Fat Beats.
Hey, I ended it.
It was a bootleg, huh?
There's a funny story to that, dude, because I had rapped about that, about there being a Fat Beats, and my dad taking me over there in his truck and shit, and like. And it's kind of funny because I was like, yeah, that's crazy. We had a Fat Beats in El Centro, man. And later on, I figured out it was like a bootleg version. It
wasn't even real. It was legit.
It was like, what the fuck was it? Like BEETZ and shit. Like Fat Beats and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that, bro?
That's funny.
Because there's only one original, right? Fat Beats?
Yeah, that's FBEATS.
In New York. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking funny as fuck, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Fat Beats.
But that was a cool record shop, though.
Yeah. And the bootleg one.
That was a sick record shop, though.
Nah, it was. Because they had that little skate park.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I got my
mixer. Like climbing there.
I got my mixer there. I got my turntables there. I got my bananas fucking needles there. Were like $199 a piece.
Is it what Twilight's at or no? No, right? Nah, this is a whole different game. It's a whole different
I don't even know.
Ball game?
I think it was on the opposite side of the street. Oh, no, maybe it was. Shit, I don't know.
That's weird, right? It's changed. It's changed down there.
Fries, bro.
Yeah. Down on 5th.
But the valley don't change too much either, though.
Yeah, man. You get stuck out there. We've talked about it last episode, how you get stuck out there. I talked about it plenty of times.
Fuck yeah.
I don't mean, but it is.
It's a very peculiar place.
Why'd you get out of there?
Why not, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, shit, like, you want to make money? You want to do something different? You know what I mean? You're tired of the fucking heat? You tired of staying inside during the summer? Like, shit, get the fuck out the valley. Plus, like, like for us, SD is just like get out of the, like, it's number 1 for us on the list of where we're going, bro. Right. And it is a beautiful city. I love this place, bro. Like, but it's just so expensive right now. I'm totally considering going somewhere else. Like, let me know in the comments where you want me to move to. Let me know. J-Side coming to you.
But it is nice out here. I mean, you get to learn a bunch of things. I mean, you get to learn different, as far as music-wise.
Yeah. Plus, I went to elementary school a little bit up here, too, because my parents, like, did the whole back and forth thing a little bit. So, like, I got a little bit of the San Diego swag in me, and then you take it back to the valley, and you're like the coolest shit. Like, oh, you got 2 earrings? Like, what? It's like funny shit like that, But, I mean, you know how it is. There ain't much to do out there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree on that.
It could be why we make slap bangers like we do, because we ain't got shit else to do. Because if we had stuff to do, we probably would have done it.
Right.
It's probably going back to the original question, like fucking before I take a big ass U-turn. That's how we met up, and then we started kicking it, blazing up, and then started talking about music, and he was into some different type of shit, and I was into some other shit, and we kind of just talked about each other's music that we were into, at the time, and I think he was telling me something. I don't know if I was already making beats at that time, or maybe I was, and he had told me he was making beats too.
Yeah, you were using Fruity Loops.
I was probably making Fruity Loops with the homie Isaac, which goes by Honey Brown. Honey Brown.
Is he rapping or is he singing like soulful shit?
He just does a lot of. He's doing the co-production.
Honey Brown sounds like some,
Yeah, he's part of our collective, Lab Addicts.
Okay.
Yeah,
which is basically like any artist from the valley, coming up, like more than welcome. If you got some dope shit, you could be part of Lab Addicts too. You know what I mean? Like, cause I mean, the way I see it is like if we network and we stay grounded with each other, because we get along better outside the valley for some weird reason. I notice in the valley we're kind of stuck up with each other and kind of aggressive. Right. You know what I mean? But outside, I notice we get along so much. You know what I mean? Like valley boys tend to like hey, you're from the Valley too? Oh yeah, cool. You know what I mean? But in the valley, in El Centro or whatever, the Valley, we don't do that. There ain't no, oh, you're from the Valley too, because what the fuck? You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Very much
Very
different.
different.
Man. So yeah, basically, got into making that shit. Started making beats together, man. He,
Rest is
we started
history.
making beats together, and then, he started putting me on to different programs and shit. He's like, yo, bro. He's like, you should try Reason, and I was so comfortable. I was already making beats on Fruitless for already probably 2 years. I was probably already 2 years deep into it. I probably think or a year or some shit.
Yeah, because I think you even had you were already on your way. Like you already had Little Peach following you and little collabs.
I had already dropped an album.
Yeah.
Oh, I had already put 2 of them on the. That was the Enough Names and the Ron Homemade one. I had pressed them up.
Pretty quick. Pretty quick,
that's
right?
true, because you gave me a CD. Yeah, that's true.
I pressed up those already by then. So.
Nah, because I remember that's what I was impressed with.
Right.
I was like, damn, Little Cousin's done more than me. Already has a CD press, cover, all that shit. And I've been rapping since fucking knee high to chicken, for a long time, bro.
Taking advantage of what's available.
Yeah, but he did. Yeah, I don't think I did. I think I wasted too much time, to be honest. So this, if anything, I could give Trans credit. Maybe he gives me credit for giving him some knowledge on some new equipment or some scientific shit, whatever, right? But he helped me a lot to just get it done, bro. Cause honestly, I could work on a beat forever. It'll be my life's work, one beat. You know what I mean? He'll keep molding into this other beat, and he's more dude, get it done, finish it. Come on, keep it moving. And now I have that. It's just normal. You know what I mean? So it's weird. It's kind of whatever he lacks, I pick it up. Whatever I lack, he picks it up, and then somehow it just creates this dope ass rhythm where people are fuck, why do you guys work so much? How do you guys work I
definitely slack on the fucking the technical side of setting up shit and learning
or
just learning new instruments, or programs. I fucking hate learning, bro. That's why I get stuck to it. Once I learn something, I'm just comfortable using it,
That's right.
And I hate I hate to step out the fucking box and what else is there in this program or whatever. But Jay's always he's you gotta there's a lot of stuff in there that we don't know about, or he'd just be if there's just or fucking, let's just say whenever Reason breaks down or some shit, I don't fucking know where to get my shit, or how to fucking set up the fucking. There's a lot of shit in these Reason, you gotta fucking do the rewiring. I don't fucking know about that fucking shit, So I'm dude, set me up just so I could just bang this shit out,
Right.
And he's always the brains behind the fucking setting up the equipment, or if there's fucking technical fucking issues,
Just trying to stay current for us, bro. Trying to make sure we always got that
keeps us up to
that
date.
new curve. That way we don't get left behind. Or I was telling them too, there's some producers that's cool that works. They do one thing, but they do it very well. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to name anybody, piss anybody off, but there's certain producers, they just do one thing, one type of style, But we're very versatile. We got rock shit, punk rock shit, hip hop shit, experimental, dubstep. There's nothing we won't touch. R&B, we're just, if we can do it, we'll do it, and if we feel it, we feel it. You know what I mean? So.
And you're rocking with that.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah.
And we get excited when we do something different. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I get bored.
Yeah.
I got ADD. So, I need to always be on some new shit. You know what I mean? Recently, I upgraded to Machine 2. I got the Mach 3, and it sets me back because now I gotta learn this shit. But
all these Pro Tools.
Oh, I got Pro Tools too.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Studio West. I went to school, took a little course.
Okay.
Learned some shit,
Brought some shit to the table.
Yeah, I even went to graphic design school. All this stuff is just to polish up this music business shit all day. Cause I don't want to pay nobody to do artwork. I don't want to pay nobody to do a video. I mean, when I get to that point, I will obviously, and I can't be doing everything. But for right now, I can. You know what I mean? Why not? Saves us money and it makes us look more professional.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because appearance is everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
So that's where the name came about, just J Science? Is that where it came about, or how did that shit come about?
The name J Science is kind of a couple things. It's homage to J Dilla, because it's J Science, so it's kind of the science of studying J, Dilla. I really did study this man, Cause, like, in a weird way, I look at him like the hip hop Jesus. You know what I mean? Like he died for our fucking sins or some shit. Like some weird way, like he died to show us, like, look, this is what it looks like when someone loves something so much and they do it to the end, not to kind of the end, no, to the very end. Like he's in the hospital chopping up samples. Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that? I would never do that. Like where I'm at right now, if I'm in the hospital fucked up, I'm just focusing on that. I'm not gonna focus on making some fucking bangers. But that's Dilla, and damn, that's the passion that man must have had. Must have been insane. Like you must have felt it when he was around you. You know what I mean? Like damn, you know. And that's just kind of how like the man just motivates the shit out of me. So the J science for me was just kind of like I'm studying this dude. But then it's also the J for me, you know what I mean? Because I'm a junior, you know? But also science is also for, like, technology, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm into crazy little sounds. And, like, a lot of times when you hear these weird-ass little sounds in the songs, that's probably me. Because I like to tweak out and make these weird-ass little sound. I don't know, we call them, like, what do we call them? Like,
fucking twinkles, dude.
Twinkles, or like I don't know. We have like weird names for them and shit, you know. But somehow it makes sense to us. We'll be like, "Hey, put a little." We're like, "Okay, that makes sense."
Like some shit that people won't hear.
Yeah,
you guys will hear.
Yeah. And somehow it makes sense to us.
We used to fucking like. Well, we always feel like, damn, like when we think about it, like we must have overflooded that shit with fucking mad, like little fucking like everywhere in the fucking beat. But like, they were so like, I feel like I mixed them down like really good to where it just like. It wasn't so over fucking whelming to your ear. Like everything kind of just sat into its right place, you know. Even to this day, I don't really think we overplaced too many sounds, bro. Because, you know, if anything, like it was meant for a rapper, but like at the same time, we kind of like when we made these beats, it kind of felt like we just made them complete. Like they didn't really need a rapper, honestly, because all the shit we added to them, you know, like all the
sounds so smooth.
All the little layers we added and all those fucking twinkles that we add that we talk about, dude.
Right.
Like all those little layers is just like. It makes it sometimes just enjoyable to hear like without the rapper, you know.
That's why you drop those like mixtapes, those beat tapes.
Beat tapes and shit, you know, like you know, there's a lot of sounds in there, a lot of shit going on. So if there's not a rapper on there, people still like, you know, it's they still, you know, stay interested because of all the little things they hear, you know.
That could be like an interlude for them or something that they want to like, or I don't know, if they decide to buy it, or you decide you don't sell it. Well, you do sell it, right?
Yeah, we sell it on Bandcamp and shit.
You just don't put vocals on it.
Yeah, we just don't. We haven't. Well, we've done like collabs with certain artists and shit like that. We've done shit with like Cornbread and fucking Scheme Price and Dank. I mean, the list goes on. You know, like a lot of people we've done work with.
Oh, Smash Bros.
Yeah, Smash Bros. Like we've done a lot of work. But a lot of our shit has just been like the shit that we released like by us. We've mostly released just beat tapes. But we have like contributed to other people's projects with our beats and shit like that. And I think we have put out like one project or like I think a project where it was just nothing but rappers and shit. It was like an EP, I think. It was like Cornbread and Scheme Price or we did something with the rappers. I think we did a project with Dank where we just produced all the beats and Dank was just, you know, rapping on it. So there's a few projects.
American Hood.
Yeah, All American
Hood. Check that out. That's fire.
You know, so there's a few, like there's one or two projects where we're doing production for the people, but most of our releases have been beat tapes for the most part.
Bars breaking barrels like big bag gorillas, breaking down buildings of basic bitches and jacking riches. Beats bang, make that booty bounce like hitting switches. Man styles for miles, you probably pushing inches. Still sleeping with cement boots, stuck in mainstream with the fishes. Change the F for B, fraudulent, fake, phony. Stay the fuck from me. Careful, cause intensive care ain't the place to be. Cowards get confessions like the homie shot the sheriff, but not the deputy. All it took was a little time behind the fine by accessory. Real ones hard to see, like too much cut in the recipe. Third eye motherfuckers we can see through the mind's concepts of time, looking for the shine in the divine, but really find the divine is me. It's me. It's rare to find a real one. See, fake was just so often. Somebody acting, send him packing to his coffin. This shit just happens way too often. It's rare to find a real one. See, fake was just so often. Somebody acting, send him packing to his coffin. This shit just happens way too often. Yeah. Make way like Moses splitting the Red Sea. Out in the streets, flipping beats, trying to make the cheddar cheese. While we cruising with the top down in the breeze. Breaking down the OG, cracking shells on the highway. Yeah, to fly away. Know what the motherfuckers doing it my way. Keep it real all day. Stay blaze with the boob on the K's. They got my head spinning. Yeah, we stay winning while we grinning. Pianos banging like John Lennon. Smash on the beat, we all winning. Lacing tracks like Cocoa Puffs in a blunt. Time for the hunt, out they get the stacks. Never catch me on the 9 to 5 rockin' slacks. Instead you see me in the lab making cracks, slinging slaps like fat slabs, hitting the scales. Skills never prevail. Skills never prevail. It's rare to find a real one. See, fake was just so often. Somebody acting, send him packing to his coffin. This shit just happens way too often. It's rare to find a real one. See, fake was just so often. Somebody acting, send him packing to his coffin. This shit just happens way too often. Way too often.
One track, like you guys are all. That's all. Like Smash Bros is just you guys' one thing, or you guys have your personal tracks? Because you have personal tracks you release too, right?
Like what do you mean? Like Smash Bros is a what do you say?
Like its own thing. Like you have your own Transformer track, right?
Yeah.
But then you also have Smash Bros.
Yeah, that's like.
And then you also have Jay Science. So like
by yourself too.
Yeah, by myself.
Okay.
So like
what I'm saying.
I also produce on my own. I also do my own raps.
Right.
He does his own stuff too. And then when we come together, we're Smash Bros.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if we rap together, sometimes we go by Smash Bros. But now I think it's just gonna be just our names.
Okay.
If we're rapping, yeah.
All right.
But I mean, it does get confusing. It's like, well, who's Smash Bros? Who's that? It's like,
no, I saw saying a guy. I don't know why. I don't know how to ask. It didn't come out. But yeah, like I was asking if you have your own individual thing.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like but together you guys are Smash Bros.
And then there's still like Lab Addicts, which is a collective of other producers that we know, and then there's also Third Eye. Then there's Dirty Dome. That's Trans's label.
I see. Okay.
That's Trans's label, and then anything that gets released under that label, then that's his total control. And then Lab Addicts is just a collective of different producers and rappers, mostly producers. And then Third Eye is a collective of a bunch of different rappers mostly from San Diego, and a couple of us from the Valley.
Okay.
A few of them from
from all over actually.
All over, really. We got Dank from fucking Canada.
Because we even got a homeboy from the UK.
Right.
We got SA from Detroit.
Yeah, so we're pretty deep.
So pretty huge collective.
Yeah, it's a pretty huge collective. I mean, it's kind of a little dormant sometimes, but when the tracks do come together.
Speaking of San Diego, you rock a lot of heads out here.
A lot of what?
Heads out here, like hip hop artists out here in San Diego. I asked that question last time. I don't know if.
Well, hip hop in San Diego is a tricky thing because, like there's not a lot of like big artists on the underground. Kind of like there's not. I mean, there is a lot of underground artists here in San Diego, talent as fuck, but like ones that are big, not too many. Like maybe Rob Stone is the biggest that I could think of.
Mitchie Slick.
Well, Mitchie Slick to me, I don't know if I'd consider. Yeah, I guess he'd be underground.
Yeah,
but he's pretty big though.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like underground?
Yeah.
He's like I don't know. He's a tricky one, huh? Because he's kind of known, but he's like underground but big.
But he fucks with big names though.
He had a big ass song, the Imperial track or whatever it's called.
So, but you try to get your beats to their hands. Some of those like cats out there.
Well, we fuck with almost everybody out here. Yeah. I mean, between me and Tran, I think we know like almost
pretty much most of the heavy hitters. Fucking. Most of these artists, we've known who they were before we even came to San Diego. We're fans of their music, probably for me, like in high school or maybe barely getting out of high school and just been listening to their music. And, and then later on, once, we ended up moving to San Diego. It's like, oh, okay, now we can actually kind of like see each other or build in person, because there's a bunch of like talking, like, I said, I heard about Mr. Brady and like Joe Haas and there's a Mr. Brady, Joe Haas, Deep Rooted, who else is out here that was pretty crazy? I don't know, like Blame One, like those heads I've heard about like since I was in El Centro. So when I came out to San Diego, I was like, I'm gonna try to like just fucking conquer the just try to meet up with all the rappers that I can that are doing the most out here, or just making a name for themselves. So from what I thought, Joe Haas was carrying his name. Like he has
Thanks,
some weight.
Savage.
He has his weight. He has some weight behind his name, and we ended up doing shit with him. Who else is from out here? Did shit with Mr. Brady. He's a producer and he raps too. Mostly he produces, but I had ended up doing a track for Mr. Brady. It went on his EP, and Honey Brown was also on that beat too. Did shit with him, and he's like a heavy hitter too. He's done shit with Guilty Simpson and like a lot of dope heads in the underground hip hop scene and shit like that. So
anyone who's like listening to that is pretty much like having a list right now. Like, oh, I know who that is. Oh, I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
So there's a list out there of people who work together.
Yeah. Like a lot of these people don't think like they might hear about like Joe Haas in the city or whatever, but like like local people from here that don't know who they are, that are just playing shows out here in San Diego, might think of them, oh, they're just some locals. But like these dudes, they're not just locals. Like they be putting in work. Just the people don't hear about them. But these fools are not just your local artists. Like these dudes got a fucking name out there. Like you go on the internet and you can look up their name, and these fools are just like all over the place,
right.
Like selling out records and like shit's all over Fat Beats and dropping vinyl like like all the time. And it's like these fools are putting in work. They're not just some local acts. Like these dudes are like they're all over the fucking world and shit.
They're like we want to get out of Imperial Valley. They want to get out of San Diego.
Basically,
or they want to take their work out of there. Same thing with you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, with all of us, right? We all want to.
I mean, there's also
somehow
a lot of people really deeply rooted in San Diego, and like it just they have their own style and swag, like Southeast Logan, like they make music for themselves. You know what I mean?
True.
Like Southeast makes music for Southeast,
mm-hmm.
and you can tell when you hear the music. You know what I mean? Like that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
So like when we first moved out of San Diego, I remember like our first mentality. Before San Diego, when we were in El Centro, we were like, hey, man, we just need to reach out to people all over the world. Because we got the internet, and Tranzformer is a fucking network beast. How he does it, I don't know. He's a network beast. Yeah. Like, he gets in touch with people somehow. You know what I mean? Like, I recall back in the MySpace days, I remember when we first got in touch with Dank, from Frank and Dank, And I remember tripping out on that shit, like what? Like he thinks our shit's cool? Like what the fuck? Like it feels weird when you see these people you look up to, and all of a sudden they even acknowledge you. It's like holy shit. Like fuck, maybe I do got potential to do something or make something, or I don't know. It's weird, like it's kind of.
But the fact that they're taking the time to listen to you,
yeah, tell us surreal, yeah. And then you meet these dudes, and then you're like fuck. The fuck, like this shit's crazy. And
it's real.
Yeah, and then us being from the valley and like this little desert town, it's like what the fuck's out there? Like nothing.
So that's what keeps you going, Tranzformer, knowing that he can network, knowing that he can, well, he's working, he's doing that, that's what keeps you going.
I mean, what keeps me going with this music shit is just a banger.
A banger.
When I feel like it's perfect, even though I'm picky as fuck. But like when something feels so close to perfect, I get excited. Like all the lyrics, nothing rubs me wrong. Nobody's verse rubs me wrong. The beat doesn't rub me wrong. Everything's just perfect. Man, it gives me euphoric. Like I feel like a high. You know what I mean? I really do. It gives me a high.
Mark, he's tuned in.
Yes.
Mark's a lot.
It's having a Honcho. Shouts out to Honcho. He does a lot of your artwork. A lot of Smash Bros. Transformers artwork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Shout out to Mark right here, tuned in on the fucking Instagram.
MarkyB.com.
Yeah, MarkyB.com, man. Yeah. He's dope on the art. He's always dope doing a lot of our shit. He's really dope, man. Linked him up. Also linked him up with J57, and he's been doing some work with him. So he's pretty dope with that. Thankful.
He did some cool shit for Guilty Simpson too.
Hustling. I mean, it's all it is. Hustling, network goes back to networking. You know, Mark can network too.
Yeah, I linked him up with J57, and he's.
I mean, that's what's cool too about these social networks, man. Like,
take advantage again.
You get to be seen by like your favorite artist. Like, that's just crazy, bro. Like, I remember being a fan from afar, and that's just how it was designed. Now all of a sudden, like, you could even piss your favorite artist off. Like, shit's crazy. You could troll them, you know what I mean? Like,
which happens.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
Shame on the trolls, though. You know,
Right?
Shame on trolls.
Yeah, I have a crazy story about some shit like that, but I don't even.
Oh yeah,
he
got trolled by some. I won't say the name either, but he got trolled by somebody who was someone doing some good shit, and I was like, why is this fool trolling him?
Yeah, it was pretty funny, bro. This was like way back when I was like,
Shout out to Stone's Throw.
Yeah. Nah, shout out to everybody. So I just blurp everything.
That's cool though. I mean, you know, it's like, you know, like we have everything. We have the tools to do what we got. You know, and whoever's not taking advantage of that can fucking
shame on them.
Yeah.
Shame on them, man. Shame.
Why not? Why aren't you? Why aren't you? You know,
you ain't being the best you.
Yeah.
Step it up.
I mean, because you could do so much. I mean, I don't know. I have so much shit to say about that, but I don't, you know, I don't know how to say.
I mean, it's like whatever you want to do.
Because I've been a victim of it too. Because I didn't do shit for like 2 years or like a year and a half, and I was like, man, I feel like a fucking idiot. Like I feel like, damn, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Well, I think there's also a good chunk of people who get spoiled by this shit. Right. So it's kind of like, I know it's there. So the fact that they know it's there is just kind of like, but if I told you, oh, tomorrow the internet's going to change and everything that you got for free, all that knowledge, everything is going to get taken away, you would have a totally different mentality. You would all of a sudden be like, fuck, I got to get this information. I need these videos and all this info, you know, because fuck, dude, I would have loved to have had YouTube in my prime. Like being a young ass kid and being like, I want to be a DJ. Oh, YouTube.
I mean, it's a band too. I mean, you know how taking advantage of that as a band. Like we didn't have
guitar,
that.
Playing the bass. Like there's somebody that'll be able to teach you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like the kids are doing it. Like, you know, they had it. We didn't have it. High school didn't have that. We were
yeah.
kind of getting it, but we didn't.
Dude, I grew up in a neighborhood where like not one motherfucker was a rapper.
Right.
Not one motherfucker was a DJ. Like nobody did music.
Right.
So the fact that I was thinking of doing music was like, why?
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, actually, I know why. My grandma would like jam out on the keyboard, and our grandma and grandpa would always sing in church. So I mean, music was.
Shit, the other day I just found out my dad was like a lead in fucking church, dude.
For real?
Yeah.
Royal Rangers and shit.
Dude, that fool was howling his whole fucking life at my house, dude. Fucking.
Oh, he was singing?
No, I'm just saying this fool was always like in a bad mood at the past.
Oh,
just
okay.
like to just even like see him like singing at a church is just like not even like I can't even visualize that.
Did you get emotional?
Huh?
Did you get emotional?
Well, when I found out he was singing.
What's that bad?
Shit, it was just crazy, bro. Like, you know,
Let me get you on the track, Pops. Let me get you on the hook.
You know, there's a lot of things in our family that, you know, trace back to why we kind of think maybe why we got like this music genes in our, you know,
in our DNA and our structure.
It's kind of crazy.
A lot of family background too. A lot of that's what it sounds like too.
Yeah, because even from my mom's side, like my grandma is like artists like crazy. Like in Calexico, she's known to have this house in the corner in the Kennedys. If you listen to if anybody from the Kennedys is listening to this right now, they're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. She lives in the corner, and she like has her whole pad like painted up. Like the windows are painted, the walls are painted, and what I mean by painted is like drawn. She has like art all in her whole house. Like she even got like an award from the city one year, like for all her art that she had did.
Damn.
And then on the flip side, another year, she had built the big old Santa Claus outside, and they burnt that shit down. So, yeah.
Art's tight. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Expressing yourself. Art? I mean, just art in general?
Oh, yeah.
Like, expressing yourself with, like,
with
design? Yeah.
This is art, too.
Yeah. It is, but, like, you know, that's fucking homage to the people who do it. You know what I mean? It's just like, you do it yourself, too, right? You're saying you do cover arts? You do some graphic design?
I'm a graphic designer by trade. I went to school. I graduated. But making art corporately, I don't know, kind of
more on the music side.
I didn't like it as much as I thought I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I still made money doing it. I still do freelance here and there, But I mean, this shit's way was more what I'm kind of want to do. You know what I mean? Music and produce and like just be involved behind the scenes somehow. I don't really want to be the dude in the front rapping and hey, you know, look at me and shit. I was even thinking like maybe I'm never gonna let the public see my face. I even thought maybe of that and just be like MF Doom and be like maybe rock a ski mask or some shit. Like I thought about it. I'm considering it still, you know, because trans is too late. Ain't no turning back. It's got too many pictures.
Why do you think I'm on radio? You know, I'm on radio and podcasting because I don't want to be in front of the person either. Like,
yeah, it's a whole nother job. Man.
Yeah. It's just,
I ain't a model. I know that's not my.
It's just. I don't know. You got to put yourself out there.
I'm ready to be in the limelight, bro.
Gucci, holler at Trans. He's looking for a deal.
Yeah, man. They say they call me T Holly, bro. That's my alter ego. That's
Hollywood ego. When we go to LA.
That's the Hollywood Transformer. T Holly, dog. The one that's on the VH1 behind the story and shit.
Yeah. The one who died of an overdose.
Yeah, man. He didn't last too long, man. Shit.
I gotta look out for this dude. I have his bag like.
With the rap, you know, with rapping and stuff.
What's up?
With rapping, Transformer, like that's why they call you that, because you just bring it out, right?
No, just because like it just I tend to just be some crazy.
He wilds out.
I wild out, bro. When I get
yeah.
drunk and just like I'm on some cool like if I'm in a crazy atmosphere where it's fun, bro, like. It's game over, bro.
It's hard to say win for him.
I'm either blacking out or just doing some crazy shit that's just funny as fuck and just leaves memories for a while.
Some punk rock shit.
Yeah, some punk rock shit, bro. Just living that funny life, man. Like, you know, we're always doing some crazy shit. Like, we're always planning shit. Like, going to fucking, like, I think one time we saved up some cash to go to a Halloween thing. I think it was somewhere downtown, you know, and I think Juicy J was performing there.
Oh yeah, that shit was fire.
That shit was funny as
Shout
fuck.
out to Juicy J.
We got pretty fucked up, bro. I remember I probably like took a fucking pill and probably put it in my whiskey drink. I just took that and like, yeah, dude, that was
living.
Yeah,
there was some funny nights that night, bro.
Yeah,
that was funny.
You gotta experience life.
Grabbing up on some girl. I should think she was skinny and shit. that was the story that night, dude. Like,
no, there was this big girl dancing. And I kind of just like pushed his way, and next thing you know, like I just wasn't paying attention to him. But then I look at him, he just like totally hugged up on this girl.
Yeah, I'm wilding out, bro. I'm telling you, man.
That shit was funny.
I end up on fucking TMZ doing some crazy shit that I shouldn't probably be doing.
You're not that bad, though.
No, I'm not that bad, ladies. Yeah. I'm not that bad.
But you know, add a little money and a little bit of extra sauce. Yeah.
Start writing about it.
Yeah, that'd be a crazy journey, bro.
Yeah,
it would be, definitely, dude.
Nice.
Some crazy shit.
It keeps it going, man. That's what keeps it going. You gotta, you know, do different things. Fucking expand.
Expansion is a must.
Expand.
I mean, we're always looking for more artists too. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of something we do too. We're just like people collect Pokemon, we collect rappers. You know, as producers, we're just always looking for local, because. I mean, it's cool to find artists other places, but there's nothing like finding artists that you can actually meet. You know what I mean? It's like this interview, for example. If we just did this shit over the internet and I didn't get to meet you, it wouldn't be half as cool. You know what I mean? Right. So the fact I get to actually meet you, get a vibe with you, like, to me, that's old school hip hop that doesn't really exist in this fucking digital age that a lot of people just like, oh, let me send you the track. You send it back. Cool. But like, I don't know. It's like
person to person.
Yeah, it's like microwaving the mail versus like, oh, let me wake up early and you know some homemade shit. Like take your time and then you know that's kind of how I like to do it. You know,
because we were getting to know each other. I mean, we didn't know each other. I mean, I know Transformer, but we get to know each other. I mean,
that you might blow tomorrow, bro. I want to get locked in.
I'm trying to make it for everybody too. You know what I mean? I'm bringing a lot of people with me too. Like, because I feel like a lot of people need that acknowledgement. A lot of artists need that acknowledgement that people. I like to say this thing. I don't do this shit because people aren't getting the radio play. Mm-hmm. I'm doing it for people that get no radio play. That's why I'm doing it. You know what I mean?
Dope. I like that.
Because I mean, they're not gonna play Transformer stuff on the radio right now. I mean, if they do that, cool.
In fairness, they have though.
What's that? Yeah,
they have a college radio in. It was in Sacramento, or was it Fresno?
We'll see if they do.
Fresno, and then I think DJ Premier played my shit.
Premier too, yeah. Huge. See, like that's awesome. If they do, that's fucking amazing.
That was pretty crazy, man. Because out of like all tracks, like they end up playing the track that I'm rapping on and shit, you know. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
But what's most crazy about that is him and J57 are tight as fuck.
Right.
But it wasn't J57. He didn't have nothing to do with that track getting played. It was through, what was it through?
Eclipse?
It might have been Eclipse, bro.
DJ Eclipse?
Yeah.
Rap is out of control?
Yeah.
It was Eclipse.
It might have been.
Okay.
It might have been him. I could. I don't know. I'm telling you, my brain is shot. So
Yeah.
from what I remember, it could have been DJ Eclipse. I think I had talked to him and be like, "Yo, the good looks on that" or some shit. But yeah, he ended up putting. I could be wrong, but I probably was him that fed it to fucking that dude's hands, Premier's hands and shit.
I mean, he didn't have to play it though, right?
He didn't have to play it. That was the second joint that they had put on there. That was the track with Blue, Dank, and myself on there, and that was off the Transitions EP. Yeah, off the Transitions EP that was released on 5-7 Music.
Oh, it's the track you rapped on?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was the one with Dank and Blue.
Damn, so you're an official rap artist now, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You want some of my tips?
Still doesn't feel official, but yeah, dude, like that was one of the tracks that was on there. It was myself.
But I mean, when's
Dank.
it official though?
Huh?
But I mean, when's it official?
When is it official? When I
When
fucking like rocking shows and shit, and I'm just
okay. All right.
that's when it's gonna start feeling official. To right now, I'm just a studio gangster.
When we're in a plane going overseas on the first tour.
Yeah, that's when it feel more official. You
trying to rock more shows?
I want to rock shows, bro. Honestly, like that's something I really want to get into. I've only done like a few, maybe like 2 or 3 shows like that I've rapped at over here in San Diego. Maybe 4.
I actually have that footage.
You know,
nice.
done shit like that. You know, but. I don't have too much experience in that, but back in the day, I used to be in a band and we used to fucking play all the time from like Mexicali to Brawley, El Centro, Calapat.
Shout out RSP.
Shout out RSP and Michael Ochoa. That guy's fucking
retarded ass.
What's that? What's that fucking podcast he has? He has
End of Days Radio.
End of Days Radio. That's the homie right there, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to George Nori.
I was saying, okay, so you used to be in a band with what's the name then?
Yeah, with Michael. Yeah,
Michael,
he was my bass player, man.
Yeah,
Michael Sells.
Because he tweeted some shit like
Mr. Deacon.
He tweeted something like, "It's crazy how a song that I helped create is still getting played by some punk bands from Mexicali."
Yeah,
I don't know if that
is true because that's the homie Julian.
Valiendo Madre, right?
Huh?
Valiendo Madre.
Yeah,
okay.
dude. Because I used to be in a band with Julian way back in the day. I was on guitar and he was on drums and shit, and vice versa. Like sometimes I'd be on the drums and he'd be on guitar. Sometimes it'd be Joseph, Grudo on the drums and shit, and we would just make fucking punk tracks and record them on my 8-track and just do them like that. And I ended up moving to San Diego and I just stopped jamming with them, just moved on to other shit in my life, and they kept on jamming, and they ended up still playing like 2 or 3 songs that I had wrote,
Secular songs.
And I told him, dude, like I need my money, bro. Like that's $250 a fucking play, bro. I need that. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't make us call Drake on you.
So I had a conspiracy theory.
That's fucking sick, though.
Yeah, but like that's cool, man. Like
Makes
I like that
sense.
they're still playing the song and they're keeping it live out there, and they still give me shout outs, and like they let people know that I was the one that created the song or whatever, and that's cool. Props to them for still keeping the song alive. And
that's fire, actually, if you think about it. Like, if I was a hip hop fan and I knew Tranzformer just as hip hop, and then some punk band gives him a shout out as writing the jam, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Hey man, Tranzformer guys respecting the scene, the rock scene.
No, he does, because like people know
I'm
him.
in that shit.
Yeah, people that know him from the Valley know him as a punk rocker.
Right.
People that know him now know him as a hip hopper. So
Right.
it's a trip, it's a trip, because to me, they're related as fuck. They're like cousins,
Hip
Punk
hop and
rock
hardcore.
hip-hop. Yeah, it's one and the same, Like, it all comes from the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it is.
The rockers, the punkers, they're writing about what they see out here too.
It's all
You
street
know what I
shit,
mean?
bro.
Yeah.
It's all street shit.
Same thing with hip hop.
Yeah, you go to hip hop shows, it look exactly the same like a punk rock show.
Right.
Like the people, how they're dressed and shit.
Right.
Not the energy. It's a little crazy.
Well, that meme that's going around, that meme with that cholo and the rocker.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've seen it. Like, you rocker fool. And that was shaking hands. Like, yeah, I relate. I mean, we're from the Valley. Like, that's straight up. Like, that's, I could relate to that. Like, that's, we got family
in the Valley,
over here.
in the Valley, a lot of the cholos and punkers like seem to click,
Yep.
Well, it's kind of like that's their cousins, that's their brothers, that's their homies.
Yeah, it's like they grew up together from the hood and shit.
The same shit. Like, you might have a punk rocker bang on you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past it.
It goes back to what we write about.
Yeah.
What we write about from the Valley. Being from the Valley, me being in a band, me writing shit, you guys writing shit. This is what we see.
Yeah, I was in a band too. I was in a heavy metal band.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. It was called Camel Spit.
Really? Yeah?
Yeah.
Camel Spit, fuck yeah.
It was me and our other cousins.
Yeah.
Some older cousins.
All right.
Yeah, we had a band, and I tried my little vocals on there, you know. Did it for a while.
Okay.
Never took it as serious as him. I mean, he actually has some shit.
Playing Buckland Park.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like the younger.
Yeah, I bring it back. I just bring it back.
I wasn't
local.
privileged. It would have been
Keep
weird
it
if I
local.
went. It would have been
Yeah.
weird if I went, but at that time.
Right.
But yeah, I thought that shit was sick when the youngsters were getting some shit popping. Not only that, I give credit to the skate scene and the rock scene for thinning out the gangsterisms in the valley. Because for me, like in the 90s, everybody was a fucking gangster. Like everybody was banging, or at least looked like it, or represented some kind of something in that way, you know. But then when skating came around, it was like, now they got something else to do, and it really just took flight. You know what I mean? And even like the rock scene, I was like, where the fuck this shit come from? Like I didn't even see it in my era, really. I can't remember it. I only remember seeing it like in Eric's era, trans era. You know what I mean?
Skateboarding and everything.
Yeah, that's kind of when it all took figure, and I was like, damn, this shit's dope.
Right.
I wish it would have happened in my era. You know, I probably could have got in on that.
You know, I think. I thought I heard someone else say that's crazy.
The window.
Well, how old are you, dude? Well, okay, we'll keep that anonymous. But now that I remember, DJ PWC, he's around your age too, right?
Yeah, I think I even went to school with him.
I think he knows Ephraim too, or
yeah, we know some of the same people.
And now they were still into skating then, dude. Like those.
No, it did exist, but it wasn't like
popping as well.
like how you were with you guys. It was like everybody in the
your environment.
Yeah, it wasn't. No, it wasn't like that. Those majority was cholos, and then later on majority was skaters. You know what I mean? And I like the skaters better, even though the skaters probably could still fuck you up with some boards and shit. You know, occasionally what happens still, but for the most part, it wasn't as bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it was just more chill. Like I feel like, especially El Centro, like changed a lot. Just got better, you know, it got cooler.
Got the skate park now.
Yeah, like the vibe just kind of changed a little bit, you know? It wasn't as dark.
Right.
Know, shit still be popping down there.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Yeah.
But we had that music for our escape.
Yeah.
Or skateboarding as our escape.
Yeah.
You know, we did that shit, you know, because we were out there. Mm-hmm. I used to get fucked shit up because I mean, we would, you know, still grind shit on the town and, you know, we'll still do some stupid shit because that's just skateboarding.
Yeah.
That's the lifestyle of skateboarding, and it is what it is. Mm-hmm. But it's upbringing. That's our upbringing, you know?
Yeah, I remember trying to be on that bike life for a little bit. Had me a Haro.
Yeah.
Thought I was cool.
That shit, huh? Everyone's trying to get a GT or a Haro or a fucking Red Line or whatever the fuck it was.
Haros are hella cheap now, bro. I remember they used to be expensive. Now they're like...
I wanted a Red Line, dude. That shit was sick. I never got that, though, but I got some weak-ass GT.
Fucking a Murray or a Huffy. Mongoose.
Fucking Mongoose.
And now it's open, though. Now everyone can skate, ride, you know.
Yeah, it's
bikes.
just normal.
Yeah,
it's just normal and shit, you know? Now you got electric skateboards.
Electric skateboard.
Yeah, I saw some fool. Like, he wasn't even kicking. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, that shit looks cool. I could probably ride that one.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it's all relatable to music. All this shit.
Yeah, it's rhythm, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's rhythm. You know what I mean? Everything. Like, even sometimes when I watch UFC, like, I'll start, like, it's weird. Like, I do weird things with my ears. I'll start listening to the rhythm of their feet or the rhythm of them moving around. And, like, in a weird way sometimes, you could predict the next movement.
Yeah.
Based off of the sound. It's weird.
I caught myself watching baseball the other day, but I wasn't watching the batter. I was watching the people in the back.
Yeah.
Eating fucking chips, drinking beer.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Like, I'll watch a movie and I'll look at the extras.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the extras trip me out. I don't know why. Yeah. I think that takes like a special kind of brain to look at the
artists.
I've been tripping on the I've been tripping on the audience sometimes, like on comedy shows. Like it's just like it sounds like the same fucking one. And, like it just sounds so fucking fake, dude. Like is it?
Yeah, it is fake.
We'll be darned.
No, they got a laughing machine. I think it's called like the Laughatron or some shit.
No wonder, dude.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think they're real, bro.
Well, I think maybe some shows, but for the most part, like, nah, it's just...
Maybe they do edits. They do edits, like they'll edit a special.
Yeah.
And they'll do like different shows.
Like probably copy and paste some of the apps
Hey,
here,
just for that, throw that in this podcast.
Throw some extra laughs in there in the background, dude.
For real.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Take it from the George Lopez one. I want some like Chicanos in the back and shit. Like, yeah, homie.
That'd be fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, comedy's tight though. I like comedy.
Oh, comedy's everything,
it's
bro.
a different artwork. As an
Yeah.
artist, or-
It's really dope, man. One of my buddies, 3D, he's one of he's in the Third Eye crew and shit.
Shout out 3D.
He's also my tattoo artist as well. He's done tats on J Science too. He's really good homies with what's his name? Pablo. Is his name
Prayers? Rafa.
I don't know. I'm talking about the coke dealer. What's that? Not Pablo Escobar, but Pablo Francisco.
Oh yeah.
You know that dude? He's like he does the movie theater guy.
Yeah, he
and
does
shit.
all those voices. And,
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, he's
Great.
hilarious, bro.
You never heard of him?
Yeah, he's local. No, he's from Mexican, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mexican
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. He's like, how does he do? He's like, little tortilla boy. He's like starring, like, and he does the fucking guy from the theater, like super sick, dude.
Yeah.
And like he's super dope, man. And like the homie 3D, he's really close to him, and he's been telling me, he's like, yeah, man, I want you guys to meet, and you know, he's a funny ass dude, man. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be pretty dope. Put him on a track and shit, like opening up.
Does he
with, like,
live
a
in San
little joke.
Diego or?
I'm not sure, but I know his girl is like cool with Benny's girl.
Oh shit.
So
3D. He's also
yeah.
another roster on the roster.
Yeah, 3D is one of the
another artist
homies,
out of
dude.
San Diego. Hella dope.
Yeah.
Makes some dope shit.
Local from here,
Huh?
Yeah.
from San Diego.
For
Yeah,
San Diego,
yeah, he's a very dope artist, man. We met him when we
From RLK, Red Lotus Clan.
Okay.
Yeah, Red Lotus Clan. We met him when we were in San Diego. You know, I don't know how we came across him actually.
I think it
don't
was
remember
you, bro.
anything, shit.
You and your amazing fucking networking skills. I think we saw some videos. Cause this dude loves to like I'll spend a bunch of time on YouTube looking at artists, but it's like artists that are kind of like already have some shit going. He looks for artists that like don't even exist. Like he likes the super underground like dudes they ain't getting no love yet, so then he can swoop on them. And he does have a knack for getting at people before they blow, like Casey Veggies. Like he linked with Casey Veggies before Casey Veggies became big, basically, right?
It was like 2008, 2007.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Like he's done that a couple times with a couple different artists. Like he links with them before they kind of get big, or even they are big, and it's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, what is it, homeboy? Rick Chavez, is it, or Rick?
There's a few.
The
Well,
homeboy's
there's
an
like two.
actor.
There's Rick Gonzalez.
Rick Gonzalez. Yeah, there you go. He came out in
Legal
War of the
Tender.
Worlds,
Right.
and then he also a white girl, right?
No, that's Scene.
Oh, Scene. Sorry, my memory's up.
Brian Scene. Or
Yeah,
Brian
Scene's
Martin.
dope too. He's another dope actor doing cool shit that he's worked with. I don't know if we've done collabs on Smash Bros, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
We get lost in the sea of collabs sometimes.
Yeah, because I mean that's a lot of names that Transformers already brought up. I mean, I can't keep track.
Oh, we'll be here all night, bro. Like, for real. Like,
I listened back
be remembering. Yeah.
to the old episodes. And I'm like, okay, and this is who it is. And I started researching myself. I'm like, okay, this is who he is. Look
It's
up his
crazy,
SoundCloud.
dude,
Like, all right.
Yeah, dude, I had worked with fucking Rick Gonzalez, man, and like I remember J57 had linked me up with him, and he's like, "Yo, bro, he just like he's like, what
happened there?
He's
Your battery's
Nah, dude, he's just telling me, he's like, "Yo, bro, he's a dope ass rapper, man. He's a good actor too." And I'm like, "Actor? I never seen this guy before, you know." And I was like, "Whatever, dude. Like, let's just make some good music." And you know, I got a hold of him, or he got a hold of me. We just started making music. And I think the track we did was with Blue. I'm pretty sure. I think it was one or two joints we did. Probably, I think one, and that was with Blue. And yeah, it came out pretty dope. And I'm like, that's cool, man. Yeah, we did a track, blah blah blah, whatever. You know. Then later on, I'm like chilling with some girl, just watching movies on Netflix or some shit. And I think we
that
had
fool comes out.
yeah, dude, we're watching that movie Pulse, that scary movie Pulse. He's in that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, dude, I done shit with this guy, dude. And she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, check it out. And it's like, oh shit, that is him and shit. You know, I'm like, that's what the fuck, dude. And as time progresses and shit, you know, I start noticing that a lot of people actually recognize who this dude is. It's like I never really recognized him, you know, ever really. But a lot of people, like a lot of girls that I noticed, they're like, oh my god, the guy with the curls and shit. I'm like, that Puerto Rican looking dude. I'm like, yep, him. You know, and a lot of girls, like, you know, a lot of people know who he is, and he's not really like a main actor. I mean, there's probably been a few roles that I think he's done like almost close to some like main acting and shit like that, but you know, he's not even like a main actor, and he still gets like a lot of recognition, you know. And I was like,
He might have had some main roles on like
That's what
some
I think.
lower budget shit,
Yeah.
maybe that I don't know about.
I think
but
Legal Tender, I think he
Yeah.
had a main role in that shit.
His hungerness.
Huh?
His hungerness probably
Yeah.
just got him there.
Yeah,
You know?
dude.
Well, then his homie Scene came out in that
Luke
in
Cage.
that Luke Cage Marvel show.
Oh yeah.
Chico.
Yeah, he got killed in the show. I saw when I was watching it. I'm just tripping out, telling my girl like, "Oh yeah, Trans collab with that dude. Like, that's his homie and shit." And it's just
Another artist?
Yeah, another artist. So it's weird sometimes when you mix like the Hollywood world or like shit you see in TV, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's the homie, or oh, this guy knows that guy, or some kind of connection. You know, it's a trip. Makes you realize how small the world really is in a way.
Right.
At least as far as like celebrities and all that, there ain't that many either, bro. You know.
It's crazy.
Nah.
There ain't that many.
Well, yeah.
Shout out to Scene and Rick Gonzalez, man.
Yeah,
like,
talented people.
It's crazy, man. Like
Latinos.
You know, a lot of Latinos and Mexicans are making moves right now. So that's really dope.
Yeah,
man.
we're behind the scenes, bro. We gotta get to the front.
Yeah, they are.
That's
They
really-
are. I mean, we have to do what we have to do.
You never know, man. Like shit, I was always thinking about, shit. Maybe I'd be down to dabble into some fucking acting and shit. Like, you never know, man. I might know someone that's done shit with Rick Gonzalez and be like, just point out, I was like, yeah. I mean, I've done music with Rick Gonzalez.
Have you seen that show, Atlanta?
Atlanta, no.
No, Donald Glover show, Childish Gambino. Oh, well, he has a show named called Atlanta, and one of the guys that is in that show, one of the main characters, he didn't even go to acting school or nothing, bro. And he just went for it. I think probably like read a couple books or some shit, and I think his name's Lakeith.
The director?
No, not the director. Oh. One of the main roles.
Oh, okay.
Like there's the three main roles,
right.
Which is Donald Glover, and then was it Paperboy or something like that, and then the other dude, the skinny guy, the stoner dude, and that's Lakeith. I think that's his name. And that dude, like, I've been following him because he's kind of inspiration because, like, he just went for it.
Right.
No training, no school, nothing.
That's what you have to do.
Take
advantage of every situation.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Take advantage of that situation. I think that's what you guys are doing here.
Yeah.
I mean, with everything that you guys are doing, with everything that Tranzformer is doing, with his no working, with your bringing to the table, with the artists, and music and stuff, it's taking advantage of that situation, of what you guys have right now.
Yeah, I mean, because we could have went to school for a bunch of years before we started.
Right.
But just do it.
But sometimes school doesn't even work out.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because I mean, I went to school for graphic design, and I got out. I thought I was gonna like go straight to a job, and instead I was kind of like, nah.
Right.
Like I don't know. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, kind of thing. I think that's probably what a lot of kids probably gonna go through. They're gonna go to school, and it's not gonna be what they thought.
Right.
So fuck it, do something else.
Do what you have to do. Yeah.
Do what the fuck you want.
Right. Be a Tranzformer.
Hell yeah. Just adapt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Adapt and study and learn and grow.
Right.
Don't stay stagnant. You don't like something about it, do something about it. Don't bitch.
Right. Because you taught yourself all this yourself, right? All the music, you taught it yourself? I mean, as far as...
Like, taught myself how to do all the music shit.
Yeah, producing?
Yeah, I learned how to play guitar, bass, drums, fucking sing, or fucking scream, whatever you want to call that shit. Like, I did all that shit on my own, basically. Never took classes. I mean, I probably took guitar classes when I was in 8th grade, but that shit didn't...
You didn't take a screamo course?
Like, I don't know. I'm not really into, like, the whole notes and shit, Like, I was, like... fucking so ADD'd out at that fucking age, bro. Like, I was like, fuck this shit, fuck notes, I'm just trying to play music. Like, fuck, like, reading this shit professionally, like, I just wasn't cutting it for me.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
But like nothing wrong with that, but obviously it's needed, and I ended up just doing it through tabs, like it was a lot easier for me being fucking ADD at that age. I'm like so fucking like it didn't like like it's just so hard to concentrate on certain things that just don't fucking appeal to me, So when I started seeing like fucking the tabs, and it was kind of just broken off into easier things, dude. It's like fucking a square here and a square there, like fuck, dude, how much easier kind of get,
Frets following here.
Yeah, it's so fucking easy, dude. Like, and that kind of just, just going on the internet and just looking at fucking tabs kind of just got me better at playing guitar, So if anything, I guess I just learned off tabs. And then drums, I learned drums from just, just after practice, just fucking around with my drummer's drums and just learning that. Now I could play drums, not all crazy, but I could play some cool, like I could keep along with like a punk band or like a little metal band, whatever it is. I could keep a drum line. Bass it came natural to me because I play guitar. I just funky on that.
All the
shit.
fingers, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I just funky on bass, and then. drum. I mean, the beats. I don't know how the fuck that came out, but it just
That's
came
what I
on.
was gonna ask. Like, what made you go? Like, you were putting so much energy and focus on the rock, the punk rock, and writing that style and that kind of rhythm. Like, what made you just flip it and go to hip hop all of a sudden? You know what I mean? Because even your swag, the way you were dressing, your style, your hair, like I remember, like it was punk rock as shit. You know, so like I think I remember you telling me something about Isaac. I'm thinking maybe.
Well, just the music, bro. Like fucking hip hop just wasn't like the mainstream music that I was hearing at that time. Which was probably like 14, 15, maybe 13, around that age. Just wasn't really like catching my attention anymore. Like something must have happened because I can't really remember too clearly. But I just remember like not really like being interested in rap anymore. Like it just wasn't sounding like anything that I really cared for at the moment.
But I'm talking about more when you came back. Like what made you go back into hip hop and start making beats? You know what I mean? When you were already.
So then I got into punk rock. Because I was just not interested into like mainstream shit. It wasn't something came up there. And then I was getting kind of turned off from hip hop, or rap, I should say, or whatever. And I ended up going to a store one day, bro, and it kind of just happened out of nowhere, bro. Kind of just like, something just on the fucking shelf at the fucking, I don't know, music store kind of just grabbed my attention.
What was it?
It was Rancid. It was a Rancid. Which one was it? Did they have an album called Broken Bones or no? Or it's like, I don't know. It was an all black one with like, I don't know what the fuck album it was, dude. But it was a Rancid album in 8th grade, and I must have like heard some rock music maybe that maybe got me into like, but I don't remember. But I just remember going into a store and just like being into Rancid. I was like, what the hell is this? Like the cover, like just I was just very interested in the cover, bro, and I just popped it in, bro, and then next thing you know, I started getting into like Rancid and Hellcat Records and like Epitaph Records, and just started getting into all that fucking shit, dude. Like that one fucking CD from Rancid kind of just really just made me just make that turn, dude. Like I just got into it completely into it, and just like just turned away from hip hop, dude. Like I don't know, I must have really got drawn into it, maybe at the time what I was going through, maybe just being a rebellious kid and just not giving a shit. And then
so what turned you back?
Went to hip hop?
Yeah.
Oh, so you fuck my bad. I was laughing. So you were back. You were prior fucking hip hop first.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
I remember him being a little ass kid.
Yeah.
And like we were at Pine Valley at some like Easter family function, and like he's at the time he's my little cousin. You know what I mean? Like he's like a little small dude to me. I think I was like in high school. He was in junior high, so something like that. And then he had a Walkman on him. A Walkman, bro. That shit's funny as fuck.
I mean, it's natural. It's like, oh, cool, I remember Walkmans. Yeah. But people were like,
so he's bumping something, and I'm like, what the fuck my cousin listen to? So I tell him to let me borrow his Walkman, and this fool's bumping Dead Prez hip hop, like hip hop, and I'm like, damn, this shit's fire. What is this? Like, it's just fire. So that's why I remember him being in hip hop then. Right. Like that's my recollection. Right. And then out of nowhere, he was a punk rocker, and I never understood why or the story of it, but I always wonder why he went back to hip hop.
Mohawks and shit.
Yeah, like what made him curve back to the hip hop again? You know
that's what you're asking him right now.
Yeah, because he was punk rock the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like his clothes, his hair was all spiked
Patches.
up. Yeah, he was all out,
Living that leftover crack lifestyle.
I mean, or choking victim.
Or choking victim, yeah.
Leftover crack.
Yeah, dude, just...
So what took you back?
I got into there. Like fucking was first into that. I was listening to like Bone Thugs and fucking Biggie and like going to the fucking knockoff or the bootleg fat beats and getting fucking cassettes and shit. And
Clark Baker.
Yep. Just getting into that, and then I was into fucking punk rock for a good minute in a band for like almost all my high school years, and then the homie Isaac Honey Brown, he was a homie that I was just hanging out with a lot at that time, and he would always be driving around and just playing a lot of shit in his car, and I'm like, what the fuck's this? This shit's dope. I never heard shit like this. It was just like some Wu-Tang shit. I had never heard like a lot of Wu-Tang back in the day. It was always like Bone Thugs and like Biggie and like Tupac and like, I wasn't ever exposed to Wu-Tang at that age too much, So later on, my buddy was like, "You never heard this shit?" It was like a lot of like Jedi Mind and like, Dilla and Madlib and like
More darker stuff?
Huh?
More darker stuff?
I guess soulful, some darker,
Like
but
boom bap,
at the time it was like a lot of boom bap soulful shit,
Yeah.
like just hard hitting shit.
Like
And,
neo soul.
yeah, and I was like, dude, this shit's dope, man. It's like it sounds really like dope. Like it just for some reason it kind of had a resemblance of punk rock. I don't know where along the lines it did, but it just kind of resembled, like maybe sonically, or if that's the right word,
Or maybe
like,
just the underground feel.
just the underground feel, of like the energy,
Yeah.
and I was like, whoa, this shit's dope, and so like I started just listening to this shit, and I'm just listening to it a long time. I mean, for a couple like years, not years, yeah, right now I'm just talking out of my ass. Okay, so yeah, he was like, he's like, yeah, this is dope shit. I'm like, yeah, that's dope, whatever, and then like a few months into like hearing this music, he's like, bro, we should just go to the store and go get Fruity Loops, and I'm just like, we probably should, man. So we go to Target, we're like looking at all these fucking programs, and I'm like, man, fuck this shit, like this shit's expensive. And then at that time I think like Torrent or something had came out. I don't know what it was, bro, but
Nah, that was like before Torrents. That was like LimeWire or something.
Yeah, it was somewhere.
Sherazade.
Yeah.
Bear shit, shouts
Yeah,
out.
shout
Yeah,
out.
shouts out, bear shit.
Old school days when the porn was just like way too devilish.
I still is.
For real.
Right?
Well, on accident, you just download some shit, like you don't know what the fuck you're getting. You gotta be careful, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
So we ended up, getting the crack version of Fruity Loops, and from there, that's how it all started, bro. Just just making beats, and
Weren't you making like your punk rock drums on a drum machine?
I was, yeah. That's when I was doing the punk rock. I was in a band with Jacob, and that's the homie that he also does hip hop beats. He goes by Streets.
Shout out to Streets.
Which his last name is Calles, which is like means streets in Spanish, so they just call him Streets. He's
he's chef now, isn't he?
Or chef, I don't fucking know.
Iron Chef, I don't know.
I don't know, but he did a lot. He did the co-production on that track I did with Joe Haas and Planet Asia and Blaine One.
He raps too, don't forget.
Who?
Jacob.
Oh yeah, he does rap too.
He raps
As of recent, he always just to freestyle, like just jokingly and just doing some funny ass shit. Yeah, comedian shit. He's just a joker, man. He's a funny guy. So he actually did a track. He did a hook on one of the tracks for, I think it was off one of the projects I dropped, which was Coastal Chemistry.
He was actually in this B show right here on this old ass fucking flyer.
On the Valley?
What year is that?
Is that for the Valley?
Oh, 2009. 2009 beat battle, downtown El Centro at what was the name of that club, Rick?
The Spot at
the Spot at the Spot. Yeah, and that's when I was like, "Damn, you make beats? What the fuck? You're in a beat battle? Like, what?"
The Spot.
Yeah, the
I
Spot.
remember that. Yeah,
it lasted like not too long.
Yeah,
but it was popping for a second. It had its
little
moment.
run.
Yeah, it's little run.
Like it always does.
Before the Valley Boys just fucked it up because we know no chill.
Yeah, but Jacob was making music for a little bit. We're not making. Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was making beats. Yeah,
he's been doing it for a minute.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Good wax, man.
It's a good wax there. So what else? Is this the 6th hour we've been on, dude? Just talking about crazy shit.
But a shout out to Brass Knuckles, or
shout out to is it Brass Knuckles or Brass Monkey?
Oh, Brass Monkey. Sorry, I always call it Brass.
Shout out to there is no shout out to one of them because one of them has pesticides in.
Is that the one we're smoking?
Nah, that's better not be. Shit, it's $20 a gram, so shit
Yeah,
might be.
So.
Shout
out to the pesticides.
I think that's Brass Monkey. No, that's Brass Knuckles. Brass Knuckles is
also Brass Monkey is the good one.
Sorry
if it's not. Sorry.
How about we just stop this brass shit? Period. So I don't get confused.
Yeah, no, dude, it's pretty crazy, but this was some good wax, man. I love wax.
Yeah, wax.
It's it's a crucial. It's very a big part of my creating process, dude, for sure, bro. Like I always get like some heavy hitter indicas, and for a while, for the past I don't know how many years now, it's just been straight fucking dabbing, bro. Just straight
since the science came out of dabbing.
So can we get this guy
since
sponsored?
like the science of like dabbing came out, like when back in the day we didn't have dabbing. Goes
Nah,
back to
hell no.
music, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd have that back in the day.
I remember
Wax and Hue.
I remember having a homie in Brawley, and I used to hook up bud from him. And I go and I get some weed from him, and he had a dab rig, but I didn't know what it was at the time. And I remember like feeling so like, damn, I thought homeboy was different. I didn't know he did drugs. Like I thought it was crack. I thought it was a crack pipe, you know, like he was smoking some shit. But like years passed, and I was like, damn, homeboy was dabbing like forever ago when I was like still smoking some whatever, you know. So that shit trips me out. It's a different, it's just a whole
different lifestyle,
a whole different ball game, bro.
Right, but you're saying it contributes to what you do.
Yeah, it helps, man.
Yeah.
It helps get the creative juices going, and I kind of feel I'm kind of a straightforward type of guy.
I think it helps tolerate though too.
So I'm a straightforward type of guy, dude. So when I get straight, I need it I need that towards my weed as well. Like I need to just get fucking high. Like no waiting in between and smoking this blunt and waiting until halfway. So I'm like, now I'm high. It's like, nah, I'm getting high right now. I'm hitting this dab, and like fucking 4.5 seconds later, I'm high, dude. You know. Right. For a long time.
Straight to the point.
He has it down to a science, obviously.
Yeah, 4.56. Yeah, it's pretty. You know, it's pretty accurate right there, dude. But you know, it's a big
bullshit.
part.
It takes 4.7.
It's actually 4.7 on some days, but yeah, dude, it's definitely a part of the process, man, and it's been a part of the process for this album that we're about to put out, dude.
What's the album called, man? Talking about music.
Dirty Relics.
Dirty Relics, man.
Smash Bros. Dirty Relics.
Yeah, this album has probably been on the shelf now for about 2, maybe like a year and a half, I would say, right?
Well, it actually got released on, what was it, the day of the eclipse, right?
No, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, it got released on the day of the eclipse on some weird shit, some weirdo.
Right.
We released it, only put it out that day, and then we took it down.
Why'd you take it down?
Because for me, it was like symbolic of the eclipse. You know what I'm saying? It was like you could peek into something exclusive. If you ain't on it, then you ain't gonna get it.
Right.
And then me and Tran kind of had like a little bit of some differences in opinions and whatnot. So me and him kind of like just started doing our own thing for a while, and then like the album just kind of got just on hold. But it wasn't. It had already been released and everything, but. Like,
just that one night.
Yeah, it was just that one night.
It was just like a preview.
Yeah,
but after
so
that,
if you were on your shit, you got it.
Right.
You know? And it is in circulation here and there, but...
Was it even... I don't even think it was, like, downloadable.
But honestly, Smash Bros. Shit is, like, the most exclusive shit. For real. Like, if you have our catalog right now, props to you to the utmost high. Because you can't just find it. You know,
right?
And that's kind of not a good thing, but it is kind of cool too in the same time. Because like, if people are fans, they really got to go out of their way.
Is that where you're going? Is that what you're gonna keep following? Keep doing that?
Nah, not at all.
Okay.
That I think is not done on purpose. That's just kind of me and him being stubborn, and it kind of affects our music, to be honest. Because our whole catalog was up at one time, and then me and him kind of had a little falling out, and then everything got taken down. You know what I mean? But for the fans, we gotta stop doing that shit. And it's, you know what I mean? We have a good ass catalog. You know what I mean? We really do. Like you'll see in the years, you'll see how we have not stopped and how we've grown, and also just to show we were dope since we started.
So there's files that we haven't even heard.
Oh, bro, we got heat. Yeah. We got heat, bro. We got heat.
There's so much tracks that are just sitting there, dude. It's like, you know, like when we're not talking, you know, or like when we had our like differences, so much beats just sat there, dude. So we never used them.
Fire.
So like we sitting on so much shit, bro. It's crazy. Like
whenever we let an artist go through our archives, they fall in love like every 2 clicks. So it's like, okay, oh yeah, that one's cool. Well, oh shit, I gotta have this one. I'm like, just hold on, and then they go, they click a couple more times, they fall in love. You know, like. Yeah. We have a lot of bangers.
I mean, I agree. I mean, like, it's... Because I would probably do the same thing. If I was an artist, like, listening to your guys' hip-hop or Transformers and your guys' just... I would, like, probably fall in love, too. I mean, just like, man, because it's bang after bang. I mean, it's a different, different track after different track. Yeah. Not every track sounds the same.
Yeah, I think also, especially coming where we come from, I think kind of makes us a little special, too, because, like, even you, like we were saying, how there's not many people who have done some of the stuff that like Michael being somewhat of a pioneer, or me and Tran and probably even P-Dub kind of being pioneers in the sense of being Valley artists and then actually doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember back in my day, what artists did we have? The only one I can think of, you probably won't even know who he is. Have you ever heard of Crazy Aztec?
Nah, I
exactly.
Heard of
you know what I'm saying? Like that's our old school, like our one little artist we had in the Valley.
No, that almost made it.
No, well,
and
Cher.
Huh?
Cher is from the Valley, bro.
But she doesn't even want to rep the Valley though, so fuck her. Fuck her. She doesn't even want to rep it. Fuck her.
Yeah.
You know, like even though I say fuck the Valley, I still love the Valley.
I say the same thing.
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Same thing.
Yeah, like if I make it, you know, even if I were to, something were to happen, something go good for us, I'll go back and I'll make opportunities, or I'll try to do something. Bro.
Give back in some way.
Some way. Because
that fucking town needs it, bro.
Yeah, not just that. Like you have like artists where like their side of town needs help. We need the whole motherfucking thing. The whole city needs help.
Yeah,
everything. Calexico, Heber, Sealy, El Centro, the places I'm not naming. Like all of them need help.
The whole thing.
Yeah, opportunities. Right. I mean, we just there's so much shit we need, bro. Just name it, right? Something to do.
And there's people out there trying to make change.
No, there is. I'm sure there is. But I mean, change moves so slow out there.
And that hate, you know, like you just said,
even being a vegetarian, you can't even fucking survive out there.
Straight up.
Like,
they're barely on that right now.
You gotta cook on your own at your crib if you're a vegetarian, bro.
Nah, I like trip out on this. My mom goes to the dollar store down there, and she gets kombucha for $1. You won't find that shit up here. And I think the reason that is because foods ain't on that shit yet down there.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're not on the health shit yet.
Right.
Maybe some are, but not like, you know how it is over here, but in their mama's into health or vegan or some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a good influence, though.
It is. I mean,
it is a good influence.
I go running every day. Try to go walk, you know.
And that's good, bro. I think that's good for you.
Yeah.
I think.
Shouts out to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
You know,
I think your physicalities have a lot to do with your mind state.
Right.
So, you know, if you think you got a healthy mind, but you got an unhealthy body, I don't really understand that.
Right.
You know, because to me, they're one and one.
But everyone's different too, though. So fuck whatever I do.
Yeah. Like the way I'm wired is definitely different than someone else. Like kind of like for me, sometimes weed is a handicap.
Right. Okay.
But for other people, it's not. For other people, it doesn't slow them down. Doesn't make like nothing. Me, it just makes me a lazy fuck.
Okay.
Like it just slows me the fuck down. Yeah. Me personally, you know what I'm saying. But there also is sativas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you have to kind of know your shit.
Yeah.
You know, once I realized, like, oh, the sativas, okay, but some sativas still hit like a brick, though. So
as a person, like, you know what I mean? You gotta know what you do, your vices, what you know. You don't fuck with liquor, you don't do beer, you know what I mean? Same thing here.
I don't drink at all.
Yeah.
No, not really. Very rare.
Right.
Very rare.
Occasionally.
Not even enough to say that.
Not even?
No, like, rarely.
Right.
That's the best way I'll put it, rarely.
Damn.
But yeah, man, just jumping back to the album, we were just thinking about putting it like, well, we still are, you know, but we were like originally just gonna drop the project like and have it like an official date like and release, drop it on like iTunes and all those other fucking digital outlets, you know, and that's the way it was supposed to be, you know. And then we linked back together and we're just like, yo, what's up with that album, man? Like, what are we gonna do about that, you know? And then out of nowhere, we're just like, man, fuck it, let's just drop it right now, you know. Like he started uploading the beats, and he's just like, well, it's already out, bro. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like,
he's like, what date? What's the date? I'm like, right now.
It's like it's already up, and like, I'm like, well, fuck. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it, like, you know,
like on some punk rock shit.
So it's up today.
Yeah, it's up today. We haven't even promoted it yet, dude.
Right, it's on SoundCloud right now.
It's on SoundCloud right now as we speak.
What's it called?
Dirty Relics.
Dirty Relics.
Smash Bros with the S on Bros, $.
And that's been a history in the making, you're saying, not for a while, right?
Yeah, for the past like 2 years. Yeah.
Finally there,
dude. It has 10 tracks. It's featuring Elemento, Carnage,
Jay
Lexo, which is part of our collective.
Gray Era, also part of our collective.
Gray Era. No, Gray Era's not on there. Not on the album.
Yeah, he is.
Which one? Oh yeah, he's on Hail Mary, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's on there. Who else is there? There's Carnage,
Dank, of course.
Who?
Dankery
Harv, Carnage. I think that's pretty much it.
Did you mention Carnage?
Yeah. Yeah, we got Spider-Man.
Why those artists? Just because, for your guys' tracks.
They just fit, bro.
Yeah.
They just fit, and it just. and shit. I mean, those are our homies, you know. Like those are people we fuck with. So like, who else
well,
are we
not,
getting?
not Elemental.
Not
Carnage.
Elemental or Carnage, but everybody else we fuck
Yeah.
with them. So it's only it's only convenient for us to have them on there, you know.
I mean, not that we wouldn't want to be their homies. It's just
it's just not like that.
we ain't there.
Yeah, dude, but we got Carnage, and Carnage is an MC that I fucking been respecting for a while, bro.
Yeah, he
Since,
fucks with Vast Air.
He's been fucking around with Vast, and you know they had that album Mighty Joseph, you know, and
Fire,
that was a
check that
fucking
out.
classic, dude.
Yeah,
like
I love
Merch
it.
was on there, and you know it was a really good album, you know. And ever since then, I've
Can we
been a
get
fan.
part 2? You know what I mean?
Wait, I don't even think that was that Carnage's album, or was that Vert Omega and Vast? No, that was Carnage and Vast, huh? That was their album.
Fuck, that could be either or.
Or was it Vert Omega?
I don't know. You know what's funny? I get those two dudes confused.
Yeah, they're both really dope.
'Cause they're
I don't
both
know what's
fire.
up with that dude or what he's doing anymore. But Vert Omega, if that's even his right name, I think it is. But he was in Cannibal Ox, right? He was the other dude in Cannibal Ox. So it was Vast there.
We
and
might
him.
be just like murdering the information right
No, I'm pretty sure, bro. It's Vert Omega and Vast there. They make Cannibal Ox, dude.
which is
and if
some
not,
more fire.
then fuck it, whatever. But I'm pretty.
But we
sure.
do bump the shit out of that either
Yeah,
way.
we bumped the shit out of that. The album with the gray cover, that shit. Like, you know, like we've been a big fan since then, you know, and that's what I had reached out to him, and he was down, you know, and for free too. And then ended up reaching out to Elemental, which has been another. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and decided.
he hooked it up on the low.
I decided to just reach out to him, and be like, "Yo, you down to be on this project with us?" And you know, it wasn't. I don't even think originally it was even meant to be like, you know, us on the track as Smash Bros. It was probably just meant for like a verse and, you know, another, like, you know, like a known rapper to get on with him, you know. And then I think it just kind of just got stuck in the backgrounds, and then we're like, why don't we just rap on it, you know? And we
Bring it back.
and
We were
Okay.
kind of saving it.
Yeah.
So like whenever we got a dope collab, we were gonna be like, oh look, this is what we got. But then I don't know if I said it or he said it, but just one day we were like, you know
pretty
what?
sure I said it because he didn't even want to do it. He's
I was like,
"Fuck
listen,
that."
I was like, well, because I would kind of cringe at the thought of him rapping at first. I'm not gonna lie, and it was just because, like, I didn't know him as a rapper, so it was like, fuck, like now you just want to go straight to the big boys, like you want to kick it, you know what I mean? Like we don't even know you as a rapper.
We were talking about that the other day too. How like people are just like, you're not scared about like, you know, jumping
I
to
was.
rapping and losing your fans that you have, you know.
Right.
But like I was telling him before, I wasn't really trying to gain fans in the beginning, anyways. You know, it was all just to express.
Oh, I don't think Trans is ever shied of just doing some shit just cause.
Right.
Like if you know Trans, you know he just does shit. Doesn't even have to be logic behind it. He just does what he feels, you know. And sometimes, a good chunk of the time, that shit does pan out, bro. And
It's beneficial.
sometimes I have to just stand back and let him, like, there's a method to his madness, but he can't explain it.
Yeah.
You just gotta let it take its course, and he will prove you right.
Right.
Or he'll prove himself right. Maybe prove you wrong.
It shows. I mean, the work speaks for itself.
Nah, it does, dude.
You know?
It really does. Like,
It does.
And not just that, like, you see the people who collab, so, like, it ain't just us. It ain't just we think it's dope. Like, obviously other people do that do
Right.
know music. You know
There's
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of people that don't even know who the fuck I am, but let alone like we've put some fucking work in, bro. Like, you know, I have I don't know if you call it resume because that's work, but I feel like this is almost the same fucking thing. You
So
know,
that's like 99% of producers, though.
Same thing, yeah.
You
It's
know?
work, man.
Only people that really care who producers are artists, for the most part. You know, just like me being a producer, I care so much about producers now because I want to know. You know what I mean? Who's behind it? Because I remember when I was a kid, if I listened to like an album, I thought that dude did everything. I thought he made the beat. I thought he recorded it. I thought he wrote like everything. Then I got older and started learning more and started getting behind the scenes, and I was like, nah, there's a whole team.
The producer's a lot more interesting than the artist. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna say that right in my podcast. The producer is a lot more interesting than the artist for me.
Yeah.
Just because.
Well, because
I don't know. It's just you guys they're working more. I mean, the artist has them. It's just focused on what they're doing. Just that.
Yeah.
It's cool. I love the backstory.
Yeah.
And then then they're working on their story as they're going.
Yep.
The producer, I don't know. He's working on different things. You know what I mean? Different. It's like a map. It's like a thing. He's working on different things. Like bam, 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 bam. Not just one thing.
Yeah.
Different.
Plus, it's our job to bring it all together.
Right. Bring it all together. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an art form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For mastering.
sometimes that takes a while too, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes it gets a little overwhelming. Sometimes, like, we'll have so many different songs and so many different styles that it's just like, fuck, you know, and they get lost in the fucking archives and sure if that's the right word.
And that's not mentioning, like, you meet these artists, you get excited with them, they get excited with you, you give them a beat, and then nothing happens. And that shit always blows my mind. You know, it's like everything was right. Like, what happened? And then sometimes you don't even get an excuse. You just gotta kind of just. He takes it a lot easier than me. I tend to like stir a little street, like feel disrespected in some kind of way, because like
time is valuable.
I just take it kind of personal sometimes, because like me as being a rap artist before I made beats, like I would have loved to somebody invest in me, give me some beats. So like when we do that, I feel like some of these assholes just take it for granted. Like, just to be real, it's like, dude, we're investing in you, bro. Like,
that's part of the reason why we fucking started rapping on our own beats, dude.
Yeah, because we just got tired of it. We just got tired of it. And dope people though, like dudes that are very talented, but they sleeping on themselves. Basically.
Fucked, yeah.
Yeah, basically. You know,
I know some of those, man.
I know some really talented individuals. They're just sleeping. You know, but whenever they decide to wake up, like they're gonna tear some shit up.
So there's some fools out there that like, oh, why you hitting me up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we were working, we had you back in the day, and now you wanted to work on again?
Oh, dude, that happens. Or what happens too is like, fools will come out of nowhere and be like, hey, is that beat still taken? Like, bro, that was years ago or months ago. Like, it gets pretty crazy. Like, some of the stories he tells me, I'm just like, damn, these fools got like no shame.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give a fuck. You know?
Respect the producer, right? Yeah. You have to respect the producer.
Like I was talking to him earlier, you know? I won't name no names, but like, if we went as far as give you all the beats and get the artwork done, and there's no excuse of why the shit ain't coming out, that's dick.
Right.
That's dick. Because we did all our part, and we can't even get like you know, it's going to drop this day or that day. Instead, it's just left in the air. Like, the fuck? We created a masterpiece. Is it going to drop or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just annoying, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like painting the Mona Lisa, but you're waiting on the homeboy to frame it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's stupid, bro.
Yeah. The best picture you can paint right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true,
so
man.
basically, we got some real heat out there, and people are just like we never got the track back. If we just would have got it back, like, you probably would have got the most crazy shit.
Right.
Even whole albums that.
But on to the next, right?
Yeah,
on to the next.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. And then cross our fingers that maybe these dudes will wake up and out of nowhere hit us up, and we'll be in a good enough mood to be like, all right, let's continue.
Yeah.
Even though it's hard to trust these dudes, man.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to keep a team together.
Yeah,
man.
well, it's because
artists.
artists.
You don't have a team, but whatever. I mean, you have a team.
Artists have crazy mindsets, bro.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these artists, they got crazy visions. They see, like, there's a reason they are the way they are. You know, they see shit weird. So sometimes the way they communicate or the way their method, right, is just too weird, and you can't put no structure on it, you know? And at the same time, this is a business.
It is a business.
Yeah, so we are trying to get business savvy, not just be for the love, because then we ain't going to have shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Straight up.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I see a lot of artists. That's one thing I noticed, too. You see a lot of artists that you just think they be straight, and they don't have no money.
Right. Yeah.
You know? You would think, though, because everybody knows this guy's name, but, like, they're broke.
Right.
Because it's all on your business. You know, how'd you do it? When you were at that top, did you use it to sell some merch, build a brand, whatever the fuck, right?
And how do you do that?
Fuck.
You know?
Still learning.
Yeah, still learning. I mean, there's ways. I mean, people are doing it. I mean, there's obviously people doing it, right? It's just how.
Yeah, and that's why I study the greats. You know what I mean?
Right.
Try to get some pointers here and there.
I'm fucking asking myself when I do this shit all the time, too. I'm like, man, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, how? What the fuck? Like, man, what the fuck am
Well, it's
I
probably
doing?
even harder for you, because, I mean, to study the greats for you, of what you do, is even harder.
Right.
You know?
Because there's no greats. Mark Maron, but, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or like, is there a documentary on, like, some of these people? Like, nah.
Radio's dead.
Yeah.
Radio's fucking dead.
Yeah, but I still enjoy it. You know,
radio side,
radio's good.
I still enjoy it. Like, I'll still tune in to Joe Rogan here and there.
But that's podcasting.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get them all confused though.
That's
I really
podcasting.
Do. Okay,
yeah, that's not radio.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I see the difference.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I see the difference.
I love radio.
Yeah,
I used to work at a radio.
This would be the hybrid.
It is a hybrid. It is a hybrid. You know, it is. It's a new.
Yeah,
it's a new.
It's the new way.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I love radio. I'm a radio guy. That's what I am. You know
What's
what
the
I mean?
difference in radio and podcasting?
Radio's more
actual
commercial.
radio.
Yeah.
What,
well,
they get
actual
live?
radio. like on the radio?
Live commercial, you know what I mean? FCC, like you
Yeah.
can't say a bunch of things. It's all legal. I guess, you know, that's the right way to say it. This is a big thing. And podcasting is its own free form.
Q96, bro.
Yeah, Q96.
1230K.
Podcasting is its own free form. You can say whatever you want. It's telling you know, do whatever you want. Anybody can run a podcast, you know?
So it's harder to fucking actually probably make it on radio because like the censorship and shit, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta have money, I would think, to even start in radio.
To be like a disc jockey and all that, like, you know what I mean? And be a host and stuff like that.
Well, because I remember, like, back in the day, there was some homies of mine, or some people I knew, they had a slot at the radio station where they would play, like, techno music and house music. And a lot of us would just go over there and hang out while these fools were doing their live set, you know, mix and shit, you know? And that's just trip to me now because, like, that doesn't even exist now.
Yeah.
Like, that type of shit is, like...
But it's fun, you know what I mean?
No, it was trip because we're live on the radio right now. Like,
right.
What you say is gonna get through, but you can
Straight up. Excuse me, guys.
I've been catching you on live right now, watching that shit go down.
Oh damn! Okay,
Right.
You guys, this is Gray Era right now.
Gray
Calling
Era?
me. He's
Third
probably
eye.
outside waiting to come in. Are you outside?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll let you in.
All right.
We got Gray Era outside. Excuse me,
Gray
guys.
Era coming in.
Let this
Third
dude in.
eye,
Yeah, cool.
Third Eye Crew.
At that very moment, I realized, oh, I'm dead, but this is quite fine. I don't care. I knew I was dead. And I also was sorry that I was leaving all the people that I loved and that loved me.
Yeah. Necrobiosis starts to take its toll. The reapers in the hood, he's begin to make its role. Constant visions of the past life fading out fast. Feeling lazy from the Irish light, drinking liquor out the flask. Taking all these different pills meant to make your body last. But in reality, they make it worse. Like we're fucking cursed with money hungry evil doctors trying to cash a check. Pharmaceutical companies only out to protect their own neck. FDA approving bullshit. Got cancer running through your veins. Now you're sitting in the hospital with the pain. Got the family in the room feeling like they're doomed. All the flowers unbloomed. Hopefully you see the light. And not your own personal prison hell. Not your own personal prison hell. Let the light guide you. Let the light guide you. Let your eye guide you. Let your eye guide you. Let the light guide you. Let the light guide you. Let your eye guide you. Let your eye guide you.
Whispers from beyond in my ear, the lights talking, telling me to keep walking, stalking me at times, trying to make it right. So around when there's nothing left. Love come when loved ones take the last breath. The heart beats loud, but not without struggling to breathe, but still proud, moving through the clouds. Shroud corpses and blankets surrounded by darkness and death, buried locked away in the chest. But the soul was long gone on to the next, floating in the heavens, looking for a new life, soaring past galaxies, cutting through space and time with the greatest of ease. No pain, no a body to catch disease. One love and a feeling in peace. The light in the distance, no one to witness. Thoughts take you there in an instant. I'm feeling resistance, ready to be reborn, absorbing the light. What is this? What is this?
Let the light guide you. Let the light guide you. Let your eye guide you. Let your eye guide you. Let the light guide you. Let the light guide you. Let your eye guide you. Let your eye guide you.
Yeah, but same thing with radio. I always want to be behind the scenes. Like I've always wanted to be producer. I'm a producer myself, man. This is producing. Like
it is, bro.
Like,
You've invested, obviously.
I'm fucking producing. Like right now, as I'm fucking working. Like I produce the shows. I produce everything.
So you still go through everything and edit it, or?
Yeah, after this I edit it. You know, what I mean, make sure the white noise is gone. Make sure everything's fucking sound legit.
But for the most part, the whole interview, you just throw it all in.
Yeah, master it. Yeah, for the most part, yeah. But that's what I do, man. It's real. Like, you know,
it's dope. I like it.
It's happening.
What's up, man? I've been watching you guys live.
Are we out there?
Are you really?
Yeah. We're worldwide
right now.
What's up, man?
What's happening? Hello. How's it going? Just hanging. Just hanging.
Sounds all crazy.
Are we all live? Are we out there or what?
Sounds all popping right now.
Live, guys.
Oh shit! What's
We're
up?
live. I might have to just hit a dab and rejuvenate over here.
We're out there.
Cracking up in this bitch.
It was like you right there. You want to get this? We got Gray Era up in this.
We're live, brother. They can hear us.
I mean,
Side me nothing.
Turn them up real quick. Is the mic on?
Yeah, this is Chris.
You can hear yourself?
Yeah, I hear myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Gray Era in the motherfucking building, ladies and gentlemen.
Third Eye Crew.
Oh shit! I got your ass.
Third Eye
That sound pretty professional
representative.
with my vocals.
You got you?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think
What
I
up,
get some
guys?
of Michael on the fucking thing. That's some of the homie Michael did.
Feels lovely out here.
End of the Days Radio. He sounds crazy on the shit. He's like
Michael Deacon.
Yes. So how's your day going? This is
Michael, yeah.
He has a crazy. He has a good vocals, bro.
It's good broadcasting voice. Michael,
He
yeah.
has,
You friends with Michael?
And he really does talk
Michael
like
Cho?
that.
Yeah,
Michael Cho?
Is that Michael Cho?
Yeah, that guy's a good guy.
Which one's him? This one?
Yeah,
He's a
a character.
scumbag. He's a real scumbag.
Scumbag. Oh shit! How much did I miss?
How long we in now? We over an hour?
About an hour 40 right now.
40? Damn.
Hour. Damn.
How long is the other one that we did the other day?
About
Damn.
good 58 minutes.
58 minutes.
58,
Yeah,
58,
'cause
57.
I watched this one on YouTube. It's called 47 Minutes with
Yeah.
Joey Badass.
Okay.
And they always go over.
Yeah.
47 minutes way too short, bro.
47, yeah, straight
Yeah,
up,
that shit's
man.
short.
I mean, if we're vibing, we're conversating, we're having a good time. I mean, it's a good episode. I can already feel it's gonna be a good episode.
energía.
Yeah. The energy.
So the energy's been out there, huh?
It's been heavy, man. It's been real heavy.
I smell that dodo though.
Medicinal.
The steam box.
Cataracts.
If you guys can hear that, that's the torch right now. I'm about to
The
spark. I'm
steam
about to
box, man.
heat this bitch
Damn.
up and hit a dab, rejuvenate
Close to the
myself.
mic.
Hey, so you guys are dropping that project tonight, right? You guys already touched
It's already
bases on
out.
that?
It's on SoundCloud.
Official.
I haven't even had time to
We're
promote
official
it.
SoundCloud
Damn,
rappers today.
official.
I'm gonna get my first face tat tonight.
I hope not, man.
And I'm
Don't
gonna
do
dye
that.
my hair pink with purple with a little bit of green.
Yikes.
And I'm gonna start trolling the shit out of all y'all.
Damn.
Every single
I'm
one.
on the
sounds
list.
like-
I'm on
that
the
sounds
list.
like a
I'm on the list since I got
That sounds like a promising
I'm on the
career.
list since I got a fucking tattoo fucking on my face now.
Transformer 69 right now.
That sounds like a promising career.
Yeah, hopefully, shit. Damn.
Yeah, that's wild, man. So what's up, Omar? How you feeling,
Pretty
man?
good, man. That we're just talking about the record. We're talking about a bunch of shit. But
Yeah.
you're dropping a record too, though, right? We were talking about that too.
Shit, eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah, that gray.
No, him and Tran just dropped one.
That gray. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you talking
Yeah.
like single?
Raw
Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah.
Oh,
It's
that
about to
ain't
get
out?
mastered next week.
I was gonna ask. That was my next
Oh,
question before you
shit.
walked in. It was like when.
Raw Odyssey is about to be on some really different type of sound.
Shout out to the shopping cart.
Yeah, that
Just
I don't think
passed
I've
by.
ever
Yeah.
been. I don't think I've ever been a part of a project as abstract as that. You know, and it's not on some weird vibe shit. It's just very different. Every record on there flows, but it's different. We have a lot of the people who we collaborate with, mostly, that did their part, contributed to the project, and they did a great job. Which kind of brings up the fucking Jay Size back. Jay Size been in the fucking dungeon, man. So he's back. He's back in full effect.
I had to go and do some schooling. Went to Studio West. Got my little Pro Tools certificate.
And that studio, man, that studio is fucking
Got
dope.
my
You
little
got
studio.
He's got his studio equipment. I mean, man, there's a lot of great things that we got going on right now, and I feel
upgrades are definitely happening.
that
as
were
we
necessary.
speak. Right.
That were necessary.
Yeah.
I feel too. Just
Take
to
it to
re-
the next. So
yeah,
don't
your
be
sound is
surprised.
only as good as your equipment. Who said that the other day? Someone said that. Why did that sound like I just regurgitated that? That shit sounded boss right now. I'm not sure if I said that myself, but I think I may have heard that recently. Maybe you said that, Jay. Is that you're only as good as your equipment? Not skill wise, but I mean I'm saying sound when you're trying to bring a certain type of sound, and then what you're hearing.
I think like if you're trying to stay up to date, definitely.
Yeah, it's important.
But,
well, this sounds a lot better than the last podcast because you can all hear each other.
This is fresh. It's
But
crisp.
also shout out, but also shout out to the people working with very little. You know, because Trans was
That's
one of-
us too, though.
Trans
I
was
mean,
one
we're
of
not.
those, you know what I'm
we're not
saying?
a step above working very little because we've been working with very little. It just so happens to have people like Jay and
Hey, shout out to J57 for putting me on game with that compressor, that Focusrite, man, because he really stepped up our
that's
quality,
right. He gave you
man.
that gem, huh? He dropped that little jewel.
Yeah,
What's the motto?
Like I was saying earlier, I don't like to learn.
What's the motto number?
What?
In case somebody wants to know, you know.
That's a secret, dog. Sorry,
That's
man.
a secret.
You gotta know. You gotta know
secret
the homies to get that shit.
It's the secret sauce.
J Science is not at your clients.
I'm freedom for information.
It's the secret sauce, man. That's
a
wild.
secret sauce, dog. I'm sorry, man.
Yikes!
Sorry, fellas. I try.
I mean, I use a Bluebird mic. I'll give you that.
Damn.
Sorry.
Yeah, man. It's been a good episode. I mean, I'm fucking feeling this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I missed most of it, man.
That's all right.
Let's chop it up. What's good?
Yeah, good energy, man. Good energy. That's what you got to surround yourself around with. I mean, you're surrounding yourself with that positive energy. That have this people that have that same vision as you do.
Yeah, aligning your vision with a lot of different types of personalities is crazy. It's definitely a task in itself. I mean, aside from the fact that we already established a relationship with one another, I mean, it's still different personalities, different characters coming together with different visions. And, kind of running that back to what you said. Vision. People, it's crazy, man. Vision. It's not just something that you snap your finger at and it comes alive. It's not something that you just put on a board and you say this is exactly where we're gonna be at. There's a process. You gotta lay out that those sparring sessions to get to that championship, so to speak.
I mean to refer back to that, to refer to that, or to speak on that. I mean, even kind of you. Even being part of Third Eye is a trip because we
that is wild.
we knew Gray Era when he was Rudy from back in the day, and like he rapped, but he did his own shit. Like we weren't trying to be a group. We weren't really collabing. I mean, the option was there, but it's like he was just kind of doing his own thing. We were doing our own thing.
I was in a hiatus during that time.
Yeah.
You guys were putting in work, and I was out there trying to work on my biceps, and that's when I was heavy into the training and lifting and shit. Yeah, man, I was on some techno shit and fucking, I was on a whole different vibe. Yeah, I was writing a couple of verses on the trolley when I first moved out here, when I was still mobbing out on the trolley, and that was fun. That's when Jay-Z dropped the Magna Carta album, and that for some reason made me want to write. But I was just writing verses, and I didn't know who I was going to collab with.
How did Greg get in the picture?
I came out here, I hollered at this fool on Instagram.
That's how it happened?
Yeah, and then we did that Hail Mary record. Hail Mary.
Because honestly, I didn't even know you were a beast.
Oh, Rudy's always been a beast.
I appreciate
man.
that. I appreciate that. Dude,
dude.
Omar was just talking about that. I was just like, damn, man, I didn't realize how
I didn't even know
how much of an impact I had with that.
Rudy's always been really dope, I've always thought Rudy was a dope.
I appreciate that, guys. I really do, man.
Rudy always been a dope rapper, but like everywhere, there's always haters, dude. You know what I'm saying?
And you were the main one, right?
And right now, what his name is? No, just kidding. One thing that people would criticize on Rudy, is that, or Gray Era, is that he would rap like a lot about gangster shit,
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people and people would be like, dude, like this fool's not gangster, bro. Like, why is he rapping like that? And people don't understand that, like it's not always, you don't always got to rap from your perspective of things, or like like some people what he was doing, he was rapping from like he had homies that were fucking in the hood or whatever, he grew up in a certain area, Central, where there's activity there, and
shout out 17th Street, Stacy Black.
Yeah, shout out to where he's from, you know what I'm saying, but.
There's a story there. I mean, not a fucking story, but there's that.
There is. And only a select group of people saw that.
Yeah. He liked to he in his records he liked to mention a lot of shit that his homies would be going through, And people, I think, homies that I know, they like.
Which is crazy because the circle's right there. Everyone's connected.
Yeah, they would be like, dude, this fool, like, he don't live that life, bro. And I'm just like, dude, like, if you listen, dude, he's not talking about himself, dude. Like, he's talking referring to
a third person perspective.
Third person perspective, bro.
But I mean, how old was he too at that time?
I was young ago.
Well, that's crazy because we just had this conversation. You were way older.
His rapping has totally switched. It's still gangster,
Well,
but he's less. He's more.
I remember hearing a little bit and being like, nah, like this was on that fucking that tough guy shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And because at that time I was on the hip hop. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because Tran had already converted me. So I was on my hip hop. I was on my message. I was on my Dilla. You know what I mean? So it was like when I first heard him, I was kind of like, man, you know what I mean?
I feel that was a lot of people.
But then years passed. I even forgot he was an MC. Like I ran into him at the gym, which is crazy as fuck. Cause like I'm from the Valley, he's from the Valley. We knew we were cool with each other, but we weren't homies till like I had his number, he had my number.
Right.
But we were both cool with Trans. I mean, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
the mutual relationship.
Yeah. So then I would see him at the gym sometimes, and like not even knowing like, oh, this fool's gonna be part of my rap crew later. You know what I mean? Not even knowing. So that's just kind of crazy, you know, that now things somehow had come full circle where now we're in a group and like we're actually making bangers. Like we're not just working, we're making fucking hits. You know what I mean? Like
same vision as Rudy, making hits.
It aligned. And then you and I just had a like off the record conversation a little while ago about what I was just talking about because
I don't know if we're gonna put it out there though.
I nah, man. That's for
that's what I was saying. Like
that's for the vault, man.
Yeah.
But I can say this is that I feel like a lot of people did have that perspective about me and that opinion about me because they only got to see what I wanted.
Don't get it wrong, like that shit was dope. You know, it's really dope. You know, and like, and if you know, like, it's because that's what
if
people.
You know the story is different.
It's because you know, like when people know you, people tend or think they know you. You know what I'm saying? They try to judge you on what you're rapping about. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
now, if it was somebody else like not knowing or trying to judge like Gray's raps from like maybe somewhere in San Diego, LA, they'd be like, this shit's dope as fuck. You know, like not knowing Rudy. They'll just be like, man, this shit's sick as fuck. But just knowing that that's his homie and they know him, like it kind of just like
it loses people to impress.
Like it's hard to impress.
It loses its respect factor.
Yeah, it does.
And the reason being is because it's like I said earlier when we made that off the record kind of just vibing as homies, you know. Because again, we all know each other very well, right? But. You know, I told you a lot of shit that I don't really speak about other than like who's really like close to me.
That's what I asked. That's what I asked in that last episode because I know a bunch of shit. Not a bunch of shit, but I know you're.
I got a reputation
because I don't want to ask. But I didn't ask. I stuck with the music. I stuck with what we're promoting or what we're talking about.
Absolutely,
because I respect you as an artist. That goes back to that. Like I don't want to, unless you put it out there and you're writing. Then I'll bring it up.
Right. Yeah.
You know, but you, since I mean, maybe Tranzformer says he's heard you talk about it. You know, so you're obviously a little bit.
I'll drop a little gems to Trans as our relationships continue to grow a little bit. You know, and then Jay coming around, which is so crazy because this actually now I feel like now it's starting to make sense a little more. Is a lot of the people that I saw grow up in that era in that generation that I'm talking about mostly through these stories,
right?
You know, is he knew him, you know, and these are all motherfuckers that weren't fucking around.
Yeah.
You know, Jay knew him. He grew up with these people.
The people we're talking about.
And we're not gonna drop any names, but
see, I'm old enough to where like a lot of these dudes he talks about were like younger dudes to me.
They were he was their OG.
I was their OG.
There's a gap.
Okay.
So it's a trip for me, you know, because like. He was like, oh, I used to chill on Stacy Car. I'm like, no, you didn't. You didn't chill on Stacy Car. I chilled on Stacy Car.
up there.
What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
And then, but it just, he was a younger kid. So even if we did chill on the same block, why the fuck would I notice him? Why the fuck would he notice me? Like, we shouldn't even be hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, why the fuck I'm hanging out with little baby Gray era and shit? Like, yeah, nigga, get in the car seat. We're gonna roll. We're gonna make some beats. Like, nah, it didn't make sense at that time, you know?
How old is he? Probably like, what, like 12 or some shit, or like what?
Well, that whole circle is connected, man. It's crazy. And I was younger. I was hella younger.
Because I ain't even from that hood.
Okay.
I'm from Calexico. I'm from the Gardens.
Right.
You know, so like, it's a trip for me. Like, I used to chill in his hood, his block. You know, because I have family on that block.
Right.
You know, and my family's used to run that block too. He knows my families, you know what I mean? Same shit. So it's like,
and I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
it's just through the conversation we had, we put it together, and it's like, damn, he knows a lot of the people.
He used to hang out with my
no names,
little ass cousin.
But just,
you know what I'm saying?
Like
little baby ass cousin though. Like I gave him his nickname, and he's like, oh, I was over there playing video games. Like, what the fuck you doing over there? It's like, damn, like the age is
the trap house.
Like,
that was the trap house.
And like
I can say that. I can say that was a trap house.
Like that shit's crazy to me. You know, like. That shit's weird.
And now you're making music together.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Okay. It comes full circle. And that's what I was talking about. Again, it goes back to just that one point. Is that the Tranzformer made the most accurate statement I feel like anybody ever has had an opinion about me, really, because you know, too, even from my background, that my name was out there for whatever reason, and it didn't always have the best taint on it, you know? it was spoken about negatively at some point.
Oh, that's me.
You know, but but again, that's because of you know, whatever politics, and you know, again, man, I've always carried myself as an individual who's thinking. You know, I didn't have to prove it to you. I didn't need to go that far to make it real for you, because you didn't matter to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, that opinion didn't matter to me. You know, that's why I carried myself the way I carried myself, you know? And I've always prided myself on that. And I've had a lot of people that have guided me through that. You know, they didn't hold my hand, but they told me, like, look, man, like, you can watch, you can speak about it, but I don't want you fucking around with this shit. You know, but I was there. Yeah. You know, I was there. And I try to do the best that I can by those people, by the respect factor that I have for them, and the high regards that I have them, you know, regardless of what anybody else thinks about these individuals.
Shout out to the OGs that look out for the youngsters.
Yeah, man. You know, regardless of that opinion, I try to do justice by making sure that whenever I do get on that microphone and I'm speaking about this stuff, I just try to do it just about making sure that I represent in the best way possible. Yes. You know, without overstepping my boundaries. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
You know, that's what I've always tried to embody as gray area. Hence the name, really, because gray area was really that part in my life where it was just. It's gray. Not too many people know about it.
Yeah, why gray area?
That's where the name came from. Okay. It's that one part of my life that is great, because it's not out there. It's not colorful. I didn't paint a picture for you.
But you know what gray area means to me?
Huh?
Truth.
Because
like that's usually where the truth is. It's in the gray area.
Yeah, that's crazy. Damn.
So
well, yeah, in a way,
my homie, the truth.
I'm hiding that truth. in a way,
third eye right
Shout out.
Yeah. In a way, I'm masking that part of my life. So, and essentially the truth. So that's dope. Damn, that's dope.
Shout out to Fluff and my
homie.
Dark times. Damn, bro.
Check them off real quick.
hey, those moments have definitely taught me a lot, man. They've definitely helped me mold into the man that I am right now, and I hope to pass that on into, you know, future generations as far as who's tied into me. I don't really know where this music shit is gonna go, but I'll tell you what, man, we're fucking doing this shit right with Trans behind the product, with the creativity. I mean, I feel at this point, other than the artists that are really out there right now doing it, you know, in our hometown, because I'm just gonna specify, in our hometown, there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent that doesn't get heard. You know, whatever it may be, whatever they got going on in their life, I feel like they need to really, the people who are listening to these other individuals, they need to be able to appreciate the craft. The craft doesn't just come and you get on there and you talk some shit. It comes from somewhere.
I think it also comes down to being grounded in your roots. So if you do come up, you don't forget where you come from. And like there's a group from the valley that I was very intrigued by. I thought they were very talented. I thought they had everything it was gonna take to come up. But I saw their unity, and I saw how some came up and they didn't reach out for the rest, and it was just a sign of how they weren't rooted. Right. You know what I'm saying? So me and Tran, it's very important for me. I don't know him specifically. I would think so, but it's very important for me to be rooted. So if we get lucky and we do get to be that tiny percent that gets to be in the mix or make money, right, or survive off this shit, I want us to not forget where we come from, so then we can go back and get those artists that he's talking about,
right? Because
the valley needs support.
They do need support.
Yeah, it needs support because there ain't shit popping,
right?
You know, so all that talent you got going on down there from just lack of anything to do,
personal issue, vices,
we just don't got shit to do.
Yeah.
So someone like Tran, all he's gonna do is make beats all day, every fucking day.
Right.
You know, but someone in the city might not do that as much because they got shit to do.
Right.
I mean, they might too. Don't get me wrong, but
when did you realize that Rudy was fire?
When I heard him spit on the mic.
The mic
here.
When was that though?
Well, it was. What was that album?
Which one?
I think, wasn't the first shit you spit on this album?
Oh no.
The one me and Trans dropping?
Dirty Relics? No, the Smash Bros album, right? That was
do
Dirty
you
Relics,
remember
right?
the first song you were on?
Yeah, that was
it wasn't Hail Mary, right?
It was Hail Mary, yeah.
It was Hail Mary?
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah, it was Hail Mary.
So then the first song he ever did was on our shit that we just released. So
and then after
I was just like laughing, dude, because
motherfucker's high.
I'm like, fuck that.
He's high.
Yeah, this motherfucker's high.
I think he grabbed his
fucking
cock.
high right now, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, this
Someone
motherfucker's high right now.
Those
You gotta forgive him.
Somebody's tickling something. I don't know.
This motherfucker.
Someone's playing with so much fun under these tables, bro.
Yeah.
The fuck you guys sipping on over there, dude? That's some Henny.
Something that you can have. This should have
Sailor
put some balls. This should
That's some herpes free.
This should have put your balls up on that ground, dog. Give you a little bit of that. You know.
Need some of that.
Yeah. Yeah. You trying to get some?
What is that?
They're talking about alcohol, by the
it's
way.
called
Guys.
Sailor
Right.
Jerry.
We're just letting him talk. You know?
He said
It's
they're
all
like,
good.
what's going on?
There's no rules to this. Like anything. I mean, I'm just going with the flow, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know what my next question is, but we're just kicking it.
I love that I just walked in the middle of this shit. Though.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
But I do
Yeah,
think
man, shit.
I do think it's very important though that somebody at some point creates a platform to reach out to the Valley folks, because someone's got to fucking do it, and it might help. You might end up with the dopest shit ever. You know what I mean? Because I know there is talent down there. I know it exists. I'm it. You know what I'm saying? We're it.
Yeah.
So you're it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it does exist. You know, there is a hunger down there, and there is a movement slowly but surely. And I think if us Valley boys that are doing some shit make the example of like, hey, it's real important for us to link up and to stay supportive and kind of like the way Atlanta is with each other. If we create that little vibe, I don't think no one can fuck with us.
I saw that trending on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't think no one can fuck with us. I think we'll be the coolest shit there ever was, for real. Like, if
Unity's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Texas has that
when
too.
it happens though.
The Texas
it hasn't
gang got
happened
that.
yet. Because honestly, like when it comes to artists in the Valley, we tend to hate on each other like crazy, bro.
Yeah.
We really
Well, it's because
do,
it's a
bro.
small town.
We're
It just
sour,
goes.
bro.
It just goes
We're
back to
sour.
what Tran said earlier about the just maybe how people perceive me. You know. Yeah. And sometimes you could be a target, you know. Sometimes you can be a target, but not on purpose. It's just that sometimes you do carry something that is different from what they can accomplish. That's how I always looked at it.
Oh, that's 100%.
We're all targets.
That's what makes you a target. Being different makes you the target.
You know?
Yeah.
Something that they can't accomplish.
Something special makes you the target.
I'll tell you what, man. I don't think I've ever spit a fucking whack verse.
A wild?
Ever.
Whack.
Ever.
A whack
verse. Not once. I don't think I can. There have been times where we'll record something. I'll say like, nah, I gotta re-record that.
That's
Trust
kind of
me,
funny.
I
That's
would-
kind
I
of
would-
funny
I
that he
would
says
love to
that,
be able
dude,
to
because
call
he
him
always
on
says he
that, but
sucks,
I
dude. At the end of the day, dude. He's like, I hate my verse. I'm like, dude, that shit's dope, bro. He's like, nah.
But that's the
all of it,
bravado.
though.
But
That's all
that's
of it.
yeah. But that's the
Yeah, bring
artist.
that.
Yeah.
Trent just did that shit last night.
Right.
We were spinning in the kitchen because we like the harmonics when we practice. So we're in there practicing for our bars to spit. He spins some shit, sounds fire. Then today he's like, I need some new shit. It's like, what do you mean need some new shit? What happened to yesterday's shit? He's like, I just want to write some new shit. It's like, man.
You gotta outdo yourself on the next day, on the last day.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I could think maybe for him, you know, like me and Gray being like rappers for so long as we have, and just doing it that much longer than him. I think I don't know if he feels pressure though. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't feel pressure
Yeah, I
at
was
all.
gonna say, I don't know.
I feel no pressure, but it does make me want to get better, dude. Like,
So it's a good pressure then.
I don't feel no pressure at all.
That doesn't
I-
make sense. How do you
It's
feel pressure?
motivation.
But-
There's no
Motivation.
pressure. There's no
Motivation.
pressure,
Yeah, that's
but
different.
there's motivation though.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, like, you know, like I'm gonna try, like, you know, that you think
You know
you're
what
sick?
I've heard about
you think you're
motivation?
sick, motherfucker? Nah,
You
just
know,
like-
you know what I've heard about motivation is that it's only temporary.
I agree.
I think it goes and comes, yeah.
That's
you
why.
better
That's
use it
why.
while you got it.
That's
Yeah,
why I
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
That's why I don't like using that word motivation.
Right.
I don't like using that.
What would you use?
I think it's appetite. Appetite. You're hungry. Hungry is different. Hungry puts you in a state of mind. You know, this is the thing, man. Look. And sometimes I feel like people don't practice what they preach, and this might even put myself in that position. But I don't mind that because I'm not perfect. I'm flawed just like the next one. But I do believe that if you can stay consistent, consistency is a mentality. It's a lifestyle. It's not just something that you wake up to and that you say, look, this is exactly what I'm going to do. You know, consistency is not a routine. A routine can help build consistency. What builds consistency is character. Character is what ultimately makes that, right? If you don't have that, it will always be a hobby. You feel me?
Right.
And I feel like that's something that I lacked on a lot when I like to feel like sometimes I was in my prime, even though I know I've progressed. I mean, these dudes right here that tell me that, oh, you sound way better now. This Trans will always tell me you sound way better now than you did 5 years ago. I don't feel that way. I feel like I was better then. You know, I feel like I had more hunger then. I was more hungry. I was more. You know, hunger is struggle. You know, if you're content, you don't feel the struggle. You can't feel yourself with the back against the wall. You know, I've been in those situations, and that's when I thrive. I've even fucked around enough and told, you know, when I have these intimate talks with my mentor, I told him that, you know, I thrive when my back is against the wall. You know, that's when I'm my best. And it's weird that works out that way, because when I'm content and I'm comfortable, it's easy for me to just to feel cocky. That's where cocky comes in. That's where the ego comes in. Is where you.
It's good to be cocky. You're saying or no?
No, I'm saying that it's bad to be cocky. It's bad to be cocky because at that point you're enabling yourself to say, "I'm already good enough."
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes. But there is confidence.
But confidence is different because confidence leads to what? Continuing to want to get what? Better. Right? Because you're confident to say, okay, I'm at this level, I could jump up to the next tier.
Well, it's like cocky is like the positive push, and I mean cocky is the negative push, and confidence is the positive push. That's how I look at it. Right. So what energy are you using? Are you using the energy like fuck you, I'm gonna be better than you?
That's cocky.
That's cocky.
Definitely.
You know? And we're all guilty of that too. Yeah. Because we have different times and different modes.
I feel like that comment I just made right now that I've never dropped a whack verse was cocky.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, but, you know, but it's true.
But it's true. No, but it can also be confidence though.
Yeah, that exactly.
Depending how you say it. Right.
At that point, I mean? You know, but like I said, sometimes you're you know, but that's why I was.
No, I think that was more confidence. That wasn't cocky. That was confidence.
You know, it's just, but at that point, that's why I wanted to clarify that sometimes you got to practice what you preach.
Mm-hmm. There are some people out there that really think that just being cocky is the way to go. No name is gonna be said, but because there's been a homie that like he's just like, yo, bro, like
but hip hop.
He's just telling this dude like, man, you got to be cocky, bro. You got to think you're better than everybody. Like, you know, you're the best one, man. And I'm over here like in the back of the dude looking at him like, nope. Don't even listen to him, bro. Like that's not even the way to be, dude. Like,
no, but you could think that without offending someone.
Right. Believe in yourself. I don't know.
There's certain ways to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's so crazy, dude. Just to think like I'm better than everyone, bro. Like,
but
that's kind of crazy.
But there's nothing wrong. But there's nothing wrong with believing yourself, bro. There's nothing wrong with believing you're special.
There's nothing wrong in believing you're better than everybody.
But see, I feel like that's the cop out. I feel like that'd be the cop out. It's like there's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. Yeah, that's great. But you also got to check that ego.
Yeah. It's a balance. It's a balance. That's the gray area. Yeah. Like always, it's not either or. You know what I mean? It's in between somewhere.
You know what's really crazy though?
There's a lot of people that came up off that attitude, that way of thinking that.
Well, because how you gonna be a rapper with no confidence? Exactly.
Yeah, it's all good.
Well, it's because I'm thinking, motherfucker. Hey, what'd you say about my mama?
Because you gotta be confident to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, straight up.
You gotta be confident to speak up.
Yeah.
So what would you say about? Okay, cool. So I like this topic. Okay, so what would you? Right. So what would you say about an individual that gets on the microphone and you know he's whack? Right, like you know he's whack. Not as a person, you hear him and you just know he's whack. Garbage.
I see a lot of those. Actually.
Right? Yeah, that's why I'm throwing this out there because I know this is gonna be no names.
I don't even remember them anyway. Though.
But you know they're garbage. So would that be, would that be on their behalf? Would that be confidence or would that be cocky? Like, why is it that they're still?
I think that's cocky and confidence, both put together.
How do they feel? Not entitled, but how do they feel that with that? I mean, it's confidence.
Like, how do they feel like so dope when they're whack?
Yeah, like how does that happen?
Because they have that same attitude that I have. It's just like, who gives a fuck about what you think, dude?
But your attitude is still checked, though.
I'll give you a little perspective of a couple people I've known that have low self-esteem, but they still perform. No names, but we know who.
Have low self-esteem, but still
like kind of low self-esteem, kind of
like hashtag no names.
Yeah, like kind of
hashtag no names.
Just like guys who like socially are in the background.
Like socially or not, like really good at talking with women.
They don't have a lot of women. They're not very popular, but they still have their voice in the lyrics. You know what I mean? And
you know what? But you know, like I've had a homie tell me that, like, you know, he's like, yeah, dude, like, you know, he's like Jay was saying, you know, he's just like, I'm like, you know, society or at the bar, like, I feel like no one really, like, I'm just like another dude and shit. But like when I'm fucking at the bar or like at a fucking a club or, you know, wherever, just spitting bars, like, you know, I feel like I'm.
Have you ever freestyled? Actually, this is crazy that I'm asking you. Have you ever freestyled?
Yeah, when I'm super crazy. Drunk.
I used to do it all the time.
Oh, yeah,
the norm. I feel like a lot of people do that.
But you know, he's just like, I feel like a center of attention when I'm doing these shows, bro, because like, you know, that's what I'm good at, you know, and I feel like that I'm the center of attention, and I like look at all eyes on me type shit, you know.
So kind of a way that shit's building their self confidence.
Yeah.
In a way, you're like your own critic too.
And not only that, bro. Even if they're whack, I give them 100% props if they got the balls to get up and go in front of someone and be judged. That's not easy. Or even be on the track. Because the minute I record my shit, I have already put it out there to be acknowledged and judged.
I feel like that's maturity, though, because to be able to look at
that's scary.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's a mature thing.
These episodes.
That's a mature thing for anybody to say, and I'll say this, because if you can stand there and look at someone, and I'm gonna use myself as an example, right? Because so I'm gonna use myself as an example with what you said earlier, Trans, with how people maybe have felt about me, their view on me, right? I wonder how they felt about that. That's exactly what I'm thinking when I'm thinking about, okay, so if you can listen to me, maybe, right? If somebody was listening to me and they said like, nah, man, like, this dude's garbage, you know what I mean? Like, what kept pushing me? So sometimes you got to put yourself as a person now, as a mature man, and I pride myself on that title because I've earned it. A man. I'm not a boy. I'm a man. Right? I handle my business. As a man now, I'm looking at this and thinking from that perspective. Like, how did people come to that conclusion that I was garbage, that I didn't live this life, right? You know, to some extent, right? To some extent. How were they in that position to come to these situations and these conclusions? But then what kept pushing me? Was it ego or was it confidence? You see what I'm saying?
Maybe it was none, dude. Maybe it was just the feeling inside that you just need
love,
to express
bro.
yourself.
I had a story. Exactly. There you go. That's what I was looking for. I was trying to get everybody to think.
Love,
it was the love for the craft and a story that had to be told.
An expression that you had, that you feel.
A form of expression,
something to say, bro.
And people have forgot that that's what hip hop is about. The culture.
That's what just music in general is all about. Exactly. Just about expressing your fucking inner feelings, bro.
But you know what really fucked it up? You know what really made it hard to be able to tell and read in between the lines? Was image. When the industry really took blast and really catapulted to kind of that pinnacle of where you wanted to be, as far as being maybe signed or have some sort of type of platform that gave you a voice, right? That gave you a voice. The image was the most important thing. The image it didn't matter. I'm gonna tell you this, man. If you had somebody who was able to paint a picture for you visually, you were able to kind of almost like a magnetic sorry guys, I'm blanking out on this. Magnetic magnetic
circumference?
Nah, not I blanked out on that word, y'all. But it was like a magnetic type of
vibe,
attraction, you know, connection. And then eventually you just wanted to listen to that artist.
Right.
And it didn't matter if it was true or not because you believed it. Because visually, it made sense to you.
The words didn't matter.
The words didn't matter. Right. I mean, but until you got to that point where you could, where now you were 1-on-1. You and the artist were 1-on-1. It's almost like if you knew this person.
Right.
You know, and Image really took that and kind of curveballed it on everybody and turned it upside down.
Well, I think especially when I don't think there's nothing wrong with per se image, because image can be just a way to express yourself. But when that expression,
I'm talking physical image though.
That's what I'm talking about. It is the way you express yourself. I look at you, I see your swag, I kind of know a little bit about you in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
So you're talking about
image. I'm talking about physical image of an artist.
The physical perception.
Yes, the physical. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that when that physical image stopped being the responsibility of the artist and started becoming the responsibility of these corporate companies, that's when everything changed. Because image is cool. Image is dope as fuck, but when you have other people in control of this image over a vast majority of people, now the image becomes corrupt. Now the image becomes tainted. Now the image is not true.
Right, it changes things.
Exactly.
Yes.
So when we see all these
Yes.
little pumps, all these little lils, and they all look the same, that's because somebody's telling them they need to all look the same.
Right.
You know? Even if it's subconsciously. Because they feel like they need to look that way.
And that's why you can't be mad at the new wave.
No,
Oh, you can't be mad at it?
You can't be mad at the new wave.
Especially when they're
Right.
young. Especially when they're
You
young.
can't be mad
if
at
they're
the
my
new wave.
age doing that shit, then slap the fuck out of them. But if they're kids, if they're like 20 and below, and let them rock, let them learn.
Yeah.
Let them learn.
I mean, you really can't.
That's what's
You
whack.
can't do
That's
shit
what
about
whack
it.
about X. That fool should have had the chance to learn.
Right.
He
The rapper, oh yeah, rest in
he
peace.
could have
hey.
grew. He could have changed. He
I
was
wish that I
changing,
know
you
human
what I'm saying?
being.
Like that was a waste, bro.
Well, who was that? Who was our generation though? Who was that? Who had an image in our generation? 50 Cent?
50.
50? I was gonna say 50.
Shit, that's the first
That's-
person that comes to
yeah,
mind.
and that-
But hold on though. But that was at the tipping point of that generation because he really just took it
Changed
and
the
ran
game.
with it.
Well,
But
he was
before-
kind of like a different version of like a 50 Cent. I mean, of a Tupac.
Who?
A 50 Cent.
Who? 50 was a
50 was to me was kind of like another version of Pac. The only reason I mean Pac is because he was gangster. He was this dude that got shot and then he came back and it was just like he had this crazy like street cred. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe not exactly like Pac, but he just reminded me similar in that area of that he was a gangster.
Loud.
Yeah,
He was loud. Whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
he was.
Yeah, he was loud. That's a good way to
He
put
still
it.
is. He's hella loud.
Yeah.
He's for his age. He's hella immature.
Well, you know, and that's just and that's just proof that
He is funny. He
he's
is
immature.
funny, though.
Hey, but that's just proof that he was ahead of his time because the tactics that he did then are relevant now.
Yeah, but sometimes maybe just mainstream works this way. Maybe not. I don't know. But like, we get so intrigued, or at least I know like certain homies. If a fool's been shot or he went to jail,
They automatically has that respect
They
back.
automatically get like, oh, they're so dope. But like, dude, like, what is he talking about though? You know, what's like? It still should matter the music just because they fucking a murderer or they went to jail or they
Well,
were
you know,
a
that
real
was-
dude in the street. Like that.
I'm
Shouldn't
so
be
glad that
everything.
you said that
shouldn't
because
be
that was
everything.
always my problem. Why do you think I never put an album out? Why do you think I never put an album out?
Yeah, because he don't have a record. Then he probably a record in prison. Then he probably should.
Yeah, why do you think I never put a record out? Although look, I can tell you like this. You've heard of the 6 degrees of separation, right?
No, explain.
Okay, so 6 degrees of separation is it's me
6 people away from
and from
where you need to be, right?
Right, and then not
That'd be
only that, but
surprising
it's also that people that you're connected to, right? And it creates this kind of like a web.
Could have swore it was shorter
people.
than that.
But I'm gonna tell you like this. Is the main reason why I never went full force, 100% dedicated into an album is because I knew that image was going to be a problem. That's just real shit, and I don't think I've ever said that out loud. But I knew image was going to be
And
a
that's
problem.
100% true, bro. Because I thought about that as well.
Yeah, image was going to be a
because
problem.
me having my gangbanger past, me having my fucking drug dealer past,
And I knew about this cat, but I'm looking at him now. I'm like, what? Like he put in that work?
Yeah, and I
you know?
look like a kid.
That's
but
crazy.
I'm older, but like me having that past, I kind of was scared or timid. I still am sometimes when I think about it to deal with that beefs or the old school drama and let it move into my artistry. You know, I know it's gonna be part of it because at some point, if I become relevant enough, people are gonna want to talk shit, troll me, fucking expose me, whatever the fuck, you know.
Right.
But the only thing you're gonna expose is that I'm a human being, and I fucked up, and I changed, and I grew, and I'm a lot better. So if you want to show my growth in that sense, then go ahead, preach who I was before, so then you can see who I am now. So if anything, you're doing me a favor, so they can see the before and
I thought a
after,
little bit
you know what I mean?
opposite of that. I thought basically because that image, I've always look, man. I've got the business mentality. I've always looked at everything as a business, as a motive. Everything has a motive. I've never done anything if it didn't have a motive. And motive doesn't mean personal gain. It just means that there has to have an end goal. See what I'm saying?
Purpose.
It has to, exactly. It has to have a purpose, and I learned that. I've had 2 mentors in my life that I've been blessed with. Right, I got Mondo, aka Maserati Mondo. I actually just talked to him like half hour ago. Man, that guy is fucking solid. The most solid human being I've ever met in my life. And then I got my business partner now, right? And these individuals have really allowed me to see that in a sense, I was ahead of my time. My thinking, my perspective was ahead of my time when I was out there. when I was out there. And the reason being is because I was able to keep this composure and I was able to blend in without having to be loud about who I was. I didn't have to go out there and do that. But that also restrained me. It kept me from putting an album out. What if I would have put an album out back then?
It came out so loud. Came out so hard.
It just came out just so hard and loud. Mm-hmm. I don't know what would have happened. But I didn't do it because my mentality, who's in me, I like to analyze. I like to just sit back and observe. It allows me to really sit there and just watch people and really watch their character. I don't have conversations without watching body language. Mm-hmm. It's that much of a part of me.
I think body language speaks volumes, man. I think sometimes it speaks better than.
You know how many people don't look at you in the eyes when you talk to them? You know how many people? You know how many people don't look at you in the eyes when you talk to them?
Right, a lot.
A lot of people, dog.
People look at their phone.
Yeah.
But that's
why we have this.
But even before that, though. Hey, real shit, even before
We're
that.
actually taking it old school right now.
Yeah, man.
Even before
actually
that.
looking at each other talking.
You have to, man.
Hey, I'm talking when we had two ways, fool.
Yeah.
Mondo got me my first two-way. We had our first two. Dog, my mom didn't even know how we were paying that bill. You see what I'm saying? But we had two-way.
You know, you know, right?
You know, right? But that's what I'm saying. We were watching body language. Yeah. We were watching these characters move.
Yeah.
Before it was even popular to want to even think like that. Not to say that we pioneered it, because we learned it from somewhere. Anybody that's ever said that wants to take credit for anything, they learned it from someone. But I'm just saying.
Almost every idea you've had, some motherfuckers already thought it.
You know
done it, said it.
You know, I heard this.
We're not as original as we think, unfortunately.
Yeah, because all it is it's evolution. You're taking an improvisation, and you're evolutionizing it. You're making it better. Look at Google. They took a search engine and created it into a beast.
They actually have a cousin's cousin who was gonna invest in that shit when it was barely popping. And his wife convinced him not to, saying it was stupid.
Damn.
Homeboy would have been a fucking millionaire.
50 50's the future, right? Hashtag, right? 50's the future. You know why he did that? He knew. You remember him doing YouTube, right? 50 right. Back in the day?
I remember his documentary.
50 Cent, and then this is 50 Cent?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, he was ahead of the curve.
He was ahead of the curve. Yeah, I remember reading an article on him, and he said, he said this is the future. Right, and it wasn't. Jay-Z even takes it back. You remember the campaign he did with the Sidekick, and when he dropped the Black album, when you bought the Sidekick, the Black album was already preloaded as an MP3 file on that.
That's way back.
I bet you didn't know that, right?
Nah.
That's been me. That was me as a child. That was me.
Fuck, I remember getting the DVD with the CD.
Reading these articles. Right? That was me reading these articles, bro. So my mentality has always been business. And that's how I've always carried myself.
That's why you're gonna drop a record. So you're gonna drop a record because of that.
I'm not just because of that.
That's one of the reasons.
But it's one of the reasons that was attached to it because I saw the value of image. Mm-hmm. I was never naive to it, but I knew that it would be a problem to overcome because have I been shot?
Negative.
Have I had a gun pointed at my face? I have. But there's only one individual who was there to see that. And if I rap about
Why I say negative, I don't even know.
Huh?
I don't know if he got shot. I don't know if he got shot.
No, but listen to me though. But I can say that out loud because I know my I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, shit.
Right? Because I don't believe in that.
Right.
So have I had a gun pointed at my face? Yes, I have. Mm-hmm. Right? And there was only one other individual there to see that. But if you saw me now in flesh and then I put that on a record, what are you gonna say? You see what I'm saying? Look at me, physically. Look at me. I'm just another dude. You know, I don't have the battle scars. I don't have the battle wounds that attach to that.
Right.
I just saw it from an outside perspective, and I went through a lot of shit. And that's what I try to put down on records when I do these collabos. But that's why it was so hard for me to put a record because I knew that would be a problem.
Now you're in a better place, in a better spot. I think it's time.
I just matured, man. I just understand it now. All these moving pieces now make sense.
Okay.
You know, they all make sense now. So now that and that's another thing too. Maturity is a big thing. A lot of men claim to be men, but they're not men. When you get to a point where you're mature,
man-child.
Yeah,
man-child.
Yeah, man-child. And when you get to a point that you're mature, that you could look at all the moving pieces and say like, "Oh, damn, okay," you know what I mean? That's when you've reached, and you've earned that right.
When you accept the mistakes, man, knowing that you're gonna make mistakes over and fucking over and over.
And over and over and over, repetition, and then learn from that, but make yourself better.
Straight up.
better.
Never waste a day.
I waste them every day, man. But that's what I'm saying. You preach them every day, and I just try to make the best of it. And that's what I'm trying to do with Trans and Jay Sai.
Keeping you productive.
Keeping me productive.
That's why we go by third eye. Okay. Like it's a higher level of consciousness.
In the last few days, we knocked out
it's
4
deeper.
records, 5 records, and that's in a matter of 2 days, 3 days.
Well, like him saying how him not really pushing negativity and really trying to focus on like guns pointing at him, shit like that, because the energy, right? And it's like, for example, me, like I have those stories, I have that past, I could say that shit all day, I could rap that shit all day, but I don't. Instead, if you listen to my lyrics, it's about consciousness. It's about growing. It's about waking up. That's what Third Eye is all about. It's a movement to wake people up, to take to at least get you to think. That's it. Just think. Maybe everything we're saying ain't on point, but if something hits to where it starts making you think, to where you start doing your own research, start just asking the simple question of what is this? Who am I? Shit like that. People get so caught up in their day-to-day, they don't even ask that fucking question. And that shit, when you're a little kid, you do ask. You become an adult, you lose that shit. You get too caught up in the 9 to 5, going to school, trying to be successful, all that other bullshit, which you could have a bunch of money and still feel like a piece of shit.
I heard this the other day, and I actually told you on the way here, and I said, it's incredible how much people can put energy, and I know, I'm fucking taking this from somebody. I heard it from someone, but it's incredible how much time and energy people can put into the day-to-day routine of just making sure they handle their shit, but they don't do the exact same thing in energy to their dreams
or their family.
Or their family. Isn't that fucking wild?
Just relationships. Yeah. Just relationships.
I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll go clock in and work and be on time and make sure that everything is tidy, my clothes is ironed, and my attitude is right? Because I'm going to go in and clock in and work for somebody else, but I don't do that for my dreams. That's twisted. That's weird.
That's fucking weird.
That's weird.
Up. Yeah.
That's weird.
Or like how some of us grow up with parents that we really never get to know. The only thing we know about them is they come home. They came home from work. They go to their room. We eat dinner. It's just this routine.
It's like unlike most homes, I grew up with a dad, but I don't really know him. It's just until now I took that upon myself. He's getting older, his health is declining, and I took it upon myself to get to know this individual. I told my grandma before she died I wanted to know as much as I possibly could about her, so I can write it down and eventually be able to pass that down. But we never got around to that point, right?
Right.
But now I'm taking that and I'm using it with my dad and trying to get to know him as much as I possibly can, because quite frankly, man, I grew up in a home where I had my father, but I don't know him. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Like, real shit, I really do not know my dad.
Yeah, and that's where someone could be there financially, taking care of your ass, and that's enough to be like, hey, I'm taking care of your ass. But there's still other parts of you that exist, When you're growing into being a man, per se, you need someone to fucking school you and tell you.
Damn, this fucking turned into some crazy shit, man. This whole conversation,
I remember busting a nut and getting
But this
scared.
is music.
Getting scared.
What is this?
What is this shit, And
hey, talking about busting a nut, can I tell a quick story? Can I tell a quick story? Hey, yo. hey, Nick. Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick Keenan, wherever the fuck you're at, bro. Hey, I apologize, man, but I gotta tell this story real quick. Brother, I love you. Look, we used to hang around with this dude we used to call Donkey. That's all I'm gonna say, Donkey, right?
You used to call Nick Donkey?
Nah. Nick wasn't Donkey. Nick, but the association is there, right? So we used to hang around with some dude named Donkey, right? And you said at some point you were scared of busting that, right?
No, when I was a kid.
When you were a kid, yeah, but I mean, I'm saying.
No, when I was a kid.
We stayed around with this kid named Donkey, right? And I remember none of us had pussy yet. And this one comes out. And he's like, yo, man. There was this girl that everybody wanted to hit because she was fine. At that age, we were all in junior high, And it was... damn, I don't got an alias for it, but if I throw it out there,
I'll say what's her name.
It's a small town, so we all know what it is. But anyhow, so everybody wanted to hit this girl, and nobody, as far as we knew, nobody was successful. But this fool comes out and he's like, yeah, everybody, and we could relate because we were scared of busting us too. Like, we weren't out there fucking, we weren't tripping, we weren't. Man, all I thought about was sex is how good it would feel, but I was scared to fucking take responsibility for some shit. You know what I mean? So anyhow, he comes out. We're chilling on 18th Street. We're chilling on 18th Street, right? Shout out to Kaz. That's their block right there in Shaded and Hustle. He comes out and he's like, yeah, man, yo, I just hit so and so. And we're like, what? He's like, yeah, I just hit so and so, and I'm like, oh, he's all through my boxer. Yeah. He fucking pulls it out, right? Not his dick, but he just pulls out his boxer. So see through this hole right here. We're just like, what? And me and Nick, we just couldn't stop laughing because we were scared too, you know. But we're like, this motherfucker hit? Like, no way, you know. But that's just maturity. That's a maturity at its most. I don't know whatever happened to this cat. Last I heard, he had a baby, and then no, I don't know.
Still
man.
having sex with that little hoe?
Nah, she married some other cat and had a baby, you know. But yeah, man, it is what it is.
So this is 2 rooms of your artist, Tranzformer. What do you think? What do you think about these 2 cats, right? Working with these cats, right?
We can fucking talk a lot.
Crazy,
Man. We got
man.
a lot to say.
Fucking fell asleep over here. I don't even know what you guys are talking about, bro. Sorry, man. But
Dear
yeah,
God, I don't want to die when I'm young from the coke and the pills in the room. That's what he's thinking in his head.
It's crazy line, man. No, these guys are good, dude.
That's his line, by the way. That's just catchy as fuck.
You gotta be going like on 2.5 now.
Oh yeah, wait, 2:30 exactly.
I'm good.
2:30
6 out of 24 hours radio show.
Hey man, I'm still ready to go. You still ready to go?
I'm going. Yeah. Keep going, man. Keep spitting them gems.
I'm gonna take the headphones off for a little bit. Got sweaty.
Yeah, hit him up, man.
Just for a little bit.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah,
brother.
man. These guys are pretty dope, man. They're funny guys to be around.
Talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
We all love to blaze up and just have a good time and record, and you know that's good to be able to interact with your artists, you know, and your peers. You know, not everyone has that kind of connection when they go in the lab and record stuff. So sometimes we don't even record. Sometimes we just chill, you know.
Right.
And that's important too. So
to like learn from each other, you know, I guess.
Yeah, just learn each other and just try to just
kick
kick
it.
You know, that's the most important part, just the relationship, man. Because music could either make your relationship stronger or make it worse, dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't
facts.
understand that part, you know, because with the music, you know, like me and Jay were saying, like there could be differences with the music, bro, and like.
Yeah, because as cousins, I don't think we would ever fight.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
But you know, like anybody else, like you like it can happen with anyone. You know, just having a difference. Like I don't like that bass line. Oh, well, I like it. You know, and from there on, your relationship, you know, it's done. You know, and you know, or it could just be the other way, and you guys could just be like, "Yo, that's dope," and you guys, you know, we always you guys always have like respect on what you guys think about things and come down the middle and be like, okay, let's work on this, you know, or like, okay, you know, just have a voting thing or whatever it is you guys come with, you know. But you know, yeah, dudes, just you know, these dudes are easy to work with, basically, you know. They're really easy to work with.
Good energy.
And yeah, they have good energy, dude. And we're just
different characters.
Yeah, different characters, dude. Yeah. And you know, they're really dope, man. As far as like rapping and people wise, and just they're really dope, man. And yeah, we got a lot of records about to come out. It's good that Jay's back in the picture because you know, just more people, the more heads together, and the more ideas we come up with. And the more knowledge, more of us together, the more knowledge we got, you know. He said, he's been going to school and graduating all kinds of different shit. So that's gonna make a difference for the crew, you know. And he just got a studio too, you know.
Nice.
So we're definitely gonna be banging out some shit, you know. Like we bang out shit here, you know, but it's good to be over there. He has, he just got some crazy equipment, you know, and we could bang out there like for the wee hours of the night, you know. So that's cool that. You know, we get to do shit over there. He just moved on to a different program. He moved on to like a machine, so like he's gonna start teaching me how to use that shit and getting familiar with that. And that's kind of dope, man. A lot of things are about to be, you know, popping off. You know, because he came back in the picture. We got more things popping off now. You know, so yeah, it's dope, man. We're just looking forward to just putting this shit out.
Keep pushing.
You know, we got a lot of shit. We just dropped this album tonight. you know, we haven't even got to promote it yet because we've just been so busy, dude. You know.
Oh, shut
but
this
it's
podcast.
but
But it's been in the vault for like a year.
It's been in the vault for like a year, you know. But it's out, and as soon as this podcast is done or my phone charges, I'll probably just promote it right now.
Can we shout out this podcast though?
Yeah, this shout it out.
I8, right?
I8
podcast. Yeah.
Shout out to I8.
Yeah, shout out, man. Like this is really dope.
What episode is this?
What's that?
What episode is
This
this?
is 83. This is
83. Congratulations.
Episode 83.
gang.
Hoping to keep going.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you mind if I ask you a quick question?
Nah, go ahead, man.
What made you want to do this? Not with us in general. Just that as something you felt like you wanted to dedicate.
I love
some time
music, man. I love music. I like the artist.
That I know to be true.
Yeah, I love the backstory, man. I love the backstory of the artist. You know what I mean? Like that's what I enjoy, dude. I really enjoy that. I like listening, meeting new people. I like radio. I like radio too. I was telling these heads, I'm a radio guy. Radio guy first, you know.
I can see you being a radio person.
Yeah, I'm a radio guy. I like producing. I like this shit, man. And honestly,
production would be great for you, man.
Yeah.
I could really see you thriving in that.
Also, I want to be. I always wanted to be behind the scenes of producing, and radio.
And I always wanted to be behind management.
Yeah,
it's a crazy job, dude. I think about like, cause not every certain people bring out like a different you know what I'm saying, and not everyone can bring you a good show, you know, like some people can bring like the awkwardness out of you, like you're talking to someone, you're like, so I've
had some shitty episodes,
yeah,
man.
you're like and the dudes are like not really that good at talking, so you like it makes you kind of whack at your job because these dudes are not like really giving you the right energy you need to fucking to make your show right, you know. And for us, we're like, you know, we kind of made it easier for you. And I'm sure your other shows are right dope, but you know what I'm saying, like the way we interact and we're cool with each other makes the show more like fluent.
Well, a person who can talk like Jay Science and Rudy, like they can talk. You know what I mean? You can talk too, like, you know what I mean? You get the conversation going, you know.
Plus, not to mention we're rooted in the valley, so
we know each other. Yeah,
we have that common ground to kind of drop the guard a little bit.
Yeah,
you know. There's always something that you got to find common ground with people, you know. That's kind of what I noticed for relationships. Even someone you think you don't gonna have shit, you just talk to them a little bit, and you'll find common ground, and then they'll open up and stop fronting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Basically.
Nothing to hide, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we all have our little guard up. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We
yeah.
protect ourselves, you know. We go out in that world, we see all these bullshitters. There's nothing wrong with that, but when you meet a real one, you gotta drop it. Let them get to know you, you know, so we can share.
And this podcast, like, you know, I mean, I know I'm not the best at it. It goes back to, like, you know what I mean? I'm not a good host, but someone's got to do it.
Oh, what is a good host?
What is a good host?
Exactly.
Yeah, I had no clue because that's not my arena, but I gotta say that I feel like you're doing.
I think you're doing a good
justice.
job, man.
Right.
I think a good host is someone who makes you feel comfortable.
Right.
So we got the welcome like 3 times.
That's what we just said, right? Hey, off record, that's what we said. We were talking about that.
What's that?
About what it took to make sure that it was a good interview. It had to be organic.
Had to be organic. Yeah, the first one had to be organic. That's like, you know, it was real organic.
Non-GMO.
I didn't tell him I was pressing record, you know? Yeah, and it worked out.
That was
the first one. This one, we know each other. Now it's like, and let's kind of get to know each other even more. I don't know.
This is dope.
Yeah.
This is dope. This is actually my first interview.
Hey, man, you did kill it.
That's why I kind of figured to hit you up and be like, yo, let's get an interview with Jay Sai.
I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna be a grumpy bitch and be like,
yeah, he said some bullshit the other day. He made a comment just like,
sometimes I come off like the grumpy old man, but deep down I'm a sweet dude. Like,
right.
For real, I'm like hella.
Ladies, he's not, just kidding.
Yeah, for real. I'm not single, but
he's not single, but he's still taking applications.
Well, I'm hoping the
side hoe applications are available.
You know, we are looking for.
I'm hoping this will help you guys. Like,
man, we're all helping each other.
Artists, you know,
we're all helping. That's the way I like to look at it. Hey, actually,
exactly.
shout out to a lot of cats back home too, because I read some of those comments from the original or from the latter episode of that we did with Trans and myself, and the feedback that we got on there.
There's comments?
I actually didn't post it
I didn't know
for the public. No, hear me out though. I didn't post it publicly. I actually just sent it to like a DM to a select few. And the reason why I did that is I'm big on I just want a certain amount of people to know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've always been a 48 Laws of Power hashtag. That shit is dope. Yeah, you guys ever read that book by Robert Greene? Like the actual book. If you guys need it, I bought that shit.
I've been waiting.
years ago.
My book club to send me that one, but they're lagging.
I got it.
They keep sending me different 50 Shades of Grey.
No, but the
that's your new album, right?
That's
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey.
That's the next one.
I got
48 Shades of Grey.
I'm excited. I'm excited to drop my album, man, and I don't want to fuck with anyone else outside of what we got. I'm open to other collabos, but on the album, I only want to keep it in house because I feel like that chemistry and energy's there.
Right.
But I am confident now that I can drop an album, that I've got content, and that I can possibly put a good effort down.
Well, see, Gray's the type of artist that like he puts the personal above the business, which I think is really cool. But sometimes it's like, hey, bro, you gotta protect yourself too. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
You gotta invest in you too. You gotta be careful with that. You know, that way you don't walk away with nothing. You know what I mean? So you gotta make sure. I would say, like, for any artist. Hold on.
You might not putting my artist on game, bro. Trying to get all the royalties over here, bro.
No, but like I'm just saying, like any artist though that I would say is in a group. The advice I would give them is make sure you also invest in you, not just your crew, because then you might feel a certain kind of way later on down the line about it. You know what I mean? You might blame other people for you. You know what I mean? For your lack. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
I know
don't.
what you mean.
So
Facts,
if you're
facts.
mad at someone, just be mad at yourself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because that's really who's in your way.
Stop blaming other people. and
Yeah,
shit.
just look at you, do what you can do with you, because you ain't gonna do shit with no one else. You're just gonna waste your time. That's it. Done.
Facts, right? Yeah.
Mic drop.
I'm gonna listen to that later on.
Facts.
Real shit.
I try to give him the jewels.
Facts.
But yeah, man, we got a lot of projects coming out, man. We got Gray Era.
The crazy thing is you can't keep up with fucking Trans. He's got so much shit.
Right.
Fool, this fool, like
not to mention
it's so much shit,
Jay
man.
Science, Sleeper Ninja, working on his project.
Yeah, we got that.
No one even knows yet.
You working on it too?
I got like 4 of the dopest fucking beats you ever heard in your life.
Yeah, we heard him the other day in his studio. That shit's
Not produced by
dope.
me, but
unfortunately,
there's some beats I got a hold of, and I just had
somebody upped them, so you
I
had to
had-
buy
I
him,
had
you
to
had to
bogart
cop
him.
He's not part of the can, so we can't shout him
Yeah,
out.
they're not in the can. They're not in the can.
And he got paid, and that's all that matters, dog. But we ain't
You know
getting
what I
no
mean?
clout.
Like, let's just say I got some fire.
You guys ever heard
beats.
SoundClick?
Yeah, I got these beats, and I'm gonna spit some heat on them.
Okay.
And it's just
Hey,
Ready.
I want to
I'm
make
ready.
sure that
I'm
he
ready.
know. Hey, I want to make sure that he knows how serious I am. I gotta make sure I gotta get a verse on.
Nah, he told me that one too in the studio. He's like,
Yeah.
"Hey Jay, you got placement for me?" I said, "Of
Yeah,
course."
So is there a track with just you two?
Those beats.
Like,
Nah,
just-
Well, we actually
That's what works.
later
Maybe,
on we're gonna do
maybe.
a project just me and
I
him.
hope so.
I was telling
Jay's dope, man.
I
He's
was
got
telling
a
him, dude,
crazy
I was like,
stuff.
we got to do that, dude, because me and Jay, we just put our album out
Right.
tonight.
And that's us.
You know, it's just
That's
me and
all
him
us.
rapping, and then now we got me and Gray, we got our album, but that was supposed to come out before. Like, I thought me and Gray's album was gonna come out before the Smash, but like Smash just came out
Destiny.
just came out of nowhere, like boom tonight. So
Yeah.
this dropped out before me and Gray's, but me and Gray got an album too, and that's gonna be coming out probably like
We
in
pretty
the,
much have like 3 albums together,
yeah,
dog.
we got this one coming out like in the next month. So it's the Smash, and then we got fucking the one with me and Gray,
Raw Odyssey.
and then that leaves them to collab, Gray and Jay.
Damn.
You
That's
know-
the album, Gray and
Right.
Jay.
You know what?
Great Jay.
You know what's always
Ray
been
J.
my, hey, you know what's always been my dream.
What are you
though?
thinking? Yeah.
You know what's always been my dream though? Like real shit. I've always wanted to put a solo album together, but I've always wanted to have artists from back home as a compilation album.
Gray Jay.
Mhm.
You know,
The
and
Brandy album, late night Brandy nights.
and the compilation album. There's a few artists that I've always wanted to really work with. You know, and this has nothing to do with anybody else. It's not that I don't agree with them, but it's just there's a select few that I've always really wanted to put together on an album on, and I really want to put that together at some point because I really felt like I could bridge that unity. Like me myself, I can really hold the torch for that. Simply because of the relationships that I have with a lot of these different individuals. I mean, you know my track record. Personally, you know my track record with all these other artists that I work with. I was versatile. I was on everybody's shit. You know?
Right.
And that didn't happen just because of coincidence. That happened because we genuinely, this other person, we made a connection.
And with Tranzformer, you can make that happen somehow.
And then with this well, not so much
platform.
of a platform, but with this opportunity,
Mhm.
you know, and the relationship that we have, I really think that we can hold that torch. You know, but there's a lot of cats back home that can do that as well. I just feel like we can really take that
We
up.
should just shout them out because it's not that many. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn. I was saying last time. I know.
Shout out
I said,
G-Rocka.
Yeah.
Shout out PL.
PL
Shout
has
out
been doing it for
fucking
a minute.
Filda.
Eddie
That
Zuko.
Gaz, Eddie Zuko.
Eddie Zuko is doing it right now.
Everyone you can fucking think of, just name them
Oh,
real quick.
fucking
Big
Nick
Judge,
Is,
Big
fucking
Judge.
Streets.
Music. Yeah.
Shit.
D-Stash,
Honey Brown.
Babyface,
Honey Frizz now.
Dro.
Hey, holler at us though, real talk.
Minded.
There's a bunch. You guys are right.
Yeah,
There's a bunch.
if the relay it on you, that's your boy. Relay it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's unify this valley shit.
And I've shouted out too. I shouted out like,
Yeah.
"Hey man, I got this platform. If you guys have a show,
Tony
if you guys
Slums,
show coming, yeah, if you guys shows
Bobby.
coming out, you know, record, come on the show. You know,
Yes.
stop by.
Yeah,
And
let's-
Transformer reaching out.
And let's
you know
use
what I
the
mean?
music as a platform to do something even bigger than
Arc
the music.
Styles.
You know, with all that
Dale.
influence, we could
whole
make the
trash
valley a
mob.
better place, bro. Straight up. You know what I
And
mean?
these
We
are all
suffer
American.
from, we
And
suffer
American.
from violence like crazy down there, bro.
Big man. I mean,
Motherfuckers getting killed
damn,
down there.
all these
All
dudes,
that shit.
man,
Drugs.
they've been doing it, dog. I respect them. I really do respect these people because I told you that. I told Trans this the other day is that the last so we lab a lot. We lab a lot, but I've never actually spent day after day with it. We're living that 24-hour period together, and I did just that, you know. And I'm seeing what was really going on with him as a person.
Yeah, come out to the Tranzformer fucking boot camp, and every fucking day it will be that, like just music. Homeboy will take
Like,
off to
dude,
work,
like we haven't even
come back
like
with
me
some
and
weed,
dude, me and
music,
Jay,
music.
dude, haven't even talked in like 8 months, dude, like or 7. I don't know, dude. It feels like
I think
10 years.
it feels
Nah,
like a
just
year.
kidding. How long?
Feels like a year.
Yeah, it feels like a year, dude. And then like right when we come back, dude, it's just like boom, like straight back to music and just blazing and just having a fucking.
Well, because
good time.
I knew it was just a temporary thing. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of how we are. Like, I gotta go do my shit, work on my shit.
Gotta live.
Yeah, that's what because I don't just take off and like stay stagnant. Fuck no, I come back with more skills, bro.
Oh,
that's why I'm J Science.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always ahead of that curve.
There's seasons. There's seasons where you
technology
peak.
is my shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's my shit.
Hell
if
yeah.
I don't know about what's like the new shit, then shame on me. That's how I look at it.
Right.
Because with a name like J Science, you gotta live up to it. You know?
Right.
Like, don't be surprised. Like, years from now, I'll be on
Jason
some
sounds
kind
cool.
of fucking show.
I will
and
not
shit.
associate that with it, but it does sound kind of like this fool's fucking in the lab cooking up some shit.
Some
Yeah,
fool
just-
with,
yeah,
some
I'm
fool
like,
with, some
yeah,
fool
yeah.
with the big ass head and some glasses and shit.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Fucking Dexter. Dexter's
You know what I mean? Big
Lamar.
ass
Bro,
Oh,
my
shit.
name's Jay Science.
Hey,
Like
guys.
it's so dark and shit.
I am. There's a low-key nerd in there. There's a nerd in there. Fuck
The
you.
other one sounds more. The other one sounds more nerdy. The other guy, Jay Cyanide, whoever that guy is. I just been seeing his
Actually,
name
shout
around.
out Jay Cyanide for having a dope name. When I saw that shit, I
That
was
is
like,
pretty
fuck,
dope.
why didn't I think about it?
That actually inspired that line that I said the other day.
Yeah, it's a dope name.
Where I said something about Kyle chains called kryptonite. Blah 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 blah. Bloodstream cyanide. Remember that on that record?
Also, shout out to the other Jay Science that does techno.
Yeah, it's motherfucking
Coming for you, dog.
There's a Transformer. I think
Cover
there's a
that name.
Transformer.
Hey, Omar, I want to ask you a question. Real
Yeah.
I
quick,
think
dog.
there's a Transformer that's on Techno
I want
too,
just
right?
to
Hit me.
get creative on this.
Hit me, man. I'm
Who
trying
the-
to go on some fucking
real-
episodes too.
real
I'm trying to
shit.
eat, bro.
Real
We'll wrap this up.
I just plugged it
That's
back
one
in.
of us. I don't know.
Damn.
That's this motherfucker right
Nah, I
now.
plugged the headphones back in. This shit fucking took a shit.
Well, technical difficulties there.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
much for the
guys.
fucking guy who's about
Sorry for
technology.
blowing your fucking dick out the
Oh,
window.
Huh?
Those are Transformers.
That was yours?
What?
Those are headphones. Those are headphones.
What,
Oh, we're good, though.
Should I try it again?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll
Does
tell
it
you
even
that.
matter
I'll
that I
tell you
listen
that.
to everything out loud?
For some reason, this shit just did shit.
Uh,
I'll tell you that.
Damn. That kind of feels good in
You
my
good?
ears,
Move the bike. Move the bike.
The mic's over here. It's off even.
Trip. Hold on.
Trip, huh?
Wait a minute.
aliens, dude.
I know, right? Jay Science.
Where you at? We need you right now, bro. What's going on?
Turn off
Technical
the mic.
issues.
Turn off that mic. All right, it's just the work though.
But it's a lot thicker
Talk.
than that.
You can, let me see here. Let me hear you.
Yeah,
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 no, you can
mic's up,
talk.
mic's up.
Whoa.
Is it on?
No, it's off.
It's on. Turn it on.
Yo.
Oh, you can just talk. I don't know.
I can just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But probably close it up too.
Yeah.
So you guys don't have to hear that crazy ass.
Hey, okay, so back to this shit.
That
man.
was some Illuminati shit. You know, about,
Ooh, you guys want to talk conspiracies?
That's what I'm saying. We used to sell them conspiracies.
Don't get into that.
Another night, bro.
Look, hey, Omar, let me just
Trans to get.
Hey, let me hey, can I? Hey,
I
gentlemen,
don't know
can I
if he
ask
gets
Omar
ready
this
for
shit?
that one.
Can I ask Omar this shit?
What's up? Why are you gonna ask?
Okay, look, man.
Oh shit, maybe I was you weren't meant to ask that.
And
maybe that's what happened.
No, right now, man. Come on. So, top 10 that you think are prominent in this music shit, as far as where we come from.
Locally, from the Valley?
Locally, and I don't want to be mentioned in that because I know you fuck with me, but
I can't do top 10. There's no top 10 in the Valley. The top 5, I can do 5.
Shit, man, because I know more than 10 rappers out in the fucking Valley.
But who are really doing it though?
Who actually has?
So how do you consider who's doing it? Not longevity, because longevity's been. I mean, shit, man. Motherfuckers are about to hit 35, dog, and they're still rapping. So longevity's there. You feel me?
True.
No disrespect to anybody.
He's got the most clout in the Imperial Valley.
It ain't about clout. It ain't about clout because nobody got clout out there. Everybody hates on everybody.
G-Rocket got clout, dog.
But he still got. I do. He still got haters though.
Yeah,
he still. G-Rock still got haters.
Right?
Hey, yo, love out to him though. Real shit. He gave me my first real fucking record that was called the Raw. That Raw. If he ever hears this shit, he knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, dog.
Yeah,
I appreciate him for taking me in, man. His and his family fucking fed me. We went into the studio, we rocked that shit, and we fucking killed that record. Hey, Rudy Rayner loves that shit.
Rudy Rayner, yeah.
Biggest motherfucker who's ever hyped that shit. If I ever had a hype man, I'd probably hire that motherfucker.
Right. I'm about to bring out the paper and the pad for this top 5 real quick.
I need top 5, dog. A top 5, and I can't be part of that because I know you fuck with me. But top 5. Top 5, like who you really fuck with out there with that bullshit.
I mean, who I listen to, who I fucking listen to, who I rock with, who I
let me ask you this: you listen to beat, you listen to beat, or you listen to lyrics?
I listen to both, man. I listen to production, beat.
Not very many people could do that.
I beat, lyric, production.
Not many people there's like different ways to listen.
I listen to all that shit. You know
I listen to lyrics before anything. Beat is just a bonus to me. Lyrics is the most important thing to me.
Keep talking. Keep me entertained. I'm
right. Oh yeah, word. Yeah, man. This shit is dope, Jay. I like this shit.
How's that alcohol tasting?
The alcohol got me blazing. Yeah. It feels good. This is my partner.
Did you see Transformer?
AK, I'm gonna call it M. AK, I'm gonna call it M. I'm gonna call her M. She's my Slim Shady. Ride out.
What's your top 5? Just
back home?
Hip hop.
Hip hop, like real hip hop?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say real hip hop.
Whatever you consider hip hop.
Back home or what? Be specific. Be specific. Back home or like
on the main,
industry, on mainstream. Mainstream. First would be Nas. Nas would be my first. Yeah, Nas would be my first. Yeah, Nas.
Wait, let's pause for a second there. Okay, you're saying Nas, right?
Right.
Have you heard the new Nas album?
I rock with it the other day. I heard like 2 records, but you motherfuckers kept talking, you and Trans, so I turned it off. You remember I was playing that? You said some shit. You guys kept talking. And then let me enjoy the motherfucking album.
I was just trying to get your opinion. I was just trying to get your opinion on the production.
I'll listen to it fully soon. I'll smoke a blend in the whip and then and let it love out.
Right.
But Nas is most definitely top number 1. Second will probably be M. Eminem would be, but that's before 20 or the Recovery album, because I feel like after the Recovery album he fell off, and I know a lot of motherfuckers are probably gonna hate on me saying that, but I would say Busta. Busta's dope, man. Busta's fucking dope, and I would say Prodigy. Prodigy's fucking hard, dog. Prodigy's a killer, man. And then I'd say, my last one would probably be, you know what, man? I really fuck with Corrupt. Corrupt was dope.
Oh, Corrupt.
I
didn't see that coming, but bar for bar. You said.
Yeah, Corrupt was dope. That would be my top 5. And I know a lot of motherfuckers gonna say, nah, Biggie or Pac. Don't get me wrong, man.
So you would go Snoop? I mean, you would go Corrupt over Snoop?
Hell yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, man, Snoop is an entertainer, but he was never a lyricist to me.
Ooh.
He was never...
Conspiracy.
He's an entertainer to me. He was never a
Controversy.
lyricist. He was never a lyricist. Fool, the best...
Hit him up with death threats in the comments.
Hey, real shit. Hey, I hope one day that I can at least hang with Snoop and smoke a blunt with him, but he was just an entertainer to me. He was never a lyricist. And I feel like deep down he'd probably be able to admit that. If he
I think Snoop's a lyricist. I think Snoop's a lyricist.
I don't think he is.
But I think he's a
I think Eazy-E was more of a lyricist than he was.
Snoop.
I feel like Ice Cube was more of a lyricist than he was. Eazy-E.
What happened to Ice Cube?
Motherfucker, he's
Can
Hollywood
we bring
now,
him
dog.
back?
That's
He's
what
a
happened.
parent.
And he's a parent. He's a
Oh,
parent.
man.
Hey,
baby.
where's that funk flex bomb right now?
Oh, that's what you need, bro. You need the effects.
The little effects, yeah. I can't even come up with the top 5, dude.
Yeah, cause
so fucking hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, cause
all right, read what you got. Read what you got.
This is on real shit, like you know.
Read what you got.
This is
Read what you got.
Yeah, this is what I listen to. I mean, on the this is I'm going off the basis like
read
tracks
what
that I
you
listen to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
good.
And there's a lot of artists out there that
we got your bag.
Drop a song.
We got your bag.
They drop a song and that's it. They don't hear it for a long time, and then I don't hear that song
Don't
ever
matter.
again.
Just say what you gotta say.
Again. But then.
Speak with your
There's
chest
some
out low,
artists
cuz.
that I listen to. I still listen to, on a current base.
Right.
Well, I try to have to dig, but I'll still listen to them. Because I don't listen to a lot of people from the Valley. I really don't. I'm not, like, you know what I mean? I don't. Not heavy. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I see that. That's why I see that.
That's because of the quality?
Because I know.
Yeah, because I'm just more of on the higher level. I mean,
the quality's a little rugged, right?
Yeah, it's just, I'm more like, I listen to out of talent shit, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stuff from Riverside.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we off.
Trans fucked us up.
Yeah. Hello.
He ended it. He sabotages.
Yeah.
Let me just say this.
Why would you do that?
It's alright.
That was fun though, bro. On my first radio or what is it, podcast, right?
Damn, so there's so much content. I hope
It's podcast, right?
Yeah, it's podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah.
My first podcast interview is just sick.
As homies,
That's
we're
fun.
about to go catch a fade real quick if you fuck that up. He's all, get the fuck out of my apartment.
Sorry, dude. I was trying to connect my computer.
Yes, same.
Alright, good.
Hey, so how do you do it in the show? You in between? You think this one you're gonna play music, or since it's so long you're not?
We'll send you content because the record's already out. So
Yeah,
we
he can
send-
download it all from SoundCloud.
Yeah, so we'll be able to send him the record.
I hope you enjoy the album.
Hey, you bored? You good? Okay, that's Omar.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry.
This is Jay Sai.
Omar.
This is Jay Sai.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
I was
On
wondering.
this next
That was
one,
weird.
on this
Shit,
next
sorry.
one, we're gonna include you. You're gonna talk, okay?
No.
No, you are.
What is this for? Is this like just a random podcast?
No, it's I podcast.
So
That's my
It's his
job.
podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah, this guy, right? Hey, man, we're about to do nice things, man.
She knows about your music.
No, she doesn't.
You're that low key about it?
That's what I'm saying. Is I only allow people to see as much as I want them to see.
No, I get it. Cause
Hello?
like most of my family has.
But she's like an awesome girl.
Sounds a little distorted, huh? Yo,
Like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
we're fucking popping champagne bottles, she's gonna be right
Yo,
there.
yo.
Oh, I just wanted to read it. It looked interesting.
Yeah, hello?
Cause I know who Sailor Jerry is. Oh no, I don't drink.
Hello? Yo. Alright, we're
Comes
sounding
a time in a man's life, gotta
sounding
do or
back to
die.
normal
Get them
now,
old
guys.
Feeling like a young South, like some mom style in the Matrix, shooting for the bait shit. Bust
What?
another brother to the make shit. Mama swear to God, I'ma make it. Whether we up next or the state pen.
She said
Yeah, yeah.
smokes, but
Yo, mic check, mic check.
How they sounding?
Oh.
Hey, so basically now you can start scratch. You can start from scratch. Just say some shit.
Oh, well, I was gonna get my top 5. I gotta say this.
I hope you
We're
can.
back on now?
I hope
Yeah.
you can.
Wait, what is he get?
And
Oh,
Joe,
can I
and
try
Joe
to put
better
this
be
in?
on that time.
Let me try to put the headphones
But
on.
you better see this thing. I don't have like your.
Hey guys, be careful. I'm gonna try one more time.
Yeah, but
Has some extra ones right here, but
Isn't that weird? Why is it doing that?
only one headphone works.
Like all I did was accidentally unplugged it, and then after now, just plugging it in, it just
Damn, you
it's
suck.
nothing but screaming.
that's kind of weird, man.
I have these, but it's only like one headphone though. Only
No,
one.
actually, I'm good without it.
Yeah.
You sure?
I have some in my bag too. I have some Audio Technica. I have the same ones. Audio Technica.
Oh, those are Transformers.
Trans. Actually, he has the newer ones. I have the ones that don't detach.
Where's the cord at?
all the time. Oh, shit.
We are back.
This is actually really fun.
It was tight, man.
It makes me want to like talk about topics and shit. That's how fun it is.
Yeah, that's why I'm with it.
Or like the way Joe Buttons be talking about like the current state of hip hop and like different shit. Like that's just dope to me. I watch that shit all day. Or have you ever watched Drink Champs? Have you seen Drink Champs, Omar?
No, I haven't seen it.
Drink Champs is sick. What it is they interview rap legends and they all get drunk. I think that'd be dope too.
This would have been sick on video.
Huh?
This one would have been sick on video.
I would have watched it for sure.
We did.
Yeah, that's true.
You did the live, right?
Huh?
You did the live thing. You're doing the live. Did live on Instagram?
Yeah.
You were doing live. That's dope. All right, we're back.
Yeah.
Did a
My
lot
phone
of people
died.
tune in?
Sounds good, right? Good.
Yeah, like 45 people. Yeah, right, like 2.
Stressing.
Yeah, we are back. Sorry about that,
Okay.
guys. I was trying to plug in my phone, and typical me, I fucked shit up, and now we're back.
We're all good. What happened?
But anyways, we were on top 5s, right? Our top 5
top 5.
best rappers.
Oh yeah, like I was gonna say, it's
That'd
like
be
a bunch of
legit.
artists that you guys are dropping that
Back
I don't
home,
know.
though, back home. It has
A lot
to
of
be
artists
back.
that you guys know that I don't know. You know, so
That you don't know,
that
though?
I don't know. Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
don't know about that then. I don't even really know that many MCs in No Central, honestly, besides like G-Rocket that's trying to do it now, and fucking PL and Rudy and, you know.
All right, well, this is probably the same cast.
Really
that I
Not
see.
like that, like, I don't even.
Oh,
like,
there's
what
that
rappers are
one
there
cat,
in
right?
Bali?
That
What
one dude that
rappers
raps
are there in
with
Mexico? I'm sure they have.
that's for that raps with Eddie Zico, dude.
I'm gonna tell you my top 5 right
Okay,
now.
I-
back home.
Hey, what about
I'll
the
do it,
further
okay,
raps with Eddie
I'm
Zico?
gonna go quick. I'm gonna Ace the Big. You heard Ace the Big?
Yeah, I have
Ace the
actually.
Big
I've
is?
heard his shit. He's
That's
dope.
my number one.
Yeah.
He's from the Valley?
He's from the Valley. He's from Brawley.
Yeah, he's dope.
What's
I'm
his
gonna
name
go
again?
Ace the Big.
Ace the Big, yeah.
Ace the Vic?
He's got such a crazy
VIG.
style.
Ace the Big.
Ace the
Yeah,
Vic?
he's so,
Yeah.
he's,
From the
so,
Valley, right?
Yeah.
he's so left abstract. He's dope.
Ace
But
the
he's
Bigger.
from the Valley, right?
Just because I just like
He's not from somewhere else.
He's from
the
Brawley.
Valley.
He's from
yeah,
Brawley.
He's Brawley.
He's from
Brawley
Brawley.
made. Well, as far as
He's
I know,
dope?
Brawley
With
made.
like hip-hop shit, straight hip-hop?
He's
Yeah.
an artist.
Yeah?
He really is
He's
an
an
artist.
artist. He's
He
a
has
hip-hop
potential.
artist.
He has a lot of potential. Actually,
that's for me.
I'm gonna say
Like
that
that's
right
my
now.
personal
I'm gonna say
thing.
that right now.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
sign him in fucking May, but
He's good.
He doesn't know who I am, so I can be
I don't know
really
if you
considered a
guys-
fan because I'm fucking.
You've
with him.
already heard of him?
I've heard of him. I've heard his music. I've never met the dude, so I know who he is.
For me, like I said, I've been doing this podcast for what I've been doing. What I listen to.
Yeah.
Next to me, Picasso. Second's me, Picasso.
I've never worked with them. We were supposed to
Picasso,
do a
I was
record
running across
years
his shit
ago.
the other day on SoundCloud. I think I was with Gray, dude. I was like, this dude's
Just
not
'cause
bad,
he's-
dude. He's pretty
yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
You know, I heard
Yeah,
his
that's
name.
when I was on your account for like a half hour.
I got talking about. Yeah, Picasso.
Who else?
Picasso's
Who's
pretty
number
good.
3 now?
Number 3 would be Transformer. Transformer because he's what he's putting out there.
Sucking dick
Huh?
right
Which,
now.
what he's, no, what he's
No
putting
homo,
out
no
there.
homo. No homo. Cameron, dog. What's up?
What he's putting out there, helping the homies.
Yeah.
Helping out.
No homo, real shit.
Helping
Though.
out
I
Mark.
don't disrespect you either. I was fucking around.
No, the reason he's helping out Mark
I'm
Beltran.
fucking around.
Helping out Mark Beltran.
Word,
He
word.
felt with Mark.
Yo, shout out
You
to
know what I mean?
Honcho, man. That guy's fucking supportive as fuck.
That's what I care about. I mean, that's why he makes the top, 3. Because
He's all about
he's
support.
helping
man.
out, Mark.
He grew up on my same block.
And he's just doing all the music. He's putting the music out there.
Word,
I listen to that.
Facts.
That'll be Kaz 1. Kaz 1.
Ooh,
We're just, we're
Cat,
doing-
I've always been a fan of Cat.
As far as not putting anything out there, but as far as history wise, if he was going to do history shit.
He's like Andre 3000.
He
out
did
there,
he did his
fool.
thing. I don't know.
I mean, he definitely put the stamp in your guys' era.
Yeah.
'Cause I
he
always
did.
hear you guys talk about
Now
him.
the
Right.
I just
damn,
wish there was the
man.
content.
Right.
You know
I'm so
what I'm
pissed
saying?
I never got a
There's no
record from
content.
him, dog.
Exactly. There's no
Yeah.
I never
content.
got a
It'd be nice
fucking
to
record
content.
from
So
him.
I don't
I've
know
heard
why-
a lot of
why
stuff
would
from
I play this-
Kaz, dude.
Huh?
I've heard a lot of beats from Kaz just because the homie P-Dub.
P-Dub.
P-Dub really
Oh,
puts
shit, Woody. Shout out to Woody.
He showed me a lot of
He's
shit
a
that
character
it's
too,
not
man.
released, or at least he has like shit.
Shout
that
out, man. Shout out. We just saw him like a week ago. He spent the night here.
Right.
Yeah, he did. Hey, don't keep it on the low. Yeah, we don't talk about your secret nights, dude.
No homo, no homo.
No homo.
And the fifth is Animeric. I'm gonna give it Animeric.
I don't know who that is.
I know
producer.
Animeric. He's dope.
He
He's a
producer,
sick.
hip-hop
Yeah,
producer.
he's
Where's he
sick,
from?
dude.
From Central.
Real talk?
Yeah.
We didn't fuck with that for
is
all
dope.
right.
He's
Is there
dope.
any girl artists that you guys know of?
No.
Nah.
They don't exist.
I've heard of one girl, dude.
Oh, Nicki Minaj.
Nah.
Imagine.
Yeah. That's my
What
top
if Nicki
5.
Minaj came from El Centro? That'd be
Nah,
wild.
fucking.
Yeah.
But Cardi B is actually from fucking Brawley. Yeah.
Oh, you know who else is on the top list, dude? Big Just, dude.
Who?
Big Just.
Justin.
Yeah, see, this one of the cats. Like I don't really know. I remember him. We was fucking with Kaz 1, right?
Yeah.
Undersea.
I always held them.
I was gonna say Kaz 1 / Undersea because they did do that, and then they do also indigenous peoples.
Indigenous people. They're from South Central.
I think so.
Indigenous people.
Wait, is that like Kirby and?
Yeah.
Hey man, love to all those foods, man. We might have had our differences at one point, but all those dudes were fucking solid.
But yeah,
you know who really?
Cats out there that I don't fucking know.
You know who really was fucking in that era, and they showed me mad love when we fucking were plugging up. It was Angel Palel and Ricky Palel, and I actually didn't even really know that Ricky Palel considered me as like one of his little homies, like. Because that's almost like an honor to me because Ricky's real fucking solid. Angel Palel was real fucking solid. These dudes were real fucking solid. And we did a record called Ain't No Movie like 6 years ago.
Okay.
And these dudes were kind of in that undersea type shit. Because I never really was able to get into undersea just because I didn't really know most of those guys other than like PL. And Justin grew up in my kind of like in my same block radius, but I didn't really know him that well. And Cass kind of, Cass has always been in his... kind of in his,
but
he's on his own zone. No disrespect though, no real shit. Kaz is dope.
There's no content.
But
he goes back. He's to the homeless saying there's no content.
He has mad content. It's just not out there though.
Oh,
you know.
Okay.
I feel
but
like
there is though. Like
he's like Bruce Wayne, dog.
If you go to P Dub's page, you gotta find it, bro. Like you gotta go to YouTube and put like Kaz one, like Mexicalifornication, like that one comes out. Or you gotta go to or whatever the fuck it's called. You gotta go to P Dub's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What about? Didn't you hear that collab with Danny Brown and Kaz?
Yeah, that was way back.
I have not.
I think I heard that.
But
I was mentioning that last show.
Trans mentioned that the other day.
That's pretty crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Top 5. Can I say my top 5 real quick? Can I say my top 5 from back home?
Yeah.
Shots fired.
If you want to, yeah, hit it up.
All right,
I know. Well, fuck.
I'm gonna beat 100.
It's not live.
I'm gonna beat 100. All right. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna say Monday. Youngstar. D-Stats. Damn, Dutch was dope, man. When we used to fuck with each other, Dutch was dope. I'm gonna say Dutch. And then I'm gonna say PL. Those are my top 5.
That's like a whole different roster than what I said.
Yeah, all those fools are dope.
Sick.
When I mentioned top 5, dude, it's only because those are the only people I know.
Hey, my record.
There's not much else to compare out to the Valley, dude. You know what I'm saying?
But be real though. But my track record proves it though. I fuck with a lot of cats back home though. I fuck with a lot of cats back home. I fuck with a lot of cats back home.
Like I regretted what I said, but then when you said it, I was like, oh, you're on a whole different. I don't know, different.
It took a left.
Yeah, it's different. I'm like, okay, my shit's okay. Like I'm respecting, what I got.
Yeah.
Okay, but I respect for these guys too.
Yeah, those are my.
But
top
that's
5.
like,
and I wanted to throw Kaz in there too, but but I didn't really work with Kaz as much. I just know his work, so I never really got to work with them. But all these other dudes that I mentioned is I actually got to sit in the studio with them, or they helped me in some way when when I was going through my process and trying to figure out how I wanted to rap.
Nice.
So these are all dudes that really had something to do with my growth.
So Trans, you don't want to say anything? Your top 5?
Oh, my top 5 in El Centro. Well, I don't really know too many rappers in El Centro, dude. Besides the people that I was talking to, Gray, it'd be fucking PL, it'd be Kaz, it'd be Big Just.
Probably G-Rock. G-Rock could throw some verses.
Jay Sai. Now he's in the picture.
He would be. G-Rock would be in top 10, but only because I only spent like
G-Rock,
a few verses.
I really never heard him rap, so I can't really say
Skillzilla.
anything.
You guys know who Skillzilla
is?
Sergio. I think his last name is like Ray. No, maybe not. I don't remember his last name, but he used to do. He was very good friends with G-Rock.
Okay.
And he used to have a little thing going back in high school, and he was great, man. Those two dudes, they introduced me to Jedi Mind Tricks. Jedi Mind Tricks, lyrically, they were ill.
Mind is probably on my list too, because there's not really too much people I was knowing rapping, like I said, so if I had to say.
All these dudes got like albums and like shit out, you know what I'm saying?
Minded really helped me out a lot, man.
Minded had a lot of material out there.
He was like the first fool that I knew that was down for that shit because he put out album.
Mine did, dude.
I still have that copy.
Like that was
Step
the
to
homie,
the Hill.
bro.
Step to the Hill. I still have that fucking album, dog.
You guys never heard of CUP from the Valley? Come Up Productions?
Nah, that shit sounds cool.
Yeah, that was Kaz's older brother, right?
Ron Summers.
That was Kaz's older brother.
Q?
That was all the OGs. That was the older.
Was that
fellas.
Ron?
That was like
Kaz's older
Ron,
brother.
Big Will.
Nah, I wasn't in that. I just got the last little bit of that because Nick and Kaz would wear those promotion shirts, but that's all I got really because at that point I was still trying to kind of hone in into the sound that I like, so I wasn't really into it.
Yeah, they were one of the first ones I saw that had a CD pressed out there, and I was impressed.
Was that at Fat Beats? Y'all remember Fat Beats on Main Street?
On the street somewhere.
Ooh, the little fucking half pipe they had in there. Why are you looking at me like that, Trans?
I don't know, dude.
This
I'm just high.
This boy had like 2 shots. He's looking at me like he wants to rape me.
Damn, maybe I do.
This is real
Nah,
cool
just
though.
kidding. I mean nothing.
Like you guys are like a fucking story. You know what I mean? Different story for different characters. You know what I mean? Different characters.
We're characters, all right, man.
Yeah. Like as far as
fucking Crash
artists and
Bandicoot
shit.
over there.
Huh?
That's artists and shit. That's what it is. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was over here, drunk, like everyone else is. Sorry.
You're ready to knock
What the hell is that, dude? What's in there? You guys put some pills in there?
Sorry, too. It's full pingas.
Sailor Jerry, bro.
Some fucking pingas.
Some pingas.
She a
Oh, yeah,
white girl.
shout out to
She a white
Sailor
girl.
Jerry.
I only drink too much, so those kind of shots got me good, dude.
We're not correct.
Yeah.
We're not gonna correct.
Sailor
it.
Jerry. It's always a name that's always popped up in my
Hey,
head,
spit a
but I
freestyle,
never drank
Trans.
it though.
I need to hear a freestyle. Go for it. Spit a freestyle.
Oh yeah, do you ever do that?
Sailor Jerry.
I used to do when some hip hop artists come on my on an episode.
Sailor Jerry with the fair.
I don't force them.
Like fools got wild, dude.
I don't force them. I don't. I guess just do what they want to do. You know. I do. Nah.
Spit a freestyle. I want to hear that.
Because most people don't like
But
to.
not a lot of artists come on my show, like hip hop artists who are fucking. I mean,
I actually went back on YouTube and I saw a bunch of your shit. And there was a lot of like live instrument bands.
that's what I was going for.
I
You know,
like that,
hip hop is so easy.
I
You
like
know,
that.
hip
I
hop
like
is
that.
easy. You know, because you guys are constantly putting content out. Yeah. You know, so that's what's cool about hip hop. That's why I
appreciate
it's
every
the direction. That's why I send my direction toward hip hop sometimes
Yeah.
because there's content there.
Touch it all too, though, because they're all related in a way too.
Right.
Like, it's a trip.
Shit, I don't know if you guys kind of change the subject, but you know,
That's
I
the way
also
we
do
do it.
punk rock music too, man. And I was also talking about that earlier, but I had shot a video. Well, we had shot a video with the homie 3D, my tattoo artist, also part of the Third Eye Collective. We did a video, dude, like a couple months back, I think it was, and 3D was also in the song too, and he's like rapping. It's like a punk rock song, bro, and everything was made on my beat program, which was Reason, and kind of like there he goes, fucking gray hair taking the piss, infamous for taking pisses during interviews. Damn, look at that.
Transformer brought that up earlier.
Damn,
like
we're getting raw
hours
shit.
ago.
Ladies. Damn. That's crazy. So it's
Hell
a bloop,
yeah.
blink, blink.
Yeah, that's
To the
perfect.
last
That's
drip.
perfect. What were you saying though? Before
What were we talking about? What were we saying?
I don't know.
I was talking about something. What the fuck was I saying? No one remembers it? Damn.
So the LGTB, or what is it? LGBT. they want to know if your name has anything to do with their community, bro.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Hey, well, I just want to say
I'm not a tranny.
it's cool for coming on again.
Yeah,
Science,
dude.
Transformer.
Thanks, man. We
Yeah.
got the album. It dropped tonight. Go get that shit, Dirty Relics, for free, and it is gonna be on iTunes and all digital platforms very soon.
It's on its way.
But it is for free right now, and make sure you guys go get that. And then we got the Transformer Gray Era album, Raw Odyssey, coming out like in a month. Probably getting that shit mastered next week, so it should be ready, you know, within the next 2 months, you know, so get ready for that. And then we're going to be working on a new Third Eye. I don't know if it's probably going to be EP or LP, but we'll definitely be putting out a new EP. So look out for that.
Great
and
era.
then we're
Great era
definitely
finally
going to be
coming in with
working
the
on some
album.
Jay Science shit, you know.
I'm looking
you
forward to
know,
that
whether
shit.
it be a
That shit's
beat
gonna be
tape or
crazy.
his album where he's just
I'm probably gonna release
spitting.
a little mini rap project, not just maybe like 5-6 beats, me spitting some fire.
Yeah.
Just my little solo project, just to let people know I can hold my weight. You know what I mean?
And then
I've
we
got
got
my little beat
beat
shit
tapes.
working on right now. But since I'm kind of converting to new programs and machine the Mach 3, which goddamn, that's fire. Get that.
You ain't no little bitch.
Just it's everything's in its in the process, so just keep an ear out. It's
There you
coming.
go.
We'll let you know.
iTunes, everything.
Yeah, all avenues.
And then we'll have Smash Bros beat tapes also coming too, you know.
All
like
day.
we'll have
just
beat
make
tapes
some for
dropping, and then we'll have myself dropping new beat tapes as always, you know. And then we got Gray Air dropping his solo shit, you know.
Finally.
So we got a lot of records coming out, man, and the team's gonna be rocking hard this fucking year.
Hey, and I just want to say this, Rudy Reyna. Hey, man, that album's coming. I know you've been asking about it for a minute, dog, and that album's finally coming. I showed him a few of the records that we had like 8 months ago, and he was fucking flipping. He's like, "Yo, that's you and Trans." Like,
Recently?
Yeah.
Like recently, like 2018?
Yeah, I met him with. I seen him at one of the bars we had back home, and then I saw his brother too at the Protagonal in Imperial.
Oh, yeah.
It's a brewery out there. And I was showing them records, and they just could not believe that it was finally.
That's
coming.
fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so it's coming. The Gray Era album is gonna be just a small dedication.
We don't know what we're gonna do yet, man. We talk about like he's thinking about just putting like one big masterpiece together and just like, you know, like making one big fucking classic album. And we don't know if we're just gonna do that or if we're just gonna go off with like an EP and just everything, just some blap raps, you know, just dope shit, how dope you are,
It's
just
hard.
like
Right.
you know, it's like whatever, you know, just to get a flavor before you give everyone your whole like everything, you know, give them a little,
give 'em a
just give them a
taste,
taste of what you're about, you know, and just give them like an EP, like 1 or 2 EPs, like, you know, some quick shit, some blap raps, easy, you know, cool shit to slap, you know, and then after we deliver the 2 EPs or the EP of just some normal shit, then like, you know, we'll start working on some like a solid, like once they're familiar with the name, which they already are with through the projects we're dropping, you know, but you know, once they feel that they get that EP from them, it's like, oh, this is Gray Air. It's like, all right, cool. Now just listen to that, and while you're listening to that, you're gonna be hearing features in different projects, and also we'll be working on his main album that, you know, he's really gonna.
Hey,
be,
I do want to say this
storyline and shit.
Hey, I
you
do
know?
want to say this out loud too, Trans man. I really appreciate you for giving me that opportunity, dog, because I know that you're all about just fucking making sure that the music continues to go. You're on a roller coaster,
giving people opportunity.
Yeah, but he truly is. He has a vision, but his roller coaster is you know, you're on board. If not, I'm gonna keep rolling. You know, I really do feel like he has that mentality, and he does have the potential. But for him to really just give me that opportunity and to really get to know me as an artist, because he knows me as a homie. But to know me and allow me to evolve, he's really shown that love, you know. And I really do want to just tell you, man, thank you for you allowing me to work with you, because you could have easily said, nah.
No, like it's dope, man. Like to have him on the team, he's always dropping like bars, and he's always putting in time to put in shit, you know. And like, you know, I've always talked about shit to my other homies too. I'm like, you know, you know, besides Jay Sai, you know, like he's always, you know, that's why I've always liked him around, because, you know, he's always been willing to like put in, like, you know, not everyone is in a what's it called, this situation where they can like afford money for like certain things, you know. Like maybe like you know, certain people like Rudy, he's got a kid on the way, or he has a kid already, you know, and like
shout out to Lincoln,
like he
man.
has like
you,
he has a lot of expenses, you know, that goes towards certain shit, and like everyone else does in the world and shit, you know. So I'm not really like, you know, holding people to certain obligations, you know, or whatever, to like, oh, it's like, well, you know, you got to pay money like to help do this, like, or you know, it's like. And you know, for me, it's always been, and it's like, you know, and you know, the other homie Spray, I told him too, is like, you know, we all bill, bro, but
shout out to Spray.
I'm usually the one just paying for the mastering and shit, you know, and that's cool, because not everyone has money for that, but the way they contribute is like they come over and they drop bars, you know, and they put in work, and you know, like Ray just spending like countless days, you know, over here just you know, away from his fam, you know, just to like drop bars, you know.
Like creativity,
and that's like money in its own way, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like his own way of putting it in, you know, and that's time that he's putting away,
right,
you know, and that's dope, you know. But you know, like it's dope, but it just makes it harder, like when there's just no funds, you know, to get shit on the rolling. Because I'm just a fucking neat freak, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like to have shit mastered before I send it out or whatever, you know?
He's the only motherfucker I know that does not want to listen or leak a record until it's mastered.
Yeah, dude. Like, you know, for some reason, dude, you know, like, sometimes I'd be like, you know, I'm just like, dude, like I'm not like a fucking sick. Like, sometimes you could be a sick ass rapper and, like, you don't even need, like, good quality because you're so dope, you know? And sometimes I feel like, dude, like, I don't know if I'm self-conscious, but sometimes I feel like I need everything that I need to make me a dope rapper. And if that means I gotta like go legit with everything, fuck it, you know, like I gotta get it mastered, you know, that way it slaps right in every card and just like make sure everything's proper, you know. But you know, but going back to what I was saying, you know, it's good to have fucking, you know, Jay back on the team too, because
yeah, man,
you know,
Jay,
he has, you know,
it is good to have
like
you
he's
back,
in a
dog.
situation sometimes where
no
like
idea.
he's sometimes he's in a financial situation where he could drop dough, you know. And sometimes I'm like that too, like when I'm like, you know, when I fucking have good times at work or whatever the fuck it is, he's just really willing to like, yo, whatever it is we're doing, we're going half and half on dough and shit, you know, and we're getting shit like done, you know. But not like everyone is able to drop dough, bro. Not everyone has, you know, the job, you know, to spend money on that, or shit's just tied up in certain areas, you know, or sometimes just not everyone's vision is like all the way completely convinced, you know, that you're like there yet, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's dropping back right now.
You know, like people like, you know, it's just not, you're not totally like, yeah, it's a hobby, it's cool, you know, but is it worth spending money over it, you know, like, is it worth it yet, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know,
invest in your producers, y'all.
Huh?
I said, I'm telling the people, invest in your producers.
You got to invest in your producers, you know, you got to trust the vision, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they do trust in the vision because they wouldn't be here dropping bars in the first place, you know, because if it was embarrassing or just felt like they was going to like destroy their character, they wouldn't be doing it in the first place and shit, you know? So, you know, it's just sometimes it's just, you got to invest in shit, dude, you know, and shit just really moves forward, you know, and but, you know, like I said, dude, I appreciate everything, dude. Like, if it's just bars you could contribute at the time, fuck it, you know? But at one point in time, if we really all want this to, like, move forward, everyone's gonna have to start putting in, dude, you know, like, to, like, get shit further, you know? Like, because sad to say, dude, this industry, it's gonna cost money, bro. You know, like, you gotta invest in your craft.
Anything costs money, dog.
Yeah,
but I feel you, though, that dream does cost money.
You gotta spend it to make it, bro.
You gotta spend it to make it, bro.
But you know what? Look, I'm gonna tell you this, though. Can I say this out loud? Can I say this out loud without being judged? Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that do have that ability to be able to invest in themselves, right? They do have that ability to invest in themselves. And what comes about that? I mean, a lot of motherfuckers just made it to that point where they were now publicly known, but whatever happened to that career, it didn't take off. Why? Money is just one part of the solution. Right? It doesn't resolve the ultimate goal. Just one part of the solution. You still gotta have talent.
Well, a lot of people think that, it's like once you got talent, like you're gonna blow. It's like that's only one part of it too. There's a lot of different areas into it. It's not just one, because you could be the most dopest motherfucker and put your shit on SoundCloud. It doesn't even mean that, like.
But that age is gone, though. The age of being dope and letting your talent speak for itself is gone.
Yeah. No, plus I remember, like I came from the era of you get signed, now you gonna pop, right?
On a major distribution deal.
Motherfuckers, getting signed.
Now you know better.
Getting signed was my major.
A 360 deal that it makes no sense.
You know what I mean? Like, it
360 deals make no sense.
I thought, like, oh, for sure, I'm gonna get signed. Like, that's what I want to do. Now it's all about independent. This is independent right now. What we're doing.
I just saw an interview the other day on Pusha.
Creating our own entertainment. You know
Straight up.
This is dope.
I just saw an interview on Pusha the other day. And Pusha just basically was saying how inspired he was to get back out there, because he said a lot of these he said when he was out there, he was basically begging for a deal on the majors. He was basically begging for a deal on the majors. Now, you basically get on SoundCloud, and these people supplement your stardom. And in other words, is the people who are listening to you on these platforms that years ago were just considered an outlet, now really give a startup to, you know, most of these artists who are now considered, well, I mean, a staple in the game because now they've made it. You know, that's so crazy to think about.
Plus, we let numbers tell us what's dope now. When before, dope was
not that.
a dope song.
You let the image tell you what's dope.
No, but I'm saying, like, in general, like, now...
Like likes?
You're like, oh, that shit got this many likes, this many followers. It's this number on the charts. Just numbers. You know, that's what we respect.
Hey, any of you guys watch Black Mirror?
Yeah, of course. That's just hard as fuck.
Yeah, there's an episode on there that's based on likes and type shit.
No,
like
I seen it with that girl.
Society,
with that chick. She
oh,
their shit.
Yeah, that's hard.
That shit's hard as fuck.
That's kind of a kind of like a poetic visual as to how like real shit we're living out. Well, could it potentially be in a few years, you know?
Well, with all the likes and all that shit. Like, I seen that shit the other day on like a anonymous, anonymous video or some shit on YouTube, and they're just talking about like how what the effects of fucking social media are on fucking our brains and shit these days and shit, you know, and that shit really does take a toll. Like some fools that a lot of fools are like, I haven't been on fucking Facebook in like 15 years.
It's a mental disorder. My bad, Trans. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Let this man finish.
No, but it's just crazy, man. Because like what you were saying though, like, you know, about what that show was, and then this other dude was like some fucking dude that worked for fucking Facebook that was on some like government fucking conspiracy video I was watching.
Hashtag Snowden.
But it's just crazy though, bro. Like, it's just fucking nuts, dude. Like how that shit works, man. Like, I forgot what I was talking about.
Hey, where am I?
But that's why I hate, like, as an artist, when I'm talking about music with somebody, and I'm like, nah, I don't like that shit. And they're like, dude, it got this many likes or this many views or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, to me, that doesn't hold weight. Like,
yeah,
if I like it sonically, that's what holds the weight, you know? Like, good music is good music, not because all these people say it's good. A bunch of people could be lying.
Straight up.
You know what's so true about that?
Yeah.
Is I fucking detest. Like, I have a bitter, like, taste in my mouth about the music that's wavy right now. And the reason being is because I hold lyricism to a standard, right? But the other day I found myself on YouTube, and I was listening to trap music in Spanish, and I could fuck with it. Isn't that crazy?
It's pretty good.
I fucking love it, fool. I was bumping it the other day. You heard me?
Yeah, but, you know, you got lyrics like X, though, which is kind of in that bracket. And
I never listened to that. Yeah, no disrespect to him, but I never listened to
lyrically, though, he's got it. You know what I mean? He's got bars.
No disrespect, but I would never listen to him, man. I would never.
I thought he was really dope, you know, like, but I didn't. I think he was really dope and talented, but he wasn't really my type of music. But he had some songs that were dope that I could fuck with.
Who's it?
But
who's
like,
it
he
that
just,
you listen to? Suicide Boys.
Yeah.
They remind me of 3 6 Mafia.
I mean, look at Prayers. Prayers is tight too.
Prayers is really dope. Shout out to Rafa, man.
Dude. Yeah, I don't know those cats, but I heard one of them.
Yeah, the homie 3D, the part of the Third Eye Collective, he's really cool. Rafa from Prayers and shit. Yeah, so actually that video that I didn't even finish to say that, dude, but like that video I had done, it was the homie 3D. He's a rapper, part of our collective. We shot a punk rock video. I made the beat on Reason, sampling
it was like hip hop rock.
Yeah, some punk rock hip hop shit. I ended up going on YouTube and getting a sample of a guitar, dude. And I just, like how you do with samples for beats, I just fucking flipped the guitar and I just down pitched it, up pitched it, whatever the fuck, and then just chopped it different, made a different rhythm out of it, made a song, got drums, laced it up, and then I did vocals. Ended up, I think maybe originally, I think it could have been Jay Sai on the second verse, maybe, you know, and then we stopped talking for a few months, and then I was like, you know, dude, like, I need to get someone on this track, you know, and Benny ended up hearing the 3D, and he's like, yo, this shit's dope, man, like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you think so? And I'm like, I wasn't know if I was ever gonna put this out, and he was like, yo, I'm really down to get on this shit, bro, and I was like, fuck it, you know. So he ended up getting on the verse, and he's like, bro, I've been showing people the fucking this track, and people are thinking it's crazy, like, let's shoot a video. So we shot the video, and yeah, we ended up shooting a video. Must directed it, or Moose, I should say, and shout out to Moose, and yeah, we just did it, man. And then Rafa ended up seeing it because 3D's cool, and I showed it. Prayers fucking put on his Facebook, and then I think not, yeah, it was just his Facebook. He put it on there, shouted it out, and that was pretty cool, man. So he showed love, people liked it, and you know, I think there'll probably be some more music like that. I think maybe me and Jason might probably pick up on that shit a little later.
Hey,
we're always experimenting on new shit. We get bored of hip hop sometimes.
That's what's good. I see you listening to prayers. Like, you know what I mean?
They're really dope, man.
I see that too, Omar. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I'm a real big fan of like 80s music and like The Cure,
The
Cure, Depeche Mode, Pet Shop Boys. You know, really been like shout out to the homie P Dub. You know, I'm louder than you. Sorry, dude. I say the homie P Dub, dude.
What did y'all say?
Nothing. My mic's louder, dude.
That's a radio joke. That's a radio joke.
I think I got turned down now because I'm too loud.
Yeah, I'm like, nothing.
Turn it down.
Now I got too much.
Nah, dude, but it's dope, man. I'm really into that shit. The homie
diversity, man.
Yeah, diversity really gives you influences on your music, you know.
Yeah.
And the homie PWC really put me on a lot of this 80s shit, dude, like underground 80s shit, and he's been taking me to a lot of these clubs. And these are fucking like, some of them are like in gay areas, dude, like Hillcrest and shit, dude. And, you know, it's crazy, bro, because there's like gay dudes in there, and like, I'm not homophobic or anything like that, but.
But you say gay dudes.
But there are gay dudes in there, bro. And, you know, I try not to pay no attention or anything like that. Just try to see, like, there's a lot of dope girls over there, man. They're different from like different,
I want to hear a freestyle from
different
you.
shows, but yeah, man, it's crazy. That kind of music, really brings in gay people, dude. Why is that?
Because you're so dope, dog. Because you're so dope, bro. Shit. I want to hear a freestyle from you, please.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P.
All right. I think we should probably close it up.
Yeah, dude. He wants to go home. He's tired of your shit already.
No, we just, you know, I think it's time.
Yeah, it's time, dude.
Go home,
before we start boring the fans, dude. If anyone even gets to this ending, dude.
I hope not, dog. And if anybody disrespects the name, dog, we in it.
Edit out the.
Nah. Yeah, edit that out. Edit that out because I'm not trying to get shot yet.
Edit out the gay bar part.
Hey, what did I say the other day? I said
Depeche Mode, bro.
Tesla. Hey, I just do want to say this, man. As my last sign off is that. Look, man, we all come from the exact same place, right? Exact same place. We've all had our fair share of experiences, right? So when you're out there, just make sure that you give it your best and just worry about yourself. Not on some selfish shit, but when I'm talking about as far as an artist, when you're trying to express yourself, put it out there, let it be what it is, right? And then fuck with your boy. See what I'm saying? Let's get paper, man. Let's get paper. Yeah.
Cool. J Science, thank you. Transformer, appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, man. Be on the lookout. Go get that Dirty Relics.
Yo,
be on the lookout for that Raw Odyssey shit. You know, go catch our shit. Yeah, that's about it. You know.
Hey, and I'm gonna say this: Can somebody YouTube Black Tie by Third Block? That is a hot record right now. I love that record. That's from Third Block.
Shout out to my crew, 5-7 Music. Shout out to Third Eye Records. Third Eye Fam.
Shout out to Tranzformer for sucking my... Wait, what?
Whoa. Blurp that out, dude. No one needs to know.
Hey, real shit, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, brother. Appreciate everybody here.
Cool.
You too, Omar.
I appreciate it. Tune in. Look out for Transformer.
Podcast. That's what's up. We out, man. Episode 83, dude.
Peace.
83, right?
83.
Yeah, hell yeah. Episode 83.
Yeah. Transformer. J-Side. Smash Bros. Get it right. Your alarm clocks wake up and start sleeping. You know I stay creeping like Secret Serviceman. I'm on the road, but I'm underground making bangers in the devil's den. like Snoop D or Double G with some gin. I got some bitches in the back sipping on the hand. Here thinking about my haters. They can't wait to see me fail. But never underestimate me, cause shit could escalate, G. And you don't really want that, cause the crew come tough from the pain and the struggle. We busting out this bubble filled with doubt and pussy droughts. To dropping bars for OGs and drinking stouts. I see the real ones, I see the fake ones. But it's all good to keep your enemies close. They're ready to roast your carcass in the fiery pits. Ready to meet the devil in the crib.
Don't take me simple. 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 Don't underestimate me. These people always hating, but can't keep up their payments or keep supplying habits. I'm stunting on the daily. I drink my Coke with Baileys. My eyes is hella hazy from the dabs that got me lazy. I'm rolling in a Mazda, riding dirty with your mamas and playing with her tatas while she shifting Popeyes. We go like church's chicken, bringing heat in the kitchen. Flavor like Flavor Flav, but on your neck the time is ticking. Like BJ Penn with bloody hands, finger licking. In the club, hella turn from all the liquor drinking. In the yacht, getting tossed, but when you ain't never sinking. Searching for the high that we bringing through every weekend. Got honeys on Henny, twerking, putting the work in. Stacking so much commas from all the cake that I'm baking. Nobody can stop me, fuck the cops, cook 'em, smell like bacon. Don't take me simple, bitch, I'll leave you stranded with the heathens. Don't take me simple, don't take me simple. 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 Don't take me simple, don't take me simple.
As the sun drops and the gunshots to the flip-flops and the gist pops gets louder. Homies bumping out the system, hustling that powder. Crackhead needle junkie shooting up the flower. Looking at the heavens, asking for the willpower. Blood dripping from the veins, it remains sour. Life is collapsing like them twin towers. From the ladies to the men and even them cowards. Late night riding with my G's. Split hits like the trigger squeeze. Cannibal sauce and suckers, we hungry MCs. Third eye royalty, something's cooking in the back boiling. It's supper time raps, put it in foil, G. Death before dishonor, audio slave. Loving music is my loyalty. Mary Jane, some melodies, making beats is all it takes to spoil me. Simple.
Don't take me simple, don't take me simple. Don't take me simple, don't take me simple. Don't take me simple, don't take me simple. Don't take me simple, don't take me simple. Don't take me simple, don't take me simple. Don't take me simple, don't take me simple. Don't take me simple, don't take me simple. Don't take me simple, don't take me simple.
For these quotes and these rhymes that we spittin' though. Spit it. Really living, try to get it though. Get it. It ain't simple, this a hard game, throw the ball. Throw it. Hit this bitch off the park, try to give it to y'all. In each section, every walks of this life that we seeing, they ain't understanding what we feeling. Over the hurdles and pain, we take it though. I see you. Police brutality, how they kill us, bro. Damn. What we seeing, what we living. They think it's simple. They think it's simple. Steady riding, steady whipping, steady cashing. Steady getting this money, no, keep asking. Is it simple to me? Is it simple to you? What we really living on, what we really going through. Thank the Lord for your blessings, blessings to be.